fast verdict, too, Bill. It took barely 2 hours for the jury to reach this verdict. And today it's life without parole in prison plus 20 years for Randy King. He is 25 now. That's the same age as his victim, Harrison Olvey, was the night he was shot to death in 2023. Fulton County prosecutors wanted life without the chance of parole because King has a rap sheet including previous theft and car break-in crimes, and he was on felony first offender probation status when this crime was committed on that Labor Day weekend in 2023. Judge David Emberson hearing from the both sides and deciding on the sentence this afternoon. You'll recall Olvey was working as a valet that weekend at a Buckhead nightclub near Piedmont Road when he rolled up on King having broken into a pickup truck there. The entire crime, including the shooting, was caught on the truck's dash cam video, and jurors saw the moment that Olvey was shot and killed, and the car that King was driving sped away. Reporting live, Veronica Waters, 95.5 WSB.
63 degrees in Atlanta. More sun tomorrow. When do the clouds roll in? Meteorologist Christina Edwards has Atlanta's most accurate and dependable forecast coming up. Georgia Senator Jon Ossoff calls it a national crisis. A new bipartisan survey looks at special needs kids who end up behind bars.
One Atlanta mother says her son, after being diagnosed with major depressive disorder, agoraphobia, a social phobia, and generalized anxiety, never received the care he needed in high school. Instead, during the 11th grade,
he had a major meltdown and was held for crisis stabilization for 5 days.
Amanda Figures says he was held for days at a juvenile detention center before. She says her son is a good kid, and officials note this is just one of many children who are held in facilities as a substitute for mental health services. Mary Ryan Howarth, 95.5 WSB.
With enrollment declining, the DeKalb County School District today considering big changes, including closing some schools.
The proposal under review would close 26 elementary schools and convert Cedar Grove, Lithonia, and Towers high schools into middle schools. An online video spells out reasons for the move.
We now have over 18,000 empty seats across the district, and the number is predicted to increase.
A large group of community members, staff, and a consulting firm have been looking over possibilities for almost 2 years now. It says no final decision's been made, and a community review process, both online and in person, will take place over the next 2 months before any recommendations are given. Judd Hickenbotham, 95.5 WSB.
We have posted a list of the schools facing possible changes on our website and the WSB radio app. Two brothers in Norcross are sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole after they're convicted in a sexual abuse case. Gwinnett County prosecutors say the victim reported the abuse to her mother, who contacted police. 3 other victims from DeKalb County also testified against Jose Soriano and his brother, Jordi Soriano Balbuena. The DA says the verdicts and sentences protect the most vulnerable members of our community. It is 3:03. The Von Hessler Doctrine begins in less than 2 minutes. Right now it's live team coverage of traffic and weather in the 24-hour traffic center. Alex Williams.
On hour 2 of truck fire cleanup, Bill, southwest leg of the perimeter, 285 northbound, the inner loop before Cascade Road exit 1. Luckily just one right lane block now, so the delays are really only back toward Langford Parkway, maybe just a tad before that. Put a lot of extra pressure on downtown as people had been using that as an alternate, and we also had trouble clear 75-85 northbound between Langford Parkway and University Avenue, but still seeing the brake lights getting up past I-20. Southbound delays in full force into Midtown on 400 from Lennox Road and 85 south, just south of North Druid Hills, all trying to get into Midtown. Trouble's been off to the right, 75 northbound in Ackworth before Highway 92, exit 277. Brake lights from that are back toward Barrett Park Chastain Road, I should say, in Kennesaw. From the TrustDale.com 24-hour traffic center, Alex Williams, 95.5 WSB.
I'm WSB meteorologist Christina Upward. Sunny skies today, highs in the low 60s. Clear and cool tonight, temperatures falling to the upper 30s. Tomorrow, sunny skies with a high around 62. Saturday morning lows in the mid-30s, but warming up through the afternoon into the mid-60s.
Right now, 61 in Marietta, 64 in Tucker, and 65 in Fayetteville. More news at 3:30. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Let me turn that microphone on. What a great start. Live from wherever we are, it is the Von Hessler Doctrine. Eric is off today. And there are 3 doctrinaires here, myself, Tim Andrews, George Clark, who's behind the glass over there, getting audio for us, and, of course, Jared Yamamoto. Hi, Jared.
Hey, Tim. How are you doing, buddy?
I'm much better now.
Well, I walked by you, and I was a little worried about you about 15 minutes ago. Are you good now?
Yeah, I'm good. I had an interview in here today. I had a couple people in here today, for my weekend show, The Podcast, which airs at 7 p.m. on Saturdays. So that's 2 days from now. bookmark it. I had Michael Rips and Charlie Mustard. They are from Jittery Joe's Coffee in Athens, and I was interviewing them about their partnership with Fox Theater. And as I was leading them out, I noticed, what's that area in glass back there with all the pictures on it?
Oh, the fishbowl.
The fishbowl. Yeah, I walked by the fishbowl. I saw, oh, look at all these really cool AI images of everybody in the building. And there's you, and there's the Von Hessler Doctrine, which the only person in that looks like somebody is Eric. And I'm like, where's mine? I did one. Why is mine not up there? And I started stewing about it. And I was like, got distracted from taking my guests back upstairs. And I'm like, yeah, they got Ann there. And Ann left a week ago.
Oh, our digital girl. That's right. Yeah.
I mean, it's not her fault. And it's, all of them look really good. But mine's not up there. And I was really bothered by that. And I got those old feelings from when I was in radio 10 years ago. I'm being excluded from everything. And so I kind of got to blame you. Yours is there. It's prominent. Why didn't you put mine there?
You know what?
Was there a mandate that you email somebody who was in charge of that?
Yes, there was a
Okay.
corporate email.
All right.
And I believe I had made mine. I was one of the first ones that submitted. I'm all the way down the end. And so I gave mine, I think, before everybody else started really sending theirs. So I did not realize that you had wanted me to send your AI caricature.
Well, I would certainly like to be included. I mean, it's bad enough the picture down there of me is from 10 years ago. I mean, I look really good. I have that cool mustache.
Oh, that stash is awesome.
Yeah, that was a good mustache. I can't do it anymore because there's too much white in it, and I'm not going to be the old man with a mustache. So I shave now.
I liked yours. You had your little dog on your desk.
Yeah.
It's cute.
Yeah, and even had the eye missing.
And I'm glad you said that about the team photo, the Von Hessler Doctrine one, because I believe I've got glasses, which I don't wear in that one, and nobody actually looks like
And
themselves.
Jared's a conjoined twin. He has something growing out of his
See,
shoulder.
I didn't notice that.
Is that the one that you sent to them?
Yeah, that's the one
Because
that
Eric did it like 50 times.
Eric made that image. He sent it to me, and then I sent it to our people over on that side of the building,
Yeah.
the sales side.
And I don't normally go for trends, right? I'm not a trendy guy.
Typically not, no.
I dress like I don't know. I dress like a college student, and I'm 55 years old. But
Nothing wrong with that.
Maybe. I think my wife thinks I could dress better.
Well, I mean, everybody can dress a little bit better, right? I'm wearing a Bigfoot shirt, for goodness sake.
That's a
Bigfoot
cool
shirt.
Bigfoot shirt.
Thank you.
You have cool T-shirts. George and I sort of dress similarly.
Slovenly?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I
Agreed.
love that look. I adopted that look in the late 80s, and I've kind of stuck with it, except for when I had a corporate or a restaurant job where I had to dress like, they wanted me to dress.
Well, you know what you like, and that's important.
Yeah,
That's
hoodies.
good. That's good that in your middle age, that you are still now, your middle age.
I think I'm past middle age.
I'm being nice. So,
Yes.
like, while you're there in your middle age,
Yeah.
you know what you like. You know that you like the hoodies.
I do. I love the oversized XX hoodie, even though I don't need it. I look okay in an XL. But I have that fat guy thing because I used to be a fat guy for a long time, and then I lost all the weight. But you still have that mentality.
Were you a fat guy longer than you've been a skinny guy? Or?
No.
Good.
But I
Good
still,
for you.
Well, I was chubby in high school, and then I don't know, 11th, 12th grade, I started coming out of that, and I got fit, and I was in sports and stuff. And then slim through college, but around 2000, like 99, 2000, I just gave up. And I think I got my largest was 265.
Now, does it change your perspective on life or social interactions when you're a bigger guy? Do you think you like maybe less vain or?
No. I was just lazy, and I didn't care how I looked. And then one day I decided well, you know what happened is that the old radio show I was on, including Eric, they were making fun of me so much and bullying me. And I'm like, I got to do something about this.
You got bullied into skinniness.
And, I've sort of kept that way, but you keep that mentality with you. You keep that mentality. I got to wear something that's comfortable. I got to wear something bigger.
So
I'm
trying to hide.
Yeah, even though I've gone through the trend of, you remember, like, I don't know, was it 10 years ago when you had to be skinny? You had to wear skinny clothes.
Right.
And you wanted to always look skinny and slim and,
Yeah, I'm glad that trend is out because there were some pants that I had on that were so tight that you could see my calves through the jeans. And
I'm
like,
glad you don't do that anymore.
Yeah,
too.
I'm like, nope, no
'Cause you're
thanks.
so sexy, it would just distract me the whole show. And then, I decided a long time ago that if I do have to wear dress pants, I'm a pleated guy. I like the pleats.
Okay, there's
That
nothing wrong
gives
with
you
some
that
pleats.
room, yeah.
Pleats are kind of coming back a little bit, but I think the conclusion that I'm coming up with here is that if you were bullied out of being fat by the other show, telling you, say, hey, fatty, lose weight.
No, they called me Big Fat Tim.
Big Fat
and
Tim.
they had a sounder.
if they
Tuba or what?
Huh?
Was it like a tuba?
No, a Big Fat Tim.
Oh, very nice.
if they were able to successfully bully you out of being fat, then it sounds like you're asking for help now, that you want us to bully you into changing your wardrobe, right? To coming in
I
here,
don't want
dressing
it.
in a button down, dressing in some nice pants.
It wouldn't affect me.
Dressing for success.
It would not affect me now. It would not affect me. You know, I shave now. I never used to shave, so I shave every once in a while. But no, you can't bully me. You'd have to find something. Like yesterday, Eric, I don't think he was bullying me. He was very much with kid gloves saying that I should take GLP-1s to try to quit smoking. And then, thankfully, Dr. Joe disagreed with that in his way. He didn't want to challenge Eric. No, he didn't want to challenge him.
You
but
thought he disagreed with him? I
Well,
thought he was saying...
off air he did.
Oh, did he? Okay.
Yeah. He was saying the risk reward. But overall, I don't think Dr. Joe is pro GLP-1s unless, you are morbidly obese and you need them.
I wouldn't get on them just because it's so early. It's been like a year or two maybe that we've seen these things around, and who knows
I don't
what
think
happens.
I don't think it would work for me.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm a different kind of smoker. I'm not somebody that wakes up in the morning thinking, "Oh, I need nicotine." I never really get that Jones. It's like having something in my hand.
Anxiety thing.
It's an anxiety thing, or I have to have something in my hand. When I was a kid, I always chewed pencils, chewed pens. I would just chew them to oblivion. And if I didn't have those, I would chew up tablet paper. Like I would walk through my elementary school with a wad of tablet paper and then, throw it someplace. Be disrespectful.
Did you ever do like chewing tobacco at any point?
Yeah, I did. I didn't. But you don't
Dip?
chew it. You just put the dip in.
Okay.
So that doesn't sate me like having something in my hand, cigarette. I have issues, Jared. Maybe you could bully me out of that. Yeah, I did chew. Did you ever chew?
I have a couple of times. I wouldn't say I ever got into it, though. The big thing now is everyone's into those Zins.
Well, yeah.
And
I haven't tried that yet. I have an unopened can of Zyn in my car.
That is like a rite of passage. You become an instant buddy with somebody.
Yeah.
If you're like
Could bum a Zim.
Yeah, if you're like from anywhere from a baby shower to a wedding to just at the bar, right? If somebody comes up to you and they offer you a Zyn or you offer them a Zyn, they're like, "Oh, okay, we're buddies now. Well, this is awesome." Like,
Well,
what's
that's
your
the
name?
thing. That's the thing about tobacco, big tobacco. They, you lose out on the cigarette revenue, which they are losing out on, which is why they keep going up in price. And people aren't dipping as much as they used to, unless you play baseball, because I still see them dipping all the time.
Right.
But they have to find new ways. So that's where the vaping comes in. Well, the vaping gets pushed out. You notice that for a while you couldn't get. The only thing you could get was that one kind of vape. It was the little square one that people use.
Oh, the Juul.
The Juul, yeah. And now you can get them at any gas station, the disposable ones, and you see them everywhere.
And where I agree with what Eric has brought up so many times is when you go up to these gas stations now and you see like the whole
Yeah,
line
there's
of
thousands
different
of them.
They have every flavor and they look appetizing, right? Like, is there like these bright yellows, these bright reds? I'm like, oh, it's strawberry banana. Oh, it's mango. And it's like, how in the world can that not be targeting young teenagers?
Well, it is. Of course it is. And cigarettes used to go after kids too. But they're federally prohibited from doing so. But the thing about those vapes is they're all sweet flavors or, they're ice cream this or fruity and everything. When I last put in effort to stop smoking, I decided to switch to vaping. And I went into these places, all these disposable vape shops that are ubiquitous throughout the city. And they would laugh at me when I'd ask for, do you have a coffee flavor or anything that's not sweet? And one guy goes, yeah, but they like them sweet. and I'm not making fun of the guy. That's just how he said it.
Yeah.
That's what I remember in my head. And then, so I tried, the fancy ones where you got to, buy the carburetor and the juice.
Right.
And
That's a process, by the way. That's like changing, your own oil in your car right there, how to just load that thing up.
I would rather change my own oil rather than spill nicotine juice all over my hands or leave it laying around where a child could find it or anything like that. Cigarette.
Were you tuning them so that you could blow big clouds?
No, dude. It would work for a day, and then when things had to be fixed, I was like, I'm done with this.
Well, you're not cool if you're not blowing big clouds.
Well, yeah. Is that his name? So
That's what I call it.
Yes. So really what I need to do is just get a replacement and not necessarily the nicotine, but it's just to have something in my fingers. So I ordered these things. ChatGPT has become my buddy, my go-to. Actually,
No,
it's great. We have a great relationship, Dex and I, and that's what I call it.
Dex?
Yes, I call it Dex. I don't know why I call it Dex. I just did. And so we have this thing, and it led me to Amazon where they have, I said, do they have silicone adult chew toys? And they do, and they're targeted at millennials and mostly Gen Z because they're bright colors and you wear them around your neck And it's, if you have, what do they call it?
Stimming.
Well, stimming is, and it's neurodivergency and stuff like that. I don't know what any of that stuff means. I just know that I was a spaz when I was young.
Sure.
And still am. So don't knock me for saying spaz. So I said to Dex in ChatGPT, I said, I don't want one that looks like something a Gen Zer would wear around their neck and chew on while they're at work. I said, I want one that looks, like an adult. And
was
so
like a shark tooth or something like that?
No. They do have those.
I believe it.
It's
I
a
believe
rubber
it.
shark.
Yeah, a rubber shark
yeah.
tooth, right? You just put it right in your mouth and chew on it.
And no, I ordered it. They're bigger than toothpicks, and they call them toothpicks. So you just chew on them, and they're not wooden, so I won't get splinters.
You could get one of those Jazzercisers, then you could really.
What's so I could look? What do they call that?
Looksmaxing. Yeah, you could Looksmax and.
I'm beyond
stim.
Looksmaxing. I'm on the other side of wanting to do any of that stuff.
You've got that nice haircut now.
Well, I do have a nice haircut. Every once in a while, you got to treat yourself to a non-chain place haircut.
So no GLP-1.
No GLP-1. I'm going to try the
no
chew sticks.
Jazzercising, but you will get the chew stick. Okay.
I will get the chew stick.
What if you get judgment here at the station?
I don't think anybody will judge.
Okay. All right. You don't think at one point you walk by somebody, they see a grown man
I'm not going to be
chewing on his
walking
necklace?
around chewing. It's not a necklace. I told it I don't want that. It's something you keep in your pocket.
Okay. But either way, so a grown man chewing on.
I'll do it in here in the studio.
What is it, like about the size of a cigarette?
Yeah. You got to have that heft in your
Does it
hand.
have a flavor? Is it like a
No,
stencil?
it's no flavor. I don't need the flavor.
Okay.
I don't want flavors. I don't like sweet, yucky. They did have sweet cigarettes for a while in the, God, when was it? The early 90s, late 80s, early 90s. They were vanilla flavored.
So it's like a combination of the candy cigarette and the classic cigarette.
Yes, and they were called Capris, and my mom smoked them. So when I ran out of cigarettes, I would bum one of hers, and it was this god-awful. It was as thin as it was very thin. Thinner than a chopstick.
Okay, wow.
Yeah.
I'm proud of you for at least trying something different, Tim. I know yesterday that we were bombarding you about those GLP-1s.
Well, it didn't bother me. I mean, like I said, years ago, it would have bothered me. Like, leave me alone. I don't want to talk about that stuff. But Eric was trying. He came from a good place, but I'm not going to do the daily shot.
Yeah, and just because, even with the story that we brought up yesterday, just because there were a couple of case studies of people stopping smoking or stopping addictive habits because they were on a GLP-1 does not necessarily mean, to your point, that it would suddenly work for you as well.
Right, and I would hate to take away a dosage of GLP-1s that could be used to help somebody slim down.
Right,
and
exactly.
get healthy.
Thank you. There's not enough GLP-1s to go around. As we saw from the Super Bowl, right, from all the ads, right, there's not enough GLP-1s to go around, Tim.
Is that true?
You know what?
Are we running out of GLP-1?
My conclusion after watching all of the commercials, honestly watching TV all this week too.
Yeah.
I watched my West Georgia basketball game last night along with the Super Bowl. All the ads were GLP-1s and AI. Those are all the ads right now. Those two things, GLP-1, AI, and then maybe some kind of other pharmaceutical drug. But for the most part, those are
a
the
lot
two
of
things.
pharmaceutical drugs.
Yeah, yes, but those are the two big ones, though. There.
Gambling.
Oh, yeah, that
Gambling
too.
is certainly big, especially with sporting events. But if you go somewhere where it's not athletic or not sporting events, like surprisingly with the Olympics, I have not seen a lot of gambling ads during it.
Because you can't gamble on it.
That's probably what
And,
it is.
you can probably open positions on Kalshi and Polymarket, but
I
you
would
can't.
imagine.
You probably can't gamble on it internationally using FanDuel or whatever. Those apps that we can't use here, right?
Yeah. Have you opened any positions recently?
Yeah, everything I've done on Kalshi, I initially put $25 in, and every single thing I've done has lost.
Oh.
Because I bet the last $3 I had, I bet on the Patriots to win. So even if they won, I would be upset that they won, but I would still get $11, and I felt that was suitable.
Nice, but
yeah,
well, they didn't pull it off for you.
No, they did not. And if I had cashed out when the Bills were playing, who did the Bills play? If I had cashed out in one
it's
of
the Broncos.
It was the one before that. If I had cashed out, because I bet on them to lose, if I had cashed out at a certain time, I would have won like $80. But I said, I'm going to roll with my team, and then I lost.
Well, that's the risk of gambling, right?
Yes, and you take a lesson from Pete Rose. Never bet against your team.
Yes, exactly.
Because Pete Rose didn't ever bet against his team to win. He bet to win.
That's why I think even now, rest in peace. I think that he
should have been put in 10 years ago.
He absolutely should have been put in. It's been way overdue at this point.
I'm happy for Andrew Jones. Very happy for Andrew Jones. I've met him a couple times. He's a nice guy, and I like the Braves. Always, I've lived here long enough. We got to root for them. been watching them on TV since 1981 when we got the TBS up in Pennsylvania. But you got to have Barry Bonds in there. You got to have Roger Clemens. You got to have A-Rod. Those guys all belong in a lot of other people. Mark McGwire.
Absolutely.
Sammy Sosa. They belong in the Hall of Fame.
Just do it.
Is it a done deal that they're never going in?
I don't
it's
know.
not a done deal. They're
Okay.
never. I mean, they as the eras change, right? Like
Yeah.
with any sport, like they typically after a while they lighten up. They're like, okay, all right.
They have let other users into the Hall of Fame. It's just these guys are notorious. And I saw a story about Barry Bonds that Netflix is thinking about bringing him on to be a color guy.
Yeah,
or
for their I guess they're having some opening day games on Netflix, and he would be one of the commentators during their pre and post game.
See, and I've always thought that is something he should do because I know that a lot of sports writers don't like them or don't like him, and he didn't like them either. But he has a great voice. He knows a lot about baseball. I think it's been a long time, and that might be his redemption arc, where he comes in and he does a really good job as an announcer and an analyst. I think that's something Barry Bonds should do, and I think he should be in the Hall of Fame. And again, I know a lot of people don't like him. I got to interview him one time, and he immediately, I was like in line to interview him, and there was a newspaper reporter there. Barry Bonds had just come out of the shower. He had a towel around him. I've told this story before, but in case you haven't heard it, he had a towel around him, and the reporter was like just needling him, trying to talk to him, and he goes, "Man, I just got out of the shower," and he dropped his towel on purpose, so the guy had to look at him naked, which I saw him naked. And I do have to say that the rumors about steroid use are not true.
Okay.
Okay.
At least in this case. Might be anecdotal.
So the message for all the young kids out there: go ahead and take those.
No, that's not them. No, we're not a messaging show. But I told him, I said, I have a list of 10 questions I'd like to ask you. Jason Schmidt, by the way, had organized this because, he was an Atlanta Brave before he was on the Giants. And the guy couldn't have been nicer. I made him laugh. He said, "Hey, man, have a great weekend. That was fun." But he wouldn't let me record it, so I had to,
relay it from memory. But hey, listen, you had the towel story,
Yeah.
and you were
That
able to find
honestly
out
is the best takeaway.
and you found out he's a good guy. And redemption stories are great, whether it's sports or whether it's entertainment.
Yeah.
You like to hear a good redemption story. I think kind of in the same vein, I would love to hear, because there's so much negativity surrounding Britney Spears lately with how
There's no redemption arc coming for Britney.
You don't think so?
No.
I'm polling for one. I really want one, especially with her selling her music catalog.
She sold her music catalog. I find it very difficult to believe that she wrote any of those songs. Maybe she wrote some lyrics, and that's why she gets it.
Probably.
But she needs money.
Yeah.
Imagine how much money she's blown through since they took her dad off of being her guardian,
right?
The conservatory,
conservatorship, I believe. Check on that one, George.
Yeah, we don't
George
verify all that.
Okay.
But she obviously needs a guardian, and who's advising her to sell it? Maybe she needs the cash. I don't know.
She could put some of those videos behind a paywall.
Well, yeah.
That's true.
She what is she, 40 something?
Yeah, but she's still Britney Spears.
I know she's Britney Spears. Don't put it behind a paywall.
Sounds like George is rooting for a Britney Spears OnlyFans.
That's what
page.
I was going to say, or Fansly.
I just want her to be, have some money to support herself. That's all.
Yeah, I just think she should live off of her royalties and relax. Maybe go do a show or two.
Well, she could commentate for baseball on Netflix.
She could. Imagine that.
I think that would be
Barry
great to have
Bonds
Barry-
and Britney Spears together doing
John Rocker.
That would be have John Rocker with them too. Exactly. Have the three of them all together.
Hey,
commentate.
go back to Mexico, man.
It would be entertaining.
You ever see his tweets?
Oh yeah, yeah. You were mentioned. So you,
Yeah.
Is it not him?
No, it's him. Yeah, it's his tweets. You follow him on Twitter.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Or X or whatever. Yeah, you follow him on X. They're very weird.
Yeah, I mean he's got he's an opinionated guy.
Yeah, that's another guy that I've met, and I've met him several times over the years. He used to give me free tickets to go to games when he was on the Braves. I just had to text him and say, "Hey, can I get some tickets for this?" And he'd go, "Yeah, man, you can go up there."
You were telling me yesterday that he's quite mean.
Not to me.
Not to you.
No, he was always really nice to me.
Okay.
What I'm saying is that when you meet people and you talk to them and you have conversations, and then they have a public image that's much different, it's sometimes hard to reconcile. So I'm reading this going, I know him. He's not like this in person.
Well, because a lot of people do have a public image that they carry, and then when you really have a deep conversation with them, you see the true person. And
Yeah.
it sounds like you've seen the true
Right.
John Rocker in this case.
Yeah, when I had that conversation with Benito Mussolini, I found out the real Real Bonito
It's just
Mussolini.
a racist veneer.
Yes, it's all just fake.
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't want to hang out with Steve Bannon and any of those guys. Stephen Miller and I have had a lot of conversations just about anime.
Right. Turns out he's a big fan.
He knows his stuff.
Yeah, well, he doesn't like it. He says, it needs to be more white.
I didn't know that he had changed his mind.
Well, you flip-flop here and there. So,
Politicians.
I guess I won't be angry about maybe you can go, I'll go tape one up there. I'll print
should.
a black and white one and just
that would be hilarious.
I'll put it over Ann's.
Yours would stand out because everyone else has their AI caricature in color. And honestly, you are doing the smart thing because there was a story that came out on Monday this week saying that those that are putting out these AI caricatures are opening themselves up to identity theft. And I completely get it. Because you don't know where these AI sites, when they're pulling this information, there are other places where people can gather it. There are people already within Google that are worried they have hackers now that are getting into Google Gemini as just one of these different AI sources, and they're hacking the prompts that people are receiving. They're hacking inside those databases as it is. So just be careful what information you put in to these AI job caricature details, because it could also reveal where you live, things about you. There's a lot of things about it.
Stay out of my grok. Please don't go in there. You don't want to go looking in there. Eric will be back tomorrow. He is off today. It's the Von Hessler Doctrine and your open mics on the WSB Radio app.
Get any size furnace for just $59.99 a month with an unbeatable lifetime warranty. And ask about clean air upgrades by calling Reliable Heating and Air. Visit reliableair.com today.
At Coosa Valley Credit Union, we don't sacrifice customer service for technology. That's why we offer all the modern banking tools you expect with the friendly, caring service you deserve. This is Andy Harris, and at Coosa Valley Credit Union, you really can have both. We're local, we're kind, and we're here for you.
Beaver Direct Certified, providing the highest quality vehicles at the very best prices. Every vehicle undergoes rigorous reconditioning with an industry-leading 12-month, 12,000-mile certified warranty. Visit us at beavertoyotacumming.com and see why everyone loves Beaver Direct.
Comcast Business helps turn today's small businesses into engines of modern business. It's how restaurants become reliably up and running neighborhood favorites. How retailers become seamlessly restocking, cyber-securing, must-visit shops. And how healthcare offices become the data-managing caregivers that we all depend on. With reliable connectivity, enhanced cybersecurity, advanced fiber solutions, and Wi-Fi backup, Comcast Business is powering the engine of modern business. Powering possibilities.
Now through March 22nd, switch to Comcast Business and get started with 300 megabit internet plus Security Edge for $74 a month for 12 months with a 2-year agreement. Or ask how to lock in your rate for 5 years on a qualifying internet bundle and get a $500 prepaid card when you add 2 lines of mobile. For a limited time only. Call today. Restrictions apply. New customers only. Requires enrollment in paperless billing and automatic payments with bank account. Equipment, taxes, and other fees extra. After promo, regular rates apply.
Men, if you're suffering from ED or PE, you're not alone. Most importantly, you don't have to live with it. Priority Men's Medical Center restores men's love lives in just one visit. Their painless breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, even when Viagra and Cialis don't work. Here's Dr. Simovitz, specialist in men's health.
Priority Men's Medical Center's painless breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, regardless of age or medical history. 98% of patients see instant results right in the office.
Men are now lasting longer than they ever imagined. And the best part, at Priority Men's Medical Center, your consultation and first treatment are free. Qualified patients even get their testosterone checked free. Call 404-885-8885. 404-885-8885. Take control of your love life. Call now. 404-885-8885.
Sell your home with a guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate and choose when you want to move. There are no showings, no open houses, and no stress. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today. That's markspain.com and start packing.
Live from the Superior Plumbing Studios.
News,
weather,
traffic.
95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's News and Talk.
At 3:30, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News sponsored by Vincent Financial. Our top local story: the man convicted of murder in the 2023 shooting of a valet in Buckhead is sentenced to life in prison with no chance for parole. Earlier today, a Fulton County jury convicted Randy King on all counts in the shooting death of 25-year-old Harrison Olvey. Prosecutors say Olvey was working as a valet during Labor Day weekend in 2023 when he confronted King as he was breaking into a truck outside a nightclub. King's defense team plans to appeal. More than 24 schools could close in DeKalb County as part of a consolidation plan. In a new video from the district today, it says it's due to declining enrollment and roughly 18,000 empty seats.
Over the past decade, the DeKalb County School District has experienced a steady decline in student enrollment. Now, we're not alone in this trend. It's happening across the nation and here in Georgia, especially in Metro Atlanta.
No final decisions have been made yet, and a community review process will take place over the next 2 months before any recommendations go to the school board. ICE surge operations are coming to an end in Minnesota. Border Czar Tom Homan says Minneapolis is safer because of the operation.
Many criminal aliens have been arrested and taken off the streets, including murderers, sex offenders, national security threats, gang members, and other violent criminals.
The decision comes after mass detentions, protests, and 2 deaths in Minneapolis. Holman says immigration enforcement won't end in Minnesota when the operation is over. The FDA approves labeling changes to 6 menopausal hormone therapy products.
Specifically, risk statements related to cardiovascular disease, breast cancer, and probable dementia. Those risk statements are all being removed from the boxed warning. The FDA saying this move is to clarify risk and to make sure that women have accurate, scientifically grounded information about the potentially life-changing benefits of hormone replacement therapy.
WSB Health reporter Sabrina Cupid says FDA reports 29 drug companies have submitted proposed labeling changes. They've approved 6 so far. It is 3:32 and time for live team coverage of traffic and weather. In the 24-hour traffic center, it's Alex Williams.
Still watching this vehicle fire cleanup. West Side Inner Loop, Bill, 285, West Side Inner Loop, right lane is blocked, I should say. This is 285 northbound, just before Cascade Road. It's a packed house into downtown. 75, 85 northbound, brake lights glowing from Highway 166, Langford Parkway up to Peachtree, Pine Street. Crash pushed off to the right southbound on 75, 85 south before North Avenue. The slow ride there starts back in Buckhead on 400 south at Lennox Road and 75 south just below Moores Mill. Long-standing trouble on the right shoulder in the Kennesaw-Ackworth area, 75 northbound between Wade Green Road and Highway 92, exit 277. Also found another crash in Forsyth County, right lane blocked, 400 northbound, Highway 141, Peachtree Parkway, exit 13, stacking up the ride from McFarland Parkway. From the TrustDale.com 24-hour traffic center, Alex Williams, 95.5 WSB.
This is WSB meteorologist Christina Epward. Sunshine for this afternoon, highs in the low 60s. Clear and cold tonight, lows in the upper 30s to low 40s. Sunny skies tomorrow with a high around 62. Staying mainly dry on Saturday as clouds roll in. Morning lows in the mid-30s, daytime highs in the mid-60s.
Right now it's 60 in Canton, 62 in Douglasville, and 65 in Locust Grove. More news at 4 o'clock. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Happy 30th anniversary to the great people at Ragsdale Heating and Air. This is Scott Slade. 3 decades keeping families like mine comfortable. And you can stay comfortable this winter with the Ragsdale Free Furnace February offer. When you purchase a new Carrier home comfort system, you'll receive the new furnace for free. And that'll include Ragsdale's own trusted 15-year parts and labor warranty. 11,000 reviews with a 4.9 Google rating mean you can trust Ragsdale for plumbing, electrical, and insulation, too. Online at ragsdaleair.com or call them. Ragsdale is the name I know you can trust.
We're hiring at A1 Garage Doors. No experience? No problem. We provide full training, a brand new van, top-of-the-line tools, a gas card, and steady jobs with weekly pay. This isn't just a job. It's a career with real growth, great pay, and job security. Our team members go from training to 6 figures, and we're ready to help you do the same. Don't wait. Apply now at a1garage.com/careers.
A1garage.com. A1 from day one.
When winter weather moves in, we know your family depends on light, warmth, and staying connected. At Georgia Power, we don't wait for the storm to hit. We're here, prepared and ready to respond no matter the conditions. Because keeping your lights on isn't just our job, it's our commitment to every community we serve. Reliable energy you can count on, and a Georgia Power team working around the clock. We're here for Georgia, and we're here for you. Learn more at georgiapower.com/storm.
New investigations break on Channel 2 Action News. We get problems solved, plain and simple. Every day we follow the facts.
Started digging, only to find...
Getting you the answers you need now.
We have live. Team 2 coverage.
Channel 2 never stops advocating for you.
An investigation regarding your tax dollars.
We're more than just Atlanta's news.
A warning for consumers regarding...
We've got your back all over North Georgia. See what's new, live every day at 4, 5, and 6 on Channel 2 Action News.
Eric is off today. You have the Von Hessler Doctrinaires in. Tim, Jared, and George, you're welcome to join us with your open mics on the WSB radio app.
Hey, Mr. Tim Andrews. Do you need your pappy? Oh, that's so cute. Yeah, deuces, bro.
What did he say at the end?
He said deuces, bro.
Deuces, bro. Yeah, I do. It's not a pacifier, by the way, or a binky. Or whatever they call it.
It's going to look like that. If you're walking around these hallways with your cigarette alternative, this little chew toy you were talking about before, and you're walking around the hallways, people are going to start asking questions.
What is the way that Gen Z? What do Gen Zers call them?
Stimming devices.
I'll call it that because that means I have a syndrome or something.
Yeah, nobody can make fun of you.
That's right. So if you make fun of me, I'm going to whatever HR we have, if such a thing exists.
I miss People Solutions.
People Solutions. Jared was mocking my. What is it?
Stimming device?
Stimming device. You mean your pacifier? Yeah, my pacifier.
Yeah.
Hey,
Were you not breastfed?
No.
Neither was I.
Yeah. What do you chew on?
My fingernails constantly, and I wish I would stop, and I can't ever do it.
Get braces. I chewed my fingernails to a nub, and I'd always
I've
chew.
had braces, but
Did you not chew them?
I just can't not do it. I wish I would stop. But...
It cured me. It cured me.
Really?
Yeah, it was the only thing that ever cured me because one day I just realized I'm not doing it anymore.
Oh, I wish. I've gone like a week, maybe max. And
Yeah.
Then and it's so easy to do it, and you're driving, you don't even realize until you're done.
My wife Tina had that same issue, George, and I know this is difficult because men don't typically paint their nails, but there is a nail polish that you could paint, and I'm sure they probably have a nude color.
I paint them when I'm on vacation.
Yeah, well, I mean, you're on vacation then, right? So you could
Hey
you
guys,
could be
you like my nails?
you could be whoever you want to be, but
It's clear, but I know.
it makes it to where when you bite them, it tastes disgusting, so it prevents you from doing it.
Yeah,
so
or at least reminds you you're doing it, I suppose.
Yeah. So maybe try that, but
Maybe
just
I'll get jet black, and I'll go like
But
a little
I
bit
would
more goth.
I would
Yeah.
chew the cuticle. Yeah, you should really lean into the goth thing.
Yeah.
No, I chew the cuticle down. I chew the nail right to the nerve.
Disgusting. As soon as it's like too low to chew, then I'm chewing on the skin around the nail.
Yeah. But it's easy to break if you just spend $3,500 on braces.
I'll keep that in mind.
Now you probably had them as a kid, right?
I did. Well, as a teenager.
Yeah, I had them as an adult, so maybe that's what happened.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Willpower.
No, I don't know about that. If I had willpower, I wouldn't smoke. You had another open mic?
Sure do.
Von Hessler Crew. Hey, when you get a chance, check out a song called Sing About Me from Kendrick Lamar. It's from like 2011, 2012.
It's a great song.
But for me, I'd say that's probably the best example of why I'm a big Kendrick Lamar fan. It's a dark story told in the song. A lot of language to get through, but just listen to the story and the way he tells it, man. I'd like to know what you guys think about it. This is Brandon in Duluth. Have a good day.
Thank you, Brandon. Kendrick tells stories with his songs, doesn't he?
He sure does.
He's a good lyricist. His beats sound good, I guess. I've never really listened to them. My rap music, I have like a lot of music from the past that I like, but toward about 2005, I just don't listen to anything after that. I like Kanye a lot. Not now, but from back in the day.
Pre-Kanye.
Yeah. Well,
Or early Kanye, I should say.
Yeah. What would you call it now? You're the Conway. You're the Conway Twitty expert, George.
I don't. What do you? Well, he's Ye now. So when you're talking
Yes.
about Kanye, you've already covered it.
Okay.
The Kanye years versus the Ye years. I see what you're saying.
So I'm Kanye, not Ye.
Right.
All right. Well, you can leave us open mics, and I'll check that song out.
I think he's called in and defended Kendrick Lamar before, so he must be a real stan.
Brandon, I've heard that song performed live a couple times. I've seen Kendrick 4 times, and
don't brag.
You have to, but you have to be in the right mindset for it, and that is a lot of times when you're at a music festival or at a concert, and the main headliner is going on, and you're usually at like a level to party and have fun. Sometimes with Kendrick Lamar, like you have to be at a level where it's like I'm paying attention and I'm listening very carefully to every lyric being said. Because
so don't drink anything and don't do anything else.
You just find the right level.
Yeah.
beforehand. That's the message.
I had
at a Kendrick
I
show.
I used to have a Tom Petty level when I would go see Tom Petty. Is it similar?
I would say it's probably a little bit higher at a Tom Petty show than it is at a.
What do you mean by
Kendrick.
higher?
Just, I think you can go a little bit further. You can partake a little bit more in whatever it is that you're doing. You get more
Yeah.
inebriated at a Tom Petty show than a Kendrick show. If you want to hear and understand every part of every story that he's telling.
Now, when I saw Dr. Dre, Eminem, Ice Cube, and NWA at Lakewood years and years ago, I was sort of in the Tom Petty zone for that.
Was it enjoyable?
Oh, yeah.
That sounds great.
It was an amazing show, dude. It was so much fun. It was like 90s rap, but like it was so great. And then Eminem being there was cool, too.
I remember in about 6th grade asking my mom if I could go to Eminem and 50 Cent, and she said no way. So,
Well, that's how old?
probably about 6th grade.
Dude, my brother was, I think 11 or 12 when The Chronic came out. And so that year for Christmas, he got the CD or the tape or whatever. And I was looking through all of his stuff, and I said to my dad, my brother was at school or something. I said to my dad, you know that, you ever listen to this? And he's, oh, no, I never listened to that. And I said, okay, well, maybe you should. And he goes, he'll be all right. Huh?
You ratting your brother out?
I wasn't ratting my brother out. They had a clean version.
Timmy's a narc.
I worked at a college station. We played stuff off the clean version.
And you were worried about your brother.
Yes, I didn't want him to hear all those nasty words he wasn't hearing at school. He
Smoke
turned out
weed
just
every
fine, by the
day.
way. Huh?
Smoke weed every day.
Yeah.
I'm sure your brother was.
Oh, yeah, he was rolling the Chronic at 12 in eighth grade. What have we got in the news, Jared?
Well, Georgia lawmakers are considering a roughly $500,000 pilot program to install and test drones at 4 public schools. And these drones are like police drones, essentially. They're designed to launch quickly.
Are they armed?
And I don't think they're armed, but they travel up to 120 miles per hour, and it allows you to respond faster, than like a traditional police officer.
So what are they talking about? A school shooting?
School shooting could be the issue, but somebody could also go up to the school and be, I guess, like
menacing.
Menacing, watching the school closely, and then they
Yeah.
drive off. The drone can chase after it.
Please move away from the school. Please move away from the school. They got to have some sort of deterrent.
Yeah, I'm sure that it's going to have some kind of like system where
Loud noise
Otherwise,
or-
you would just hear.
I guess I'll stop staring into the windows.
And I'm sure the kids are going to love hearing that sound while they're trying to study and knowing that somebody's.
They're not
doing
studying. They're going to protest. I saw a video of a dad in someplace out west. He went to a school board meeting, and his son's in elementary school, and the teacher forced all the kids in the elementary school, without asking the parents, to go to an anti-ICE rally. Now, I get all that, but don't the 6-year-olds?
That is asinine.
Yeah, and so the dad was in there yelling, and you could watch this. And as the dad's talking to the school board, there's the typical the Karens behind him are rolling their eyes. Anyway, so keep going.
What,
So
the fact that the dad was mad about that his child was brought to a protest?
Yeah.
What? How is that? That's insane.
That's typical Karen behavior.
Yeah, I
think this is a good idea to try to keep an eye on things before the police can arrive.
Yeah, I mean, it just allows, like, with the time and age that we live in, obviously the school shootings happen, which is horrific that they happen. But at least with these drones, if they do prove to be successful, then if somebody does try to escape on foot, the drone could chase
They
after
just had
them.
a terrible one in Canada.
I know. That one stands out, and it does say that if anybody just looks weird, they could track them for a little while. But then also,
well, I look weird.
Yeah, that could be the issue. And also, what I would be concerned about from a privacy standpoint is if anybody in a school district walked to and from school. Like, I know, like,
do they still do that?
Well, the elementary school that I went to, I walked back and forth.
Yeah.
And could you imagine, like, you're walking back and forth, and then it's like, no, can you get the drone to follow little Jared or follow little Tim, follow little George?
I think in 10 years we'll all be used to that sound because everything will be drone delivery.
You think so?
Yeah. Like that Amazon drone last week that crashed into the side of a building.
Oh, yeah. This is just the beginning, too.
Yeah, they have to do... It's a sad, sad world, and it's a sad thing that we have to deal with this in our society, but they have to do everything they can to protect schools just because you don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah, and if it means quicker response time overall...
As long as there's a deterrent.
Yeah.
That you got to have something like loud noise, the Havana thing they use, whatever.
Havana syndrome?
Yeah, I don't know what that is. It just, what does that make your ears bleed or something?
Yeah, well, it makes you crazy.
Yeah. So maybe
blast of
that wouldn't work
frequency
then because the person doing that is already crazy.
Yeah.
Maybe it makes them normal.
Anything else for me? I guess we're gonna go to break.
Yeah. Real quick here. This is the hardest word for Georgians
Ooh.
to pronounce. This
What
is,
a tease. What a tease.
This is according to a new study from Google Trends here. It's got all the different states here. Ponder about that while we take a break.
I wonder what it could be.
We've all been there.
Bumper to bumper all the way back before.
Counting the minutes before we know we're going to be late because we couldn't count on a traffic app.
Crash knocks out 4 left lanes, including the express lane.
There is one thing you can count on. Triple team traffic on WSB.
3 right lanes shut down. We know the highways. We know the streets. And we know the shortcuts.
Avoid the area by taking Buford Highway as an alternate route.
And all you need to do is listen.
More experience.
More reliable. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Triple team traffic.
95.5 WSB. How Atlanta gets there.
This is Jonathan Geller at D. Geller & Son Jewelers with my dad Mike, and this Valentine's Day at D. Geller & Son, when you spend just $199 or more, we're including a free diamond necklace.
What? Wait, what?
Only at D. Geller & Son, Atlanta's Valentine's destination since 1939.
Where are you getting these ideas?
In Kennesaw, Sandy Springs, and online at dgeller.com.
Affordable jewelry for everyone is at D. Geller & Son.
We are here with CFP Matthew Decker of the Vincent Financial Group and host of Retire ATL every weekend right here. Get more at retireatlradio.com. And Matt, what makes you and the team, what makes you different?
You come to us, you come to the Vincent Financial Group for money management, and yet maybe you're a really conservative investor. Our fee is not going to change whether or not we're shooting for a 20% rate of return or a 5% rate of return. This is one of the better use cases for a no-fee growth annuity, because on those no-fee growth annuity contracts, if you get the right ones and if you're working with the right people, you won't pay an advisory fee on those dollars, and yet you are getting exactly what you want, which is a vehicle that has more safety to it. So for those people in the retirement window looking for a way to take some risk off the table but not have to pay a fee to do it, a no-fee growth annuity can be a phenomenal complement to a portfolio. If you want to have that conversation around, what your mix of assets should be, we'd love to have that conversation with you. You can go to retireatlradio.com. Right there on the homepage, you can book a 30-minute discovery call with us. We can have this conversation. We would love to do it.
Again, that's retireatlradio.com, or make the call. We have a representative standing by right now. 770-280-1488. That's 770-280-1488. That initial consultation to discuss your financial future with Aaron Vincent, Matthew Decker, the team at the Vincent Financial Group. It's no cost, no obligation. 770-280-1488 or retireatlradio.com. And join us for Retire ATL every weekend right here. And it's all powered by the Vincent Financial Group.
Investment advisory products and services made available through Impact Partnership Wealth, LLC, IPW, a registered investment advisor. Neither the firm nor its agents or representatives may give tax or legal advice. Individuals should consult with a qualified professional for guidance before making any purchasing decisions.
Are you worried about high blood pressure? Have you tried to lower your numbers with little success? You may be eligible for a clinical research study evaluating the impact of an investigational blood pressure procedure. If you are an adult and have high blood pressure, or are taking medications to manage high blood pressure, you may qualify for this study, which is expected to last at least 4 years. Call 404-605-3118 and ask whether you may be eligible for the Spiral Gemini Pilot Study, located at the Piedmont Research Institute in Atlanta at 95 Collier Road, Suite 3010. That's 404-605-3118. Caution. Hepatic denervation is limited by law to clinical investigation in all geographies. The generator and catheter used in the Gemini study for hepatic denervation are not approved for sale or use in the U.S. or any other country.
This is Scott Slade, and I've depended on the great people at Ragsdale Heating and Air for many years, keeping my family comfortable no matter what kind of wild swings Atlanta weather may bring. Thanks to Ragsdale, I didn't worry 1 minute about my systems working fine during a recent Arctic blast. And especially now with cold weather keeping us indoors more, Ragsdale wants to make sure you stay comfortable with the Ragsdale Free Furnace February offer. When you purchase a new Carrier home comfort system, you'll receive the new furnace for free. And you not only save now, but you're covered for the next 15 years with Ragsdale's own trusted 15-year parts and labor warranty. They've been taking great care of their customers for 3 decades now. Many of their employees have been with them for 10, 20, even 30 years. No wonder they have over 11,000 reviews and a 4.9 Google rating. Ragsdale's the name I know you can trust to take care of your plumbing, electrical, and insulation jobs, too. It's easy to schedule your visit online at ragsdaleair.com or give one of their friendly customer service reps a call. Take advantage now of Free Furnace February with Ragsdale, the name I know you can trust.
George Clark, a listener asked me how you know what stimming is.
Sorry, how I know what?
What stimming is? Like, because you're not into that. You're not. It's a very it's a Gen Z and younger
If you're on
thing.
the internet enough, you come across
different
different
4chan
devices and things. Actually, you know that reality show I've talked about too much already is Fish Tank.
Yes,
there was a lot of stimming talk on that.
Okay. Well,
Yeah, there was a guy that would twirl, and that was kind of his stimming thing.
Okay.
They bought a duck play toy that just kind of repeated itself, and you could flick them and stuff, and that was a part
So
of
I bought my
the whole
son.
lore.
I bought my son a little fidget spinner that he could use, and he's just like, "Oh, this is interesting," but he doesn't use it.
That's kind of the original stimming device.
Yeah, and I'm glad he doesn't use it. He'll put it down on a table and watch it spin for a minute, and goes, "I'd
He's
rather
got an
watch."
attention span.
Yes, he does.
That's good.
Good to know.
Get any more
He's
open
not
mics?
an iPad kid?
Huh?
Not an iPad kid?
No, he's not an iPad kid.
That's good.
Yeah, I mean, we let him use a tablet, but we limit it.
I saw some meltdowns on that cruise I went on with
Oh,
iPad
really?
kids you could tell they're getting their iPad taken away and just screaming, crying.
I really like the Carnival ad that's out there now, where it talks about putting your phone down and trying to be in the moment, and I think that's a good marketing tactic for Carnival to do that, to say like, hey, when you're on our cruise, you don't need your phone.
Yeah, you still do though.
Yeah. They probably have like a $400 Wi-Fi package.
Probably, yeah.
that'll
Seriously,
keep you
probably
from doing it.
Super expensive. All right, we did get some more open mics, but after these open mics, I will tell you what this Google Trend study
Oh,
is.
yes.
The hardest word that Georgians have trouble pronouncing. I'll tell you that after these open mics.
Hey guys, I love the show. This is Dave in Buford. I just wanted to say y'all are doing awesome.
Appreciate that, Dave.
Thank
and
you,
then,
Dave.
and then,
Hey, this is Fuxie in Duluth. I'll tell you what's sad. Grown men needing pacifiers, chewing their fingernails, needing fingernail polish. Ugh. See, this is why we got to bring back bullying. Temperature, I don't know.
appreciate it, Fuxie.
Yeah, step outside and get the temperature, Fuxie. Yeah, he's right though. I don't know. Bullying is maybe you would have to find another way of saying it, like gentle
Or mogged.
prodding, mogged.
That's you get mogged now. You get, which is kind of like owned.
Oh,
Yeah.
See, the language changes so much. I'll just stick with bullying.
I like bullying. And
Yeah.
bullying worked for you, Tim.
Look,
So-
you can call it whatever you want. I'm going to get that little stimming device, and I'm going to chew on it.
Okay.
And keep it in my hands. See if that works.
I think you get one for each day of the week. You get one little
Yeah,
different
I think you
shape or
look
figure.
you look cooler. You know, people still look cool smoking, unless they're like 60. And okay,
All right, so
we got to know the word.
The hardest word for Georgians to pronounce is, according to Google Trends, trailer. Trailer is the hardest word. Yes.
Does it say why?
It doesn't say why. It just tells
How they
you
got that
the-
information? They just call people trailer.
Yeah, that's why, like Ohio, for example, their hardest word is curacao.
What?
Yeah. This is they've got.
How is Ohio smarter than Georgia? That's a difficult word.
I know.
Use it in a sentence.
What, trailer?
No, curacao.
Well, this is the country, Curacao.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to move my trailer to Curacao.
Exactly.
It doesn't make any sense. Who doesn't know how to pronounce the word trailer?
Well, apparently people in Georgia.
Treller?
Iowa, they say they don't know how to pronounce iron.
I have a hard time with that. Iron.
New York, peonies, right? Peonies.
Is that where your
Peonies?
thing is curved?
I think that's peonies.
Peonies,
which is
yes,
a
that-
flower.
No, that's a type of dog.
Is it?
No.
Pyrenees is a type of dog.
Pyrenees is a type of dog.
And I think peony is a
And
flower.
Peronis is what I was talking about. But what is so? That's a flower. Okay. What other words?
Washington D.C. They can't say Qatar.
That's not a state.
Well, Google according to Google Analytics
Is
has
anybody
got,
sure about Qatar?
Nobody knows
or
how to say.
Qatar, or-
Yeah,
It's
if you-
Qatar.
If you live in Qatar or Qatar, it's pronounced. Who cares?
Qatar was what George W. Bush called it. It's
Qatar.
It's called Qatar.
I love my people in Qatar. It's a great country. They have a great name. And they own a lot. They never bought me an airplane though. I should have taken advantage of that.
Yeah.
It'd be nice to have an airplane.
It would be nice to have an airplane, George W.
But, yeah. I didn't like gold all that much either.
Mississippi's word is pretty tough, guys.
What's that? Hello?
Reciprocity.
Reciprocity. You can't say it either.
See, exactly.
You
I
belong
messed
in
up.
Mississippi, loser.
I sure do. I sure do.
I
belong.
don't believe that people in Georgia don't know how to say trailer. I'd like to know what they say instead.
I'm trying to think. I can't even think of
Because
how
how would you mess that word up?
mispronounce it.
Trailer, troller. I live in a trailer. Maybe that's it, but that's just a long
That's like
vowel
an accent.
sound.
That's
yeah.
not necessarily pronunciation.
Trailer.
Yeah.
It should give examples of how they mispronounce
It does not. It does not give any. It
You
just says,
stupid idiots in Georgia can't pronounce the word trailer.
Yeah, that's basically the crux of the story. There is that we cannot say trailer here in the state of Georgia. So I find it to be offensive. I feel like Google Analytics is targeting all of us Georgians.
Now, when it comes to spelling, that might be something you're onto, but saying it, I don't believe that at all.
Maybe it's like trailer.
Well, that's trailer.
Yeah.
You know what you're saying.
Yeah.
And I know what you're saying when you say trailer.
That's half the language, right? Is that we understand each other?
I'm not buying that. I think, who did this?
Google Analytics.
Google Analytics.
They're pretty good.
Screw Google Analytics.
Analyze this.
Yeah. Trailer. If you can't pronounce trailer, call and leave an open mic the way you say it.
Yeah. How do you say trailer?
Trailer. I thought, you know what I call it? Mobile home.
Oh, maybe that's what it is.
If you owe back taxes, listen carefully to rule number 1. Never go up against the IRS alone. They're cracking down, freezing bank accounts, garnishing paychecks, canceling passports. Even your home or business could be at risk. But here's what they don't tell you. The IRS has powerful tax relief programs that could save you thousands if you qualify. That's why smart people call Optima Tax Relief, America's #1 tax resolution firm. Nobody knows these programs like the experts at Optima. Their team of tax attorneys and licensed professionals have resolved over $2 billion in tax debt for people just like you. The IRS is not stopping, so don't wait and don't take them on alone. For tax help you need, for tax help you can trust, call Optima today for a free consultation.
Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
A lot of us are looking at things to spruce up our homes, from tweaking or landscaping, a little bit of paint. But how's your roof looking? This is Scott Slade. A new roof can dramatically improve the look of your home. Lots of uncertainties in the economy right now. So my roofer, FGA Roofing, has put together an offer you should consider. They call it the 000 plan. 0 down payment, 0 interest for 12 months, and 0 monthly payments for 12 months. With FGA Roofing, you can get a quote in just a few days and your roof installed in just a couple of weeks. And you can wait to pay until it fits your timeline. FGA Roofing specializes in slate, tile, wood shake, cedar roofs, as well as architectural roofs. The experts at FGA Roofing can lay out all the options for you, whether your roof is aging out or you just want a designer upgrade for your home. Or both. FGA Roofing, where you'll get first-rate installation and quality service, always. Just search FGA Roofing to get started with a free quote today. That's FGA Roofing.
Ever tried to hide stuff and you end up putting it next to some stuff you tried to hide last year? You might be out of room. That's an easy fix. Simply schedule a free design consultation today with a certified master artisan designer at artisancustomclosets.com and get organized.
When winter weather hits, we know you depend on light, warmth, and staying connected. At Georgia Power, we don't wait for the storm. We're prepared and ready to respond because keeping your lights on isn't just our job, it's our commitment. Learn more at georgiapower.com/storm.
I started my first business at 12, mowing lawns for about $5 a yard. I learned if you do the job right, people trust you, and that made me work harder. Hi, I'm Tommy Mello, owner of A1 Garage Door Service. From repairs to upgrades, call A1 from day one.
2 brands, 1 location, and the chance to drive what you love. It's the Sign and Drive event ×2. Beaver Mazda, Beaver Toyota, one big event. 0 down, 0 first payment. You pay nothing for 90 days. No stress, no waiting. Just sign and drive. Toyota or Mazda, every guest gets more perks, more care, more wow. 2 brands at one fantastic place, redefining the way you buy a car. Beaver Mazda and Beaver Toyota. We're here to wow you.
WSB Atlanta, WSBB FM, and HD1 Doraville. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's news and talk. News, weather,
traffic.
95.5 WSB, Atlanta's news and talk.
At 4 o'clock, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News is sponsored by Hoffman Financial Group. Our top local story, the man convicted of murder in the 2023 shooting of a valet in Buckhead will spend the rest of his life behind bars. WSB's Veronica Waters reports live. The sentence follows today's guilty verdict from a Fulton County jury.
Yeah, and it was an emotional reaction on both sides today in court, Bill, as Randy King is convicted and sentenced in the 2023 murder of Buckhead valet Harrison Olvey. Olvey shot once in the chest after running to confront King for breaking into a vehicle near Piedmont Road. The entire crime was caught on the Dodge pickup truck's dash cam. Olvey's family members embraced and wept. King's relatives were distressed, and his father shed his own tears. Fulton County Superior Court Judge David Emerson sentencing King to life without the possibility of parole in prison plus 20 years. That was the maximum and what prosecutors had asked for. Reporting live, Veronica Waters, 95.5 WSB.
63 degrees in Atlanta, plenty of sun the next couple of days. Meteorologist Christina Edwards has Atlanta's most accurate and dependable forecast coming up. A new school consolidation plan in DeKalb County, almost 2 years in the making, includes the possible closure of more than 24 schools.
In an online video, Interim Superintendent Dr. Norman Sauce explains the current state of the district.
Over the past decade, the DeKalb County School District has experienced a steady decline in student enrollment.
And that trend's likely to continue, so they plan on closing a total of 27 schools, almost all elementary. A smaller number would be expanded, and 3 other high schools would be converted to middle schools. The district stresses that no final recommendation will be given until a 2-month community review process is completed, both in person and online. Judd Hickenbotham, 95.5 WSB.
And you can see a list of the impacted schools on our website and the WSB radio app. Georgia's Senator John Ossoff says it should shock America's conscience. A new bipartisan survey looks into the number of special needs kids who end up behind bars.
75 facilities statewide reported incarcerating children who could be released to mental health care programs, but stayed locked up because that care was not available yet. Amanda Figures says her son was taken to juvenile detention centers for days on end.
I wanted him to do better. I did not know how to get him the proper help that he needed. I tried. And I was trying. Nothing was happening.
She says her son constantly struggled with behavior in high school, being diagnosed with major depressive disorder, agoraphobia, a social phobia, and generalized anxiety. Mary Ryan Howarth, 95.5 WSB.
An Atlanta man pleads guilty in federal court in Rhode Island in a Publishers Clearinghouse scam. The U.S. Attorney's Office says Patrick Dallas bilked senior citizens out of at least $1 million. Dallas worked with 2 other people, telling victims in multiple states they had won, but to collect the winnings, they had to pay upfront fees or taxes and provide personal information. Dallas pleads guilty to conspiracy to commit mail and wire fraud and conspiracy to commit money laundering. He'll be sentenced in May. Investigators in Arizona are actively working around the home of Nancy Guthrie today, looking for answers in her disappearance. Reporter Aaron Katursky has the latest on the investigation.
Investigators are now asking people in this neighborhood to check their home security cameras for footage from the evening of January 11th and the morning of January 31st. That's the day before it's believed Nancy Guthrie was abducted from her home here. The investigators may have more to go on than they're letting on publicly. At least that's the hope.
News about your health. New research on how exercise impacts your brain.
It turns out we might be building up our brain when we exercise. Researcher Nicholas Betley says after exercise, there's increased activity in the part of the brain that regulates energy use and body weight.
In addition to your muscles building, the circuit in your brain that encodes this adaptation and the ability to recover also strengthens. So it gets bigger and stronger with exercise.
He says there could be ramifications for people on GLP-1 weight loss drugs or older people who don't exercise. The study in the latest edition of the journal Neuron. Sabrina Cupid, 95.5 WSB.
Georgia's minimum speed limit would increase from 40 to 50 miles per hour under a proposal now under consideration by state lawmakers. It would only apply on highways where the maximum posted speed limit is at least 65. Marietta State Representative John Carson says it would limit the number of rear-end collisions. It is 4:04. The Von Hessler Doctrine continues in less than 2 minutes. Right now, live team coverage of traffic and weather. In the 24-hour traffic center, it's Alex Williams.
Big jam on 75 northbound out of Marietta into Kennesaw Bill. Crash working in the center lane. Now they're holding two right lanes, I should say. Only a left lane getting by. They're going to try to get this car off to the right. 75 northbound. Wade Green Road exit 273. Slow back to North Marietta Parkway. Use the express lanes if you have a Peach Pass. And found a crash southbound in Marietta. Left lane knocked out. 75 southbound before Windy Hill Road. Slow out of Alpharetta into Forsyth County. Long-standing crash still in the right lane. 400 northbound at Highway 141 exit 13. Delays back to Windward Parkway. You can use Highway 9 as an alternate. 85 northbound, just seeing the usual slow volume out of DeKalb into Gwinnett County from I-285 to Indian Trail Road. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the TrustDale.com 24-hour traffic center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
I'm WSB meteorologist Christina Edwards. Clear skies and cooling down tonight into the upper 30s, low 40s for tomorrow morning. Tomorrow afternoon, mostly sunny with highs in the low to mid 60s. Starting off in the mid 30s on Saturday, but warming up through the afternoon, staying mainly dry with highs in the mid 60s.
Right now it's 64 in Duluth, 65 in Stockbridge, and 62 in Austell. More news at 4:30. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Hour 2 of the Von Hessler Doctrine begins right now. Eric off today. We'll be back tomorrow. Tim Jarrett and George Clark with you today. And it's causing a lot of commotion that Google Analytics says that people in Georgia have a hard time pronouncing the word trailer.
We're getting lots of open mics about how they say trailer.
You know, Georgia's a great place to get a wonderful dill on a deal pickle. So I think trailer might be pronounced triller.
Triller,
that's pretty good.
I like that one. This guy had something to say.
This is Mark from Auburn, Georgia, and I have a hard time saying wash your sister sauce.
Worcestershire.
I can't say that either.
Worcestershire. And then last but not least.
Hey, Dr. Nair.
Hi.
The way I say trailer is home.
Hey, I like that. I just call it home. Home is where you hang your hat, and I call my trailer home. Thank you, Dr. Nares.
I like that one.
You can leave us an open mic on the WSB radio app. How about we do some headlines?
Sure. All right. So border czar Tom Homan announced that.
Do you say Holman? I say Holman a lot, but it's Homan.
Holman, yes. There's no L in there. Right. But he announced that the Minnesota ice surge is going to end. So this was earlier today. He said this.
Like I said, and Operation Metro Surge is ending. And in the next week, we're going to deploy the officers here on detail back to their home stations or other areas of the country that are needed.
Yeah, put people in other place. Coach Wheel's a rousing success here in Minneapolis, and everybody's happy with what we've done. And to all you...
Tom, I don't think it's been a good success there.
Well, there have been some hiccups. And rousing success. Otherwise, we were able to, round up a lot of people and get them out of there. And now,
why would you pull out? If it's a good success, you wouldn't pull people out.
Well, we got all the bad people out. We're still going to have people on the ground. But like I said, it was a resounding success. All over, there were some hiccups, and
some hiccups. I mean, 2 people died, Tom.
Well, like I said, there were some hiccups, and we're gonna still be there. If they need us. But otherwise, all you Antifa losers could, take the barricades down from people's houses when they go where they're going.
I think this is a very good thing.
It's a very good thing. Like I said, there were hiccups.
He has a hard time speaking. He can't say trailer.
I don't think he can.
Play it again.
Like I said, and Operation Metro Surge
like I said,
is ending.
Yeah.
And in the next week, we're going to deploy the officers here on detail back to the home stations or other areas of the country that are needed.
Yeah. No, that guy could definitely not say Worcestershire.
No, he probably can't. Worcestershire. Worcestershire. Trailer. I can say trailer. And we're going to send all the ICE agents to your trailer.
Please don't send them here. We don't need any more of that.
If you don't live in a mobile home, then you don't have to worry about it.
Apparently not.
We're going to send, and there'll be hiccups, more hiccups. We're going to send them where they're needed.
How about just give everybody a little more training? That's what needs to be. That's what needs to happen.
How about you sign up $50,000?
Well, in that case,
when do you get it right away?
Yeah, I'm sure it takes a while to get to that classification, but I know.
I imagine you get it right away. Put it right in your account.
Right away, $50K to sign up.
If you don't like it, you can quit. Keep the money. Join ICE.
I think the lesson to take away from this is, number one, they rushed everything so quickly. We knew that something bad was going to happen, right?
We did? I don't know.
With two people, I just felt like the whole
You
operation.
got to have a rosier outlook on things, Jared.
Typically, I do, but I mean, this one really, really irked me because I knew that when ICE was established, the whole process of it just going into cities, rounding people up, and then unfortunately we lost 2 American lives because you knew there was going to be resistance. And the idea that there wasn't going to be resistance is ridiculous to me. That's what I always had trouble. I'm like, you knew that there was going to be people.
Yeah, but they're paid protesters.
Well, even if they're paid, you knew there was going to be people that were going to resist you. And that's the hardest training that you have to learn is how do you deal with people that are resisting your cause.
I could never do it because I wouldn't be able to handle them screaming.
But yeah, no way. That's why it's a tough job. I mean, I made the argument that that ICE officers should not only make sure their faces are uncovered, so that way there is that part of the element, right, where it's like, okay, like if they're being jerks, then
I
they're
see what you're
exposed.
saying about that. I totally can see what you're saying about that. But then again, they get doxxed, and then their whole family gets too.
I hate the idea of getting doxxed,
Well,
but I think they should pay
Maybe they
them.
can wear a half mask.
I think
or
that-
fake mustaches.
Fake mustache, yes, Mr. Potato Head.
But yeah, fake mustache and a pair of sunglasses from the 80s that fold up.
Maybe a COVID mask, and then the people that oppose them can't really say, take off the mask because they're into them.
Maybe. I mean, I just think the whole idea of masking in general was ridiculous. But they should have paid these people more money, knowing
Who, the protesters?
they should have paid the ICE agents
I think
more.
they make good money.
I think the ICE agents should have been paid more money so that way they could deal with the possibility of a doxing, the possibility of people protesting left and
What
right.
happens in those situations, I totally see where you're coming from. But in those situations, what happens is, your brother works for ICE and you live 20 states away or 10 states away from where he's operating or whatever. You get doxxed, you get in trouble at school, or they mess with you at your job, and you have nothing to do with what your hypothetical brother is doing. And it's just all sorts of harassment. It would be the same thing if you started doxing protesters and then harassing their family members.
I agree. I don't think the thing is taking away the masks. It's more training, less aggressive kind of
That,
nature.
yeah, you're right about that. Yeah. Just handle them with kid gloves.
Yeah.
And besides, the only place you see masks other than protests and on ICE soldiers, or it's not soldiers, but officers, is at coffee shops. Specifically a chain coffee shop where you walk in there and it's like 2021.
Can I get you anything? If you go down, what's your name? Thank you.
I don't understand it. It's weird. It is so weird.
It is weird.
If I see somebody at the grocery store who's in their if they're 50s and up, whatever, wearing one, I totally get it. But you're 22 years old and you're a barista. Why are you wearing not only the medical one? They have the N95 and then on top of that the other one.
Yeah, the real serious ones, and you're like, okay,
I'm allergic to coffee. Anyway.
Which it's like, why
So they're rounding it up. Does he say where they're going to send these other
back to their homes? Is what it said at the end of his news conference.
So
that
they're
he gave
trailers.
Yeah, their trailers exactly.
All right.
I think this is obviously what happened here is there's a lot of cause and effect, right? Like I think that for a lot of people that lean left or have Democratic viewpoints on ICE, you have to blame somewhat the Democrats for the creation of ICE overall because there was so much inaction on the border for so long. And I think that if there had been some reasonable action taken on immigration in general over the last 20 years.
30
years, yeah, thank you, Tim. I mean, for the longest time, there has been such a lack of action taken on the border that created ICE in the long run. And therefore, there is some blame to put on the Democrats as well for this.
Well, there's blame all over that can be handed out in a big ladle from a pot.
Yes,
but you
seriously.
Go back to the Biden administration during, the height of COVID. I would ask these silly questions, and I would say them on air sometimes and say, well, are the people that are coming over the border wearing masks? Because everybody here had to wear them. Are they getting vaccinated the minute they step over the border with whatever your favorite brand of COVID vaccine was? Those questions, nobody was asking them. And sometimes people would stare at you like you were nuts if you asked those questions, but they were important. And also, planes filled with people that they were flying in and taking all over the country. And then you saw the what happened to that is like southern cities were putting them in buses and sending them to Boston, and they were going to Martha's Vineyard and dropping them off. And that's an epic troll, I suppose, but it that's what made people start thinking about it. Oh, yeah, this isn't so good. Less theatrics. Less theatrics.
On both sides, yeah.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying specifically here when it comes to, immigration enforcement, less theatrics, less, we're going to get them and beat them up.
Yeah.
Less of that. Keep doing your job. I mean, Barack Obama deported a lot of people when he was
with Tom
president.
Homan.
Yeah, with Tom Homan. So you can tell that he's respected and they like him on both sides.
Yeah.
Well, that's why I think that for the people that are here, I mean, there's estimates of, anywhere from 8 million to 20 million people that are undocumented.
Why don't we got a lot of trailers.
We got a lot of trailers, sir, but
notice I said it correctly.
You sure did.
They can come stay in my trailer.
You told Google wrong right there. You show that you're a Georgian that knows how to say the word trailer.
They never contacted me because I don't answer robocalls and I don't answer spam emails. I don't care who they're from. If you send me a cutie, nice cutie, I'm talking about 30.
Okay.
Close to me in age.
That's right. I mean, how old are you? You're 55, right?
No, I ain't 30. I'm 38.
Oh, 30. Wow. Okay.
I'm 38.
I would say you've seen some battles, man.
And I'll take in an immigrant if they come to my house, my trailer, my home, and she knows how to cook. I'll do all the cleaning. She can do all the cooking.
Incentivize these people to integrate.
But you got to be a cutie.
Oh, of course.
Preferably from Cuba.
And preferably from Cuba. Well, okay, I'm glad you.
I like Cuban food.
And I'm glad you put your requirements out there. That's very nice of you to
I
offer
don't
your
hate.
trailer.
I don't hate.
You sure that she's not going to want to go back to Cuba when she sees your trailer?
She might not. I mean, I don't know. What are you trying to get at?
I'm nothing, sir. I'm just saying.
It's a double wide.
I mean, it's a lovely trailer.
It's a double. You've never been there, but on the outside it looks like junk, but on the inside it looks like a palace.
I'm
not all of us can afford islands.
I am. Are you in the Epstein list, sir? Is that what you're saying?
Well, not that particular one, but I'm on Judge Epstein's list.
I bet.
You sure don't think much of me, Jared.
What else is in the news?
Well, you know what? How about we go check with Alex
Oh,
Williams
yeah. Hey,
first,
why don't we do that?
Because it is that time. And he's saying you're checking 285, aren't you, Alex?
Hey, good afternoon, guys. Yeah, that's right. We just had some trouble. Looks like it might have cleared out of the left lane here. West Side Interloop, 285 northbound, right around South Cobb Drive, exit 15. The big story behind that's the truck fire cleanup on hour 3 now in the right lane, 285 northbound, the Interloop before Cascade Road. If you're traveling 285 westbound, looks like we got some new trouble in Sandy Springs right around Riverside Drive, stacking up the ride back into Dunwoody. 285 east and southbound, looking at about 35 to 40 minutes from Georgia 400 around to Memorial Drive, exit 41 in Clarkston. Traffic brought to you by SuperSure. Do you own a small business? You need to hear this. A seismic shift is coming. It's time to get SuperSure. Not kind of sure, not pretty sure, but SuperSure coming soon. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the TrustDale.com 24-hour traffic center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Mark Arrow. I don't think this is just a black and white story.
Local.
These public defenders like, hey, get a real lawyer, man. I can't handle this.
Topical.
People that like the president think this is the greatest thing to do.
Mark Arrow.
That's one of many unanswered questions.
Tomorrow at 9 a.m.
95.5 WSB,
Atlanta's News and Talk.
Atlanta homeowners, your grades are in. Hi, I'm Deborah Morton of the Agency Atlanta, host of Inside Georgia Real Estate right here on 95.5 WSB. Each Saturday, my show covers Atlanta's residential housing market and all things real estate. I've been thrilled that so many WSB listeners have taken me up on my team's offer of a complimentary home report card. This is a customized analysis on your home, a secret weapon to get more when the time comes to sell. Know your home's strengths and weaknesses, learn how it stacks up against your competition, and the best time to sell. When it's time to move, you'll know how to net more money. Spring selling season has already started, so if you're thinking about putting your home on the market, let me send you the Agency Atlanta's free home report card. It's invaluable information, it's free, and there are no strings attached. Go to InsideGeorgiaRealEstate.com today to connect with us at the Agency Atlanta. That's InsideGeorgiaRealEstate.com.
Hi, it's Dale from TrustDale.com. I've trusted America's Best Choice for more than a decade for windows, doors, siding, decks, and roofing. Their exclusive 3-way warranty, including my $10,000 Make It Right guarantee, protects you if something goes wrong.
Thanks, Dale. At America's Best Choice, we deliver the best exterior solutions that provide long-term value for your home. Schedule your free in-home estimate now at abcwin.com. No pressure, no gimmicks. America's Best Choice. Quality you can trust, prices you can afford.
1-877 Cars for Kids. K-A-R-S Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS.
Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
Here's your retirement to-do list. Analyze market history, track interest rates, understand AI's impact, watch midterm election volatility, plan out income, manage tax rates, evaluate healthcare, and time Social Security correctly. Sound exhausting? Well, you could just work with Capital Investment Advisors and let our team handle all of it for you. If you're nearing retirement, don't manage all these decisions alone. Visit yourwealth.com. That's Y-O-U-R, wealth.com.
Do you notice any gaps between your floors and walls, or are your basement walls bowing? These aren't cosmetic issues. They can be indicators of foundation problems. You need AquaGuard Foundation Solutions. Visit aquaguard.net today to schedule your free inspection. Remember, AquaGuard.
MSC Cruises feel so stylish and European. Let's espresso and gelato.
Espresso and gelato? Those aren't verbs.
Yeah, on MSC Cruises they are.
Oh, well, in that case, I'm into the American stuff. Let's coffee and soft serve.
Sounds like a plan. Maybe later we can chaise lounge and espadrille?
I think you mean pool chair and flip-flop.
Get up to 40% off cruises, plus get up to $750 onboard credit and kids sail free. To book, visit msccruises.com or contact your travel advisor. Restrictions apply. Ships registered in Panama and Malta.
If your old heater decides to call it quits in the middle of winter, no biggie. Castile Heating and Cooling are your local experts at keeping you warm inside while kicking the cold to the curb. We'll be there to help same day, with no emergency fees, even on nights and weekends. Castile even replaces your broken unit the next day with free estimates available. And right now, trade in your old unit and get up to $5,000 toward a new HVAC system installation. So don't let heating issues stress you out. Book CastileAir.com today.
When winter weather hits Georgia, Georgia Power is ready. They prepare before storms arrive and respond around the clock, no matter the conditions, because keeping your lights on isn't just their job, it's their commitment to our communities. Learn more at georgiapower.com/storm.
Well, I am from England, so I don't say it the same way as you guys do. I live in Alpharetta, by the way. This is Lee from Alpharetta. I say trailer, because that's how we say it in London.
Trailer.
Trailer. I wonder if they live in trailers there. Do they have them?
I would assume.
Oh, yeah.
You know, they're
They call them
safe.
caravans.
They probably don't have tornadoes there, so they're safe.
They don't.
No, because they do attract tornadoes.
Big caravan culture in England.
Caravan culture. What does that mean?
That's trailer.
Okay. Oh, they mean they can pick up and go someplace else.
Yeah. Yes, they can, just like any other trailer.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of what they say now instead of the old thing you're not allowed to say, which I guess they say Roma.
Roma.
Yes. Anyway. Well, that's nice. You can leave us an open mic on the WSB radio app.
Well, we have some news from the AJC here. Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis testified before a Georgia Senate committee hearing, saying that Trump's request for $17 million in attorney fees is too much, that it would nearly wipe out their entire budget for this year. Trump, what's going on with you, man?
Well, why doesn't she use some of that cash she and her boyfriend used to go camping?
Hey,
Or go on other trips? What do you mean, hey? I mean, look, they prosecuted me very unfairly. I might like to say it was very unfair the way they did everything. I mean, you know, it was, what was it, lawfare? And I would never engage in that, you know what I mean? And they went after me and they brought me down here and I had to do the booking, you know, and that photo became iconic and people put it on shirts and everything. I don't want the money for myself, and what I'll do is I'll give it, you know, back to the state of Georgia, donate it to charity.
But Mr. President, you won the election.
I know I did, and she has to pay. She has to pay. It was all political. It was all political. She was in the White House with sleepy, weepy, creepy Joe Biden. I don't even know if he had any idea she was there. Probably not. Has no idea. He probably thought she was, called her Fanny or whatever and slapped her. I don't know.
Probably not. He probably didn't know what was going on. But
He probably didn't. So she was up there meeting with Kamala and Anthony Blinken, who really ran the White House. George knows. And so the problem is that, you shouldn't have committed lawfare on me. I got to give Rudy a little money. He lost all of his cars and his stuff.
Oh, yeah, but you've made almost $2 billion by some accounts in
Jared,
the second
that is
term.
beside the point. This is about justice.
And so you want to take
This
from...
is about justice.
You want to take from the state of Georgia.
I don't
want to
take from the state of Georgia. I want them to see, hey, you know what? The voters, maybe, the people that vote for her when she runs all the time for whatever her position is.
District attorney.
Right. Maybe they'll say, well, she cost us a lot of money. Maybe we'll go with another person.
Why not just say, hey, in the future, if you come
Besides,
after me
has
again...
she won anything? Has she ever won anything? I don't know. She had another big case, the year I was prosecuted that she lost.
That's right. She did not beat Young Thug. You're right.
No,
that ended up
she
being
did
more
not.
expensive
She
than
probably
your...
went and hung out with him on a
wait.
camping trip to the cabin.
Mr. President.
I don't know. Why doesn't she just admit that, if she says to me tomorrow, okay, if she calls me today or tomorrow and she says, Mr. President, my favorite president, I am sorry that I prosecuted you, I'll think about dropping the lawsuit. Otherwise, I need that money.
I'm trying to figure out, I'm scratching my head, how is it that you need that money now? I mean, Georgia is still very much a swing state.
I'm proving a point. Well, no, it's not going to hurt Georgia. It'll hurt a county that I lost.
But there are Republicans in Fulton
Well,
County.
until we find out that all those ballots were fake and that people were voting from a vacant lot. Right, George? George
Water
knows.
main break?
Well, the water main break, they told me that, that happens occasionally. That happens occasionally.
Okay, so you just want Fonnie Willis to basically grovel at you. You want her to
I
just
want
say...
her to say she's sorry. I wanted to send me, a nice box of cookies or something.
I can tell you,
McDonald's gift card would be nice.
I can tell you, Mr. President, there are a lot of people in Fulton County that are not big fans of Fonnie Willis and how much money she's wasted already.
Look, she keeps getting elected.
But for you to continue going after her and taking some of our money, hard Atlantan money there, that's difficult, man.
I'll tell you this right now, Jared. If I get an apology... She can go to Cameo and hire somebody to do it for her. But I need an apology, and then, you can go on with your traffic there.
Okay. All right, Mr. President. All right, well, at least for Fonnie Willis, she knows what the requirements are to potentially get this money dropped.
I'm sorry.
Alex Williams says there's a crash on 575 in Kennesaw.
Yeah, only the right shoulder open here, Jared. 575 southbound before Bells Ferry Road, exit number 4, stacked up from Town Lake Parkway. Use Highway 5 or Bells Ferry as an alternate. Also a left lane crash in Marietta, 75 southbound before Windy Hill. Northbound delays stay stretching up into Kennesaw, where we had an earlier crash cleared. And trouble still in the right lane in Forsyth County, 400 northbound at Highway 141, Peachtree Parkway, exit number 13. Traffic brought to you by Reliable Heating and Air. Stop paying for expensive heating and air repairs or home warranties. Get a reliable protection plan for just $14.99 a month and enjoy 100% parts and labor coverage for any age, system, make, or model. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the TrustDale.com 24-hour traffic center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
When it's cold outside, maintenance matters. It's Chris Chandler. My home is safe and warm because TE Certified maintains my heating. If your system hasn't been checked in a while, get a $59 heating checkup. Maintenance will prevent breakdowns, keep your system running longer and more efficiently. Book your TE Certified winter heating checkup for just $59 right now.
TE Certified, we love your home.
Men, if you're suffering from ED or PE, you're not alone. Most importantly, you don't have to live with it. Priority Men's Medical Center restores men's love lives in just one visit. Their painless breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, even when Viagra and Cialis don't work. Here's Dr. Simovitz, specialist in men's health.
Priority Men's Medical Center's painless breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, regardless of age or medical history. 98% of patients see instant results right in the office.
Men are now lasting longer than they ever imagined. And the best part, at Priority Men's Medical Center, your consultation and first treatment are free. Qualified patients even get their testosterone checked free. Call 404-885-8885. 404-885-8885. Take control of your love life. Call now. 404-885-8885.
Enjoy more ways to save at Kroger, like low prices in every aisle. And you can clip and save more with digital coupons in the Kroger app. Plus, you can earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. So it's always easy to save big. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Savings may vary by state. Fuel restrictions apply. See site for details.
Just in time for Valentine's Day, you can enjoy free delivery on orders of $50 or more with your digital coupon. Restrictions apply. See coupon for details. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
The following is a paid commercial announcement.
Georgia has a special election, and there's one Republican you need to know about. Republican Brian Stover.
Who?
Republican Brian Stover. Brian Stover is the pro-Trump Republican in the race.
Brian Stover is the pro-Trump Republican in the race?
Yes, Brian Stover is the pro-Trump Republican. Stover founded a successful waste management business. Now he employs over 100 people. Like Trump, Stover's a businessman, not a politician. Stover is going to help President Trump take out the trash. He'll stand up for ICE, keep men out of girls' sports, and fight to bring down the rising costs.
Sounds like I'll be voting for pro-Trump Republican Brian Stover.
Christian, conservative, pro-Trump Republican, and trash destroyer, Brian Stover for Congress.
I'm Brian Stover, candidate for Congress, and I approve this message.
Paid for by Brian Stover for Congress.
Breda guarantees your termite protection and will lock in your rate for 10 years. Breda is also proud to sponsor Scotts Lakes, Georgia, every Thursday on Atlanta's Morning News.
Breda, no need to be afraid of bugs.
Live from the Superior Plumbing Studios.
News,
weather,
traffic.
95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's News and Talk.
At 4:30, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News is sponsored by QC Kinetics. Our top local story, the DeKalb County school system is considering major changes due to declining enrollment and about 18,000 empty seats. A proposal under review would close 26 elementary schools and convert Cedar Grove, Lithonia, and Towers High Schools into middle schools. In a video message released today, DeKalb Superintendent Norman Sauce says this is not final.
The board has not made any decisions whatsoever regarding the future of any buildings, boundaries, etc. At this stage, the district is still gathering vital feedback.
A community review process will take place over the next 2 months before any recommendations go to the school board. It is 63 degrees in Atlanta. Clear and cool tonight. Will it feel like spring by tomorrow afternoon? Meteorologist Christina Edwards has Atlanta's most accurate and dependable forecast coming up. The man convicted of murder in the 2023 shooting of a valet in Buckhead is sentenced to life in prison without parole today. Earlier, a Fulton County jury convicted Randy King on all counts in the shooting death of 25-year-old Harrison Olvey. Prosecutors say Olvey was working as a valet during Labor Day weekend of 2023 when he confronted King as he was breaking into a truck outside a nightclub. King's defense team plans to appeal. With 4 months until the first World Cup match, organizers and partners in Atlanta say they are ready.
Atlanta is no stranger to hosting major events, but the World Cup is the biggest of them all. Bill Pate is CEO of the Atlanta Convention and Visitors Bureau. He says no stone has been left unturned.
If something arises, we're in a position to be able to identify it, deal with it, and get it taken care of very quickly.
He says the Fan Fest and other events downtown offer plenty of excitement, even if you aren't attending a match. And Georgia O'Donohue of the host committee expects this to be a milestone for the city.
What the world is going to see when they come here is that when you come here to Atlanta, it feels like home. We are in a great position to really shine this summer.
Graham Carroll, 95.5 WSB.
Atlanta police are asking for the public's help identifying a package thief. The man is caught on door camera at a home on Lockwood Drive, stealing a breast pump. The man was wearing a camouflage jacket and walking a dog. We're posting photos of the suspect on our website and the WSB radio app. Anyone with information should contact Atlanta Police. The cities of Dunwoody and Peachtree Corners are getting public feedback on plans to extend a pedestrian and bicycle path.
Phase 2 would connect the Winter Chapel path to the future Peeler path along Winter Chapel Road from Peeler Road to Charmont Place. It aims to strengthen a key north-south bicycle and pedestrian corridor. The proposed project includes intersection improvements to slow down traffic and improve safety. Lighting and landscaping enhancements are also included in the plan. Construction is expected to begin in 2029. Cheryl Castro, 95.5 WSB.
New research on screen time for kids. Sherry Preston reports it can lead to further problems as they get older.
Researchers writing in the American Journal of Preventative Medicine say addictive screen use by 11 and 12-year-olds has been associated with higher odds of depression, sleep problems, and substance abuse 1 year later. later. Addictive behavior was defined as feeling preoccupied with screens, struggling to cut back, and letting social media interfere with daily life.
The scientists say early intervention is key. The government approves changes to some hormone replacement therapy drugs.
The FDA approval means references to risk of cardiovascular disease, breast cancer, and probable dementia do not have to be on the boxed warning. Hormone replacement therapy was widely prescribed for decades, but a 2002 study found that it could raise the risk of certain cancers and increase the risk of stroke. The FDA says the decision to now remove those warnings from the label follows a comprehensive review of scientific literature and gives women accurate, scientifically grounded information about the potentially life-changing benefits of hormone replacement therapy. Sabrina Cupid, 95.5 WSB.
Former Atlanta Hawks Spud Webb will be featured in a new documentary. Standing only 5'7", Webb is best known for winning the NBA Slam Dunk Contest 40 years ago, outdueling Hawks legend Dominique Wilkins. The movie, to be released later this year, will feature interviews and archival footage looking at Webb's career. It is now 4:34, time for live team coverage of traffic and weather. In the 24-hour traffic center, it's Alex Williams.
Very messy all over Metro Atlanta right now, Bill. Crash 285 westbound, the outer loop, Riverside Drive, exit number 24. At least one lane's blocked. I'm trying to pin down which one it is. Nonetheless, you're stacked up back to Chamblee-Dunwoody Road. Crash been impacting your right lane, 285 northbound, the inner loop at South Cobb Drive, exit 15. That's why you're stacked up back to I-20. And ongoing 3.5-hour truck fire cleanup continues in the right lane, 285 northbound, the inner loop before Cascade Road, exit 7. You're slow from Camp Creek Parkway, 285 east and southbound, the inner loop into Cobb County. Delays from Georgia 400 over to Peachtree Boulevard. Then the brake light battle starts once again from I-85 down past Highway 78, the Stone Mountain Freeway in Clarkston. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the TrustDale.com 24-hour traffic center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
This is WSB meteorologist Christina Upwards. Clear and cool for tonight as temperatures fall into the upper 30s to low 40s. Tomorrow, feeling like spring with mostly sunny skies and highs in the mid-60s. Increasing cloud cover on Saturday, but mainly dry. Morning lows in the mid-30s, daytime highs in the mid-60s.
Right now, it's 61 in Powder Springs, 63 in Jonesboro, and 62 in Johns Creek. More news at 5 o'clock. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Scott Slade here to talk to you about your health. And I think it's real important to talk about what is most likely to kill you. Heart disease is the #1 killer of Americans, and the older we get, the more prevalent it is. But you can reduce your risk. Eat right, don't smoke, exercise, and be informed about what's going on in your own body. Like lots of potentially serious health problems, if you catch heart disease early, you vastly increase your chances of living a longer life. And that's where virtual imaging comes in. Virtual imaging scans take less than 10 minutes and screen with 98% accuracy for heart disease. Other scans, including brain and full body, are available too. Virtual imaging is locally owned and operated in Atlanta for over 15 years, so they can make you this terrific offer. A complimentary heart scan for you and your spouse with a few minimum requirements. So don't put this off. I've done it. Call Virtual Imaging today for your free heart scan. 770-678-SCAN. That's 770-678-7226. Or visit their website at virtualimagingatl.com.
Do your floors feel cold every winter? That chill may be coming from your crawl space, leaving you with cold floors and higher bills. But don't insulate, encapsulate. Keeping the cold air out helps you feel more comfortable in your home. I'm Jeremy with American Crawl Space Solutions, where we believe in a needs-based approach, offering only what you truly need, nothing more. American Crawl Space Solutions, your best value in crawl space repair.
American Crawl Space Solutions. Foundations too.
Know your rights before you're stopped. Print your free DUI rights card at georgestein.com.
New investigations break on Channel 2 Action News. We get problems solved, plain and simple. Every day we follow the facts.
Started digging, only to find...
Getting you the answers you need now.
We have live. Team 2 coverage.
Channel 2 never stops, advocating for you.
An investigation regarding your tax dollars.
We're more than just Atlanta's news.
A warning for consumers regarding...
We've got your back, all over North Georgia. See what's new, live, every day at 4, 5, and 6 on Channel 2 Action News.
Well, Jared, we are taking open mics today. We're getting quite a few.
Yes, we are. They're all over the
and
place.
How do you leave an open mic for the Von Hessler Doctrine?
You just go to the WSB radio app, and there's a little open mic button over there, and you get 30 seconds to leave all your commentary over there, like this lady did.
Hey, Von Hessler team, while you're covering
drones and Waymos, check out the news story about the Waymo that crashed into a crime scene.
Yeah, this was wild.
I hadn't heard about that. Where did this happen?
This was Saturday on Cheshire Bridge Road, and you can watch the video. Like there are multiple police officers and 2 cars, and the Waymo just goes directly through the scene. And this is not the first time.
So the person navigating it in Indonesia didn't see the accident.
You know what? See, I don't believe that there's people driving.
There
them in
has to be
Indonesia.
somebody.
He admitted it in Congress.
Who admitted it?
The CEO or somebody.
Oh, okay, yeah. So they admitted
Every single one, or is it just
No,
like
he said
when they troubleshoot, right?
When the car needs assistance, people in the Philippines do help.
That I'm not surprised about. But when they're driving normally,
he said that they do not drive the car remotely.
Why don't they hire people in America to do it?
That's a good question.
Yeah. Now that I would appreciate if they hired somebody in America, but the idea that somebody was driving them all the time was incredible. They do drive themselves.
So this thing lost control, or it didn't navigate properly and crashed into a crime scene.
It didn't crash; it just drove through it.
Oh well, hey, it had places to go.
Yeah, exactly. Whoever was riding along.
Why is it a controversial thing for it to drive through it?
Well,
because it didn't stop; it just kept going.
Yeah, it was an active police scene. So
was traffic stopped?
Traffic was stopped. Yes,
and it just went around.
It just went right through it.
Maybe it's smarter than we think.
I guess so.
Maybe we should all don't do that. Do they go around buses? Do you think they zip around buses when buses stop?
They have had issues with that, where when the little stop, when the stop sign comes out from the school bus, they've had issues, especially around Atlanta, where they're just driving past them, and that's a major fine if they do that.
I drive our son to school at least 4 times a week. Thursdays and Fridays, I get to sleep in 1 or 2 days. But anyway, every single day I get behind a school bus, and I'm paying attention. I know what to do, It's coming at you or whether it's going, in front of you. And I do the right thing, but people will zip around them. And they're not Waymos. They're real people.
Yeah, and they're jerks. I feel so bad for, number one,
where do you need to be?
Exactly. And the school bus driver is just trying to safely make sure the kids get to and from school.
Yeah, and there's a big stop sign and a flashing red light telling you that you need to stop.
Yeah, people are just, they're cold-blooded.
I mean, it's pain in the ass, but
it's like, I know that, I'm sure in Tucker you guys have this, but anytime that there's a crosswalk, right, and you hit the little button to make the lights go red.
Well, right in the middle of town, there's a crosswalk going to the high school, so you have to be very careful and pay attention to driving through it.
Well, there seems to be a competition. I don't know if it's happening in Tucker, but at least where I am.
A competition to what?
On the west side, there's a competition where if like a driver sees you coming up and they know you're about to push the button, they like to speed up and go as fast as they can to avoid the blinking red lights.
If I see somebody walking up to do that, I'll slow down immediately.
That's the right thing to do. You should apply that to the school buses out there, too.
But then again, I also use my turn signal.
Wow. Okay. Now you're a rare breed there.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Any city, a lot of people don't use them.
Yeah, they do not use them. You just have to guess what people are doing. And that's why they tell you to drive defensively all the time, is because
I drive offensively. No, I used to be a real jerk. Now and again, it's because I have a kid, and you're driving in a car with a kid, you can't be the jerk that I used to be.
Yeah, you can't yell at people, and because
you definitely can't do that but I don't do that even when he's not in a car. I've just gotten into the practice of, like Eric talks about, hey, obviously you need to get there before I do, and it's important for you to get through that red light. Go on ahead. I have nothing to do with it. No more fingers. The middle finger, because you never know who's driving the other car.
Right. I mean, I've seen people throw
below
things.
The dash. I'll do it.
Exactly, so they don't see you. Because I've seen on 285 one time, I saw somebody throw a baseball at another car after somebody flicked him off, and I'm like, that is insane. I mean, I was behind him, and I'm like, I'm going all the way over to the right. I don't care how slow the right lane's going.
Point of order. Georgia versus the North. Y'all can't say trailer right. I don't believe that. I think however you say trailer in Georgia is the correct way. But you said something that I didn't grow up saying. I said flip, and down here they say flick. What do you say?
Flip off.
Yeah, so it's flip off. I'm just correcting you.
Flip off.
If I did, I didn't say
No,
it.
it's a thing. I noticed it when I moved to Georgia years ago. They say flick down here. I flicked him off. I flicked him the bird.
I think I go both ways on the flip and flick.
I think I do too.
Where do you stay at, Eric? 404.
Leave those open mics.
No. Well, what I like to do when I'm in my trailer is flick people off.
Sometimes you need to get it out, though.
Yeah, that's true.
Get a little enraged.
Well, take it home with you. You don't have to being in a car with a lot of traffic or not a lot of traffic, just being in a car is not the place to get enraged.
Well, I know that anytime my dad comes down and he hangs out with me from Woodstock. And
does he complain about the ride?
Well, when he rides with me, he's like, "You are so aggressive." And I'm like, he's in his 60s now. And I'm like, you have to be sometimes. You have to be kind, obviously defensive, aware of your surroundings, not speeding up when people are slowing down. But if you don't take the opportunity to, take the turn when it's offered to you, or if somebody's opening up a lane for you, then you got to go. In the city, you got to go for it. You can't just keep waiting. Otherwise, you'll wait a long time.
When I moved here, I was still in my nervous driver phase. Because where I grew up and where I was working before I moved here, there was one highway, maybe two. You got on interstates if you traveled around. I mean, I was used to it. But moving down here, I was not at all prepared. I still remember the first day as I was coming in to Atlanta, the first time I ever came to the city. I was driving south on 85, and I could see Stone Mountain. So I'm like, oh, yeah, Stone Mountain, that is so cool. Jake the Snake Roberts, Big Boss Man. Those are the things that are going through me.
Sure.
Stone Mountain. And then I got to 285 because my friends lived off Roswell Road. So, you're coming down, you take 285 west, and you go over to Roswell Road. That freaked me out. Because there were, 6 lanes of traffic on there, and it was a busy time because I had left at a certain time. I got here during
rush hour.
Rush hour, and it really freaked me out. I'm like, I can't move here. I can't drive in it. And then I was working off of Roswell Road, and sometimes I would have to go to work at 5. I was working at an Applebee's or something, and it would take me forever, and I'd just get frustrated. So I had to learn how to do it.
Yeah, you got to learn how to deal with the that ATL traffic.
Even my granddad, after I moved here a couple of years, he goes, how do you get around, Timothy? How do you get around that, what do they call it, Spaghetti Junction? That looks scary. I wouldn't want to drive on that. I go, well, it is scary. It is scary, Grandpa.
Did you take him through it at least?
No, he never came here. But the other question he asked me, because they had CNN, so he had watched the news. He said, this is going back to the 90s again. He said, well, a lot of sports guys down there were going to some strip club called the Gold Club. You ever go there? And I laughed. I said, yes, I got thrown out of there for not spending enough money.
Was he proud of you?
No, he laughed. He laughed. He said, "Oh, you went in there one time." I said, "Yeah, I went in there." Too expensive. I prefer flashers.
Well,
it's my budget.
It's a shame that he didn't get a chance to come down and see you in your element, because I'd say that you've been thriving in the ATL ever since you came
He was
down
a Braves fan. I tried for a long time. They couldn't have driven here, but I tried for a long time before he passed away. I said, "You should come down. We'll go to a Braves game." "Oh, I can watch it on TV." Yeah, but he was in his late 70s, early 80s.
It's tough to travel when you get to that age. It's everything, mobility. I know, even in my family currently, as I've got aging parents right now, where one side of the family's
aging, aren't they in their 60s?
Well, so my side of the family is in their 60s, but my in-laws are in their 70s.
Oh, okay.
So they're
Tina's parents.
Yeah, they're my parents too. I mean, when you through marriage, they're in-laws.
Because you have one of those marriages that's going to work, and so you guys all like each other.
Yes, and we've also been together for over 10 years.
Yeah.
And you count like the engagement and
so they have a hard time driving.
They're not having a hard time driving yet, but you can tell that mobility and stuff is becoming a little more difficult, and we're having to be mindful about like family trips and stuff, what we can do, what we can't do, and it's just interesting. It's interesting to watch that process happen. I hope that travel
they ought to have indoor play. They have indoor playgrounds for kids. They should make indoor playgrounds for seniors.
I love that idea.
Trampolines.
Any way to get active, have the hip replacement area. That would be the place.
So you could play and live and play. I don't know where the hell you brought that up for.
Live, work, play.
And surgery.
That is something that Alex Williams lives for. Isn't that right, Alex? You're saying it's bumper to bumper on 575 in Kennesaw.
That is right, Jared. But I like to bring the better news. That's what we're going to do here. That crash cleared out of both lanes, 575 southbound before Bells Ferry Road, exit 4. So that bumper to bumper ride that now starts back in Woodstock before Town Lake Parkway should start to thin out. Also, better news in Forsyth County. Crash cleared from the right lane, 400 northbound at Highway 141, exit 13. Delays back toward Windward Parkway. Those will probably remain in place. I'm looking for new trouble in Gwinnett County on I-85 southbound, right around Old Peachtree Road, exit 109. Brake lights starting to fill in there back up towards Swanee. We will check that out. The northbound ride is slow on 85 out of DeKalb into Gwinnett from Chamblee Tucker Road up to Jimmy Carter Boulevard. Had some earlier trouble in Sandy Springs, 285 westbound. The outer loop on the north side perimeter at Riverside Drive, that is cleared and all lanes are back open. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the TrustDale.com 24-hour traffic center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
We've all been there.
Bumper to bumper all the way back before.
Counting the minutes before we know we're going to be late because we couldn't count on a traffic app.
Crash knocks out 4 left lanes, including the express lane.
There is one thing you can count on. Triple team traffic on WSB.
3 right lanes shut down. We know the highways. We know the streets. And we know the shortcuts.
Avoid the area by taking Buford Highway as an alternate route.
And all you need to do is listen.
More experience.
More reliable. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Triple team traffic.
95.5 WSB. How Atlanta gets there.
At All Care Georgia, we recognize that maintaining a healthy weight isn't just about how you look. It's also about feeling good and improving overall health. That's why our physicians and weight loss specialists offer comprehensive weight management plans customized for you. At All Care, we can assist with lifestyle modifications, provide nutritional counseling, and, if clinically appropriate, prescribe weight loss medications like GLP-1s as part of a medically supervised program. Learn more at allcare-ga/weight.
Are you trying to sell your home the traditional way? Weeks of showings, perfectly timed vacuuming, awkward strangers judging your furniture. Then the price drops start, followed by the slow emotional descent into, well, let's just take the offer. Or you could try Orchard. Hey, it's Eric Von Hessler. Orchard gives you cash up front so you can buy your next place before you even think about selling the current one. You move in, breathe, maybe even sit on a couch that isn't covered in plastic for staging. Meanwhile, Orchard handles everything with the old place. Repairs, upgrades, marketing, without you lifting a finger. And then, when it sells for more, which it usually does, you get a second check. One when you move, one when it sells. No begging, no bargaining, no baking cookies before every open house. Just a better way to move. Get your free home valuation at Orchard.com. That's Orchard.com.
We'll admit, we've already thrown in the towel on the New Year's resolution.
Yeah, and we made it through dry January. But one healthy new habit we're sticking with is Active Liver from New Nordic. Did you know your liver works around the clock processing food, sugar, alcohol, and everyday toxins? All things that can really impact your health.
That's why daily support matters. Active Liver is designed to help protect normal liver function and support your body's natural detox process.
With trusted ingredients like milk thistle, turmeric, and artichoke extract, it's gentle enough to take all year long.
No harsh cleanses, no extreme detoxes, just simple daily liver support. We really feel the difference.
Yup, more energy and the peace of mind knowing we can enjoy the good things in life while giving our liver the love it needs.
Active Liver is available online at Amazon or NewNordicUSA.com. Or you can find it in stores at CVS, Meijer Grocery, Wegmans, and now Active Liver is available at your local GNC.
Mike Rowe here with a fun fact. Did you know that 50% of the air that you breathe inside your home comes from your crawl space? Yeah. Whether your crawl space is wet, musty, or your floors are bouncy, do yourself a favor and call a Groundworks company. I spent some time working with these guys, and they're the real deal. Their people are trained and certified to repair your crawl space. Schedule a free inspection with AquaGuard, a Groundworks company, and tell them Mike sent you.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
Greg is a real Prevagen user, and this is his story.
Hi, I'm Greg. I'm not an actor. I'm just a regular person. 8 years ago, I just didn't feel like I was on my game. I started taking Prevagen, and I want people to know that Prevagen has worked for me. Give it a try. I want it to help you just like it has helped me.
Prevagen, at stores everywhere without a prescription. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Testimonialist was compensated for their time.
America, look around. Everywhere you go, prices are still high, rates have been whipsawing markets, and the debt and spending don't exactly scream stability. Experts say diversifying with intention is the #1 secret account that all American smart money uses to hedge against instability. Monetary Gold has been around since 2000, witnessing multiple economic setbacks. If you call now, Monetary Gold will cover up to a lifetime of your IRA fees on qualified accounts. Call Monetary Gold now at 877-NOW-GOLD. That's 877-NOW-GOLD. Performance may vary. You should always consult your financial and tax professional.
Yes, Jared, I'll do it if I remember.
I'm here for you. I'm your backstop.
In studio confusion over who's supposed to do the traffic tosses.
Listen, I have.
Have you ever done that in traffic?
Have I done what?
Never mind.
I'd have to ask Alex.
You tossed 2, not in.
Well, you know what? Alex is the expert. He knows all the.
Don't bring him into it. He'll get in trouble. He's, we don't want to embarrass him. You said that we had some more earlier in the show. We were talking about. Well, Jared did a story about the Google Analytics saying that every state has a word that is difficult for their people to pronounce, and Georgia's was trailer, which I find to be BS.
Yes, well, a lot of people have things to say about it, but they're still leaving their open mics.
Trailer ain't pert near as hard to say as the word oil or pole.
Uh-huh.
This Chad, down here in Sonoa, Georgia, 64 degrees. Y'all have a good one.
Thank you, Chad.
Sir. Now, he's right. There's a lot of words that are very different down here, the way they're pronounced. And I will tell you that later, not right now, but later on when you're at home and you have YouTube open, look for Red Fox talking about Georgia. Red Fox, if you don't know who that is, do you know who Red Fox is?
I don't.
He is most famous for playing Fred Sanford on Sanford and Son.
Okay.
Which was a sitcom that I grew up watching in reruns and actually watched it on real TV. But he was a very, very funny stand-up comedian. He had party albums. They called them party albums. It was LPs, and you put it on. They were really dirty. And this is the 60s and 70s, really filthy jokes. But he has this whole thing of how words, and he goes, I was just down in the South. And he goes, and they say things different. And then I'm going to leave it at that because you have to find it for yourself.
Okay.
But
Red Fox.
But they're one-syllable words. Trailer is not a word that's difficult for people. Do you have another one?
We do. This is regarding flipping off somebody or flicking off somebody.
Well, you see, when I'm in my trailer, I flip people off, but I flick a bugger off.
See? That guy is absolutely right.
That's pretty logical. That makes sense. Now I feel like I've learned something
And based
today.
on the accent, I would assume he's from Georgia. What, George?
No, I was just
You were agreeing.
pondering on what he said.
Okay, keep pondering. You'll get
Thank
it
you. Thank
eventually.
you, Tim.
Yeah, you're very welcome. So we have time for one more story?
We do. Another Atlanta story here. A Metro Atlanta woman pled guilty to assault after throwing hot on a McDonald's manager.
In Georgia?
She's from Marietta. Her name is Kashera, and she's from Marietta, but the incident actually happened up in Michigan.
Okay.
And apparently the dispute arose over slow service, and she was asking for a refund. The McDonald's manager didn't offer that, and so therefore she decided, I'm going to throw this coffee on you.
Yeah, usually in that situation, you're not going to get a refund, and you should just be happy you got your coffee. Now she had to wait in line again.
What is it?
I hope when she went back through the drive-thru to get the replacement cup, she didn't have to wait that long. I'll do it. What's that?
My whole thing is, what is with McDonald's and coffee? Stop throwing coffee on people. I feel like we hear stories about this every year.
Yeah, we do, and you've been hearing them for a long time. Just go someplace else and get your coffee, or make it at home. That way you can throw it on yourself if you're mad. Alex Williams is checking the ride downtown.
That's right, Tim, and it is not a fun one through the heart of Metro Atlanta this evening. If you're traveling southbound into downtown, the brake lights are going to start on 400 southbound from Lenox Road, about 35 to 40 minutes to get from there down to I-20. 75 south stacks up at Moores Mill. 85 from before Cheshire Bridge, Lenox Road. Northbound, not any better. 75, 85 northbound. Delays from Highway 166 Langford Parkway up past Freedom Parkway. New crash, 20 westbound into downtown and East Atlanta at Boulevard exit 59 in the center lane. Traffic brought to you by Mark Spain Real Estate. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today. That's markspain.com and start packing. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the Trustdale.com 24-hour traffic center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Atlanta homeowners, your grades are in. Hi, I'm Deborah Morton of the Agency Atlanta, host of Inside Georgia Real Estate right here on 95.5 WSB. Each Saturday, my show covers Atlanta's residential housing market and all things real estate. I've been thrilled that so many WSB listeners have taken me up on my team's offer of a complimentary home report card. This is a customized analysis on your home, a secret weapon to get more when the time comes to sell. Know your home's strengths and weaknesses, learn how it stacks up against your competition, and the best time to sell. When it's time to move, you'll know how to net more money. Spring selling season has already started, so if you're thinking about putting your home on the market, let me send you the Agency Atlanta's free home report card. It's invaluable information, it's free, and there are no strings attached. Go to InsideGeorgiaRealEstate.com today to connect with us at the Agency Atlanta. That's InsideGeorgiaRealEstate.com.
Oil lights never come on at a good time. You've got enough to juggle, so let Take 5 handle it. Drive in, stay in your car, and roll out in 10 minutes. No waiting room, no stress, just fast, friendly service. Visit Take5.com today to find your nearest shop.
Coming up from the Atlanta Symphony Orchestra. A Delta classical concert featuring Rachmaninoff's Supercharged Piano Concerto No. 4, featuring virtuoso Sergei Babian. Your orchestra welcomes conductor Robert Trevino to conduct Zemlinsky's scrumptious tone poem based on The Little Mermaid, plus an atmospheric work from Angelica Negron. February 19th and 21st at Symphony Hall. Tickets at aso.org.
Hi, I'm Chuck Gemmel, Service Manager of Butler Lexus of South Atlanta. I make sure you get complete transparency every time you get your Lexus service at Butler Lexus of South Atlanta. Come and visit us today and see for yourself, or give us a call at 800-NEW-LEXUS.
Are the effects of diabetes, prostate cancer, hypertension, or high cholesterol robbing you of the ability to perform in the bedroom? Choice Men's Health can help you eliminate ED and get your bedroom performance back in just one visit. Choice Men's Health offers breakthrough treatments for ED and performance issues in the bedroom to help you regain your confidence and give you back the intimacy with your partner. Call Choice Men's Health right now to make an appointment and find out how you can eliminate ED on the first visit. Popular name brand pills like Viagra and Cialis don't work for everyone and can have serious side effects. Choice Men's Health custom medications work immediately. Even if you have a medical history or think you're too old to perform like you used to, Choice Men's Health can help you have a fulfilling love life again. Call Choice Men's Health today at 404-383-4419. That's 404-383-4419. Once again, that's 404-383-4419.
WSB Atlanta, WSB FM, and HD1 Doraville. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's news and talk.
News, weather,
traffic.
95.5 WSB, Atlanta's news and talk.
At 5 o'clock, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News is sponsored by D. Geller & Son Jewelers. Our top local story, it could impact how much you pay in taxes in Georgia. 2 bills addressing the state's income tax are approved by the state Senate. Here's a report all new at 5 o'clock.
The package of legislation takes 2 paths. One eliminates the state income tax entirely for people making less than $100,000. A second slashes the income tax rate to 3.99%. Democrats like State Senator Nikki Merritt call the measures a scam.
This is a middle-class tax hike.
But Republican Senator Blake Tillery says this will help the middle class.
We've got to be able to do better.
The legislation now moves on to the House. At the state capitol, Jonathan O'Brien, 95.5 WSB.
62 degrees in Atlanta when do clouds begin to increase ahead of heavy rain. Meteorologist Christina Edwards has Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast coming up. With enrollment falling, the DeKalb County School District considers big changes, including closing some schools.
The proposal under review would close 26 elementary schools and convert Cedar Grove, Lithonia, and Towers high schools into middle schools. An online video spells out reasons for the move.
We now have over 18,000 empty seats across the district, and the number is predicted to increase.
A large group of community members, staff, and a consulting firm have been looking over possibilities for almost 2 years now. It says no final decision's been made, and a community review process, both online and in person, will take place over the next 2 months before any recommendations are given. Judd Hickenbotham, 95.5 WSB.
And we posted a list of schools facing possible changes on our website and the WSB radio app. A man is convicted and sentenced today for the murder of a Buckhead valet during Labor Day weekend of 2023.
Randy King is approaching the age that 25-year-old Harrison Olvey was the night he shot and killed Olvey. Now King will age behind bars, sentenced to life without parole, plus 20 years in prison. A jury took barely 2 hours to convict him of murder, only pausing deliberations long enough to rewatch dashcam videos of Olvey's final moments as he confronted King over breaking into a pickup truck near Piedmont Road. Olvey's family wept and embraced. King's father cried, and his other relatives expressed their own anguish, vowing to appeal. Veronica Waters, 95.5 WSB.
Bottom line in the search for Nancy Guthrie today, so far no suspect and no person of interest.
Getting flooded with tips, but they still haven't received the one that will break this case.
CBS's Andres Gutierrez reports from Tucson. Today Show host Savannah Guthrie is releasing a new video on social media. A bipartisan investigation led by Georgia Senator John Ossoff finds kids with special needs in dozens of facilities nationwide are getting locked up instead of getting mental health care.
This is a national crisis. This should shock America's conscience.
He says this is happening in more than 24 states, including here in Georgia. A suspected arsonist is arrested in Cartersville. The state insurance and safety fire commissioner says 35-year-old Jorge Gonzalez is accused of setting fire to an apartment building in northwest Georgia. The fire caused moderate damage to a second-floor bedroom, and the victim reported a large sum of cash missing from the closet. State investigators say they worked with the Bartow County Sheriff's Office to search Gonzalez's home and take him into custody. Now news about your health. New research on how exercise trains the brain to build endurance.
This study suggests aging individuals in good physical health can expect enhanced cognitive reserves and slower aging if they work out. Study author Nicholas Betley at the University of Pennsylvania says after exercise, there's increased activity in the part of the brain that regulates energy use and body weight.
You typically think of all of this happening in the periphery. You lift weights, your muscle fibers break apart, and they build back up. You don't think that the brain is in the middle of all of this.
He says the study may have a greater interest with the growing number of people on weight loss drugs who don't work out or older people who don't exercise. Sabrina Cupid, 95.5 WSB.
It's now 5:04. The Von Hessler Doctrine continues in less than 2 minutes. Right now, live team coverage of traffic and weather in the 24-hour traffic center. It's Alex Williams.
Hey, Bill, watching this crash in East Atlanta, heading into downtown, 20 westbound, right before Hill Street. As you approach the downtown connector, it's knocking out the center lane. Brake lights back before Moreland Avenue. On I-20 eastbound into DeKalb County, a few brake lights through the work zone from 285 to Panola Road, exit 71. And I-20 westbound on the west side of town, on and off the brakes the whole way from Martin Luther King Jr. Drive, driving into that bright sunshine out into Lithia Springs. 20 eastbound, a little sluggish from Riverside Parkway over to where a stall cleared at I-285. And believe it or not, we are on hour 4 of a truck crash cleanup in the right lane down near the airport. 285 northbound, the outer loop north of Highway 166 Langford Parkway. That's keeping the ride slow from Camp Creek Parkway. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the TrustDale.com 24-hour traffic center. Triple team traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Now Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast, sponsored by Shoemate, the official plumber of Atlanta. Here's meteorologist Christina Edwards.
Clear skies this evening. Temperatures slowly falling into the upper 30s, low 40s for tomorrow morning. Tomorrow afternoon, mostly sunny with highs in the low to mid 60s. Increasing cloud cover on Saturday, but staying mainly dry all the way through the evening hours. Saturday morning lows in the mid 30s, daytime highs in the mid 60s. Off and on heavy rain showers for Sunday with daytime highs near 50. As much as 1 to 1.5 inches of rainfall possible through Monday morning. Drying out through Monday afternoon with highs in the mid 60s.
Right now, 65 in Brookhaven, 61 in Beaufort, also 61 in Union City. More news at 5:30. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
It's hour 3 of the Von Hessler Doctrine. Eric will be back tomorrow at Bloody Nose Alert.
That's right.
The dam has burst and Jared's dry, chapped nose is now leaking.
I know. I was so mad.
I got a bleedy nose.
So mad. Literally in the middle of Christina's weather there. My nose just, felt like a drip.
She has that effect. It's like scanners.
I guess so. She's like, I'm going to make him suffer today. I had gotten like a little baby one in the shower earlier today and didn't need any tissues. Like a little baby nosebleed.
Oh, okay.
Not like a massive gusher. And then I'm like, yeah, it's probably too good to be true. And then right before we come on the air here, big old nosebleed. I gotta get this procedure on my nose.
What are you gonna do? What are they gonna do? Stick a hot poker in there and you can do it yourself.
I could. You're right. It could save some money.
Let's do it on air.
Yeah, do it on air.
Oh, we can turn the whole stuff. Listen, you want to get people to watch us on the WSB Plus camera feed?
Yeah,
I will happily do that.
Have the doctor come in here, get the hot poker all lit, and cauterize your nose.
At this point,
won't that kill all the nose hairs, and then you won't have nose hairs anymore?
I have not heard that before, but I would not mind it because my nose hairs.
You have to have nose hairs, Jared.
Well, what's
they're important.
Well, what's so disgusting is, and I'm probably giving way too much information.
That's okay.
This nose talk here on the Von Hessler Doctrine is that because I get these massive nosebleeds, in order to prevent them, my nose hairs are insanely thick and insanely long. And anytime I trim them, I get like a nosebleed.
Do you go up in there with the trimmer? Is that
yeah, I do.
You can't do that because it gets on the side of your nose and that'll aggravate your nose. So stop doing that.
Listen,
you don't need to have vanity in your nostrils.
I don't want to be walking around with a big old bush hanging from my nose. That's the last thing.
Pluck the protruders.
I guess
no,
so.
Don't pluck them.
Really?
No, you could die that way.
What?
Google it.
Okay. Well,
ask whatever AI of your choice. Well, no, you're not supposed to pluck your nose hairs out.
Okay. Well, noted.
Sometimes you can't
I've
help
gotten
it.
lucky so far.
You have, yes.
I didn't know you could die from that. It's
I'll trim.
Well, I want you to I want you to prove that I'm wrong or right. So
will do.
Ask your favorite AI if that's an old wives' tale or not. But don't rip your nose hairs out. And if you're going to shave them, just shave the ones that hang out. All right, maybe you should have a better diet.
Maybe so, RFK Jr.
Yes, RFK
Haven't
Jr.
heard from you in a while.
Well, I keep under the radar.
You getting along with Trumpy there?
I like him, I guess, but I got my food pyramid change, and the food pyramid is now better than it was. It's like that old episode of South Park where they just flipped it.
They sure did. They just absolutely.
It is almost exactly like that episode of South Park from, 5 years ago.
Yeah, they did completely flip it.
Yes, eat a lot of meat and fat and very little grain, and you'll be a lot better than you were before while Jared's nose is bleeding. Speaking, we have some RFK stories, but the reason we're getting into them while Jared's fixing his nose is RFK Jr. was here in 2024, wasn't he?
Yes.
He was here. What was he doing? He did like a meet and greet in the Live Lounge, right?
That's right, yeah.
Is that something Shelley organized?
That is correct. Shelley did organize that.
And you came in to meet him.
I did with my mother.
Your mother wanted to meet him. Were you big fans?
Both
of
of us
RFK?
wanted to meet RFK Jr. He's an interesting
Well,
guy.
I wanted to meet him too, but nobody told me about it.
What? You missed it? You weren't there?
I wasn't there.
Yes, I don't remember
but we
you.
did. I was here when Eric interviewed him on the air live. That was cool.
That was over the phone.
Yes, that was over the phone. Yes, not in the studio. But you came in to meet him. He was an interesting person running for president at the time, and eventually joined Trump's team. But you had an interesting encounter with him. Now, be delicate with this.
Yeah.
You followed him into the bathroom.
I had to go to the restroom too, so it wasn't.
Did you follow him, or did you know he was in there when you walked in, or did you just walk in and see him?
Followed him into the restroom,
So you
having to
knew-
go to the
Yes, but-
restroom as well. It wasn't full creep mode.
You knew he was in there.
Correct. You're
Okay.
not wrong about
All right.
that.
So you followed him in there.
I followed him into
creeped
the restroom.
him out.
We urinated, and then
I'm
we were-
assuming that's what you did. You don't need
No.
to
Well, I'm just
involve all
giving
that.
you all the details.
So you didn't bother him while he was going.
Yeah, nobody did number 2 or anything like
No,
that.
no. We don't have to allow. He wasn't throwing
I
up.
wanna-
He wasn't shaving his legs. No, what I'm saying is you didn't bother him while he was going to the bathroom.
We completed our business.
Okay, that's all you had to say.
And then we were at the sink.
Washing your hands.
Washing our hands.
Did you have the one with the knobs, or did you have the automatic one?
I was on the left side, so whichever.
Yeah, that's the one with the knobs. That's the
I
good
had the
one.
knobs.
Yeah, I like the one with the knobs. I don't like these automatic sinks, paper towel dispensers, because I know better than the robot does.
Oh, the paper towel dispensers. Don't get me started on that one. It gives you like the
I won't.
smallest little sheet, and you're
Right.
like, that's not going to dry my hands.
Yeah, see, the people that clean the bathrooms know that, and that's why they leave that roll there. All right, so setting the scene, Jared, while you were out getting another hanky, or a nose plug. George
nose
follows
pond.
them into the bathroom. They do their business. They're washing their hands. You have the great opportunity. You're alone in a bathroom with RFK Jr. He didn't have any dead animals with him.
Correct. And
No-
nobody was doing any illicit drugs.
Well,
off
he
of the
stopped doing all
toilets
that
either.
years ago. So what happens?
I asked him a question. I said, can I ask you a question about your uncle?
Yes.
And I asked him a concontroversial question.
No, you asked him. You
about
said
the motivations about.
Were you
his
looking at him in the
uncle's assassination?
Hang on. I need you to slow down.
All right.
And explain it to me. Were you looking into the mirror, or were you looking into his eyes? Did
It
you
was
look?
just one of those where you. I think I was kind of looking towards him, maybe not right directly at him.
Was he giving off "I don't want this guy to talk to me" vibe? Were you giving off that
No, I wouldn't say that. We had
Jack
taken
Black
pictures,
and Bob
so-
Roberts? You ever see that movie Bob Roberts?
No.
I highly recommend it with Tim Robbins. But if you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about. Jack Black plays this guy who's obsessed with Tim Robbins' political candidate character, and he's just staring at him. So I think you're probably giving up the Travis Bickle, maybe.
A little bit. Me and my mother had taken pictures and kind of shaken hands.
Okay, so you'd already met him.
Yeah, there was a little bit of a meet and greet scenario before we ventured into the bathroom together.
Okay.
And then,
so you said, can I ask you a question about your uncle's assassination?
Yeah, and I asked my question.
And he went, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, he said yes, and he kind of tensed up.
Oh, God, I got one of these weirdos.
I don't know if he thought I was trying to get information out of him, or if he thought I was some OPSEC guy trying to find out what.
No, what he thought
would
was,
say.
I'm trying to go to the bathroom, and this young dude that I just shook hands with and took a
Maybe
picture
I
with
read
followed me
into
to
it
the.
a little, yeah.
He knows you followed him into the bathroom to ask him this question. So you asked him an uncomfortable question.
I had to go to the restroom as well.
So. Well, that's okay. There's a lot of them here. Where he might not have been. You asked.
I was surprised I was able to go in there with him. Honestly, he had some security with him, but they let me go right.
There wasn't a huge crowd for that event. I remember, and it was like really, really tight knit, like WSB.
Very limited event.
40 max.
But I think
it was a hang, not a meet and greet.
My takeaway from it, and George, I mean, you tell me what you think, because you were there with your mom. I brought my family too. And I thought he was a little cold with us, like, to be honest with you. Like, he was a little annoyed to be there. And I'm like,
Rubes can't even say the word trailer.
Well, he was in the middle of, like, the full court press thing.
Yeah, all the anti-RFK stuff was coming out.
And he was, hitting, like, he was leaving here to go to something else, had just done something else before he came.
And he was late, too. That was the other thing.
Well, I was eating a bear.
He was in the press run, for sure.
Yes. So you ask him this uncomfortable question, which is in the conspiratorial circles. Having to do, it's one of the theories as to why JFK was assassinated, which we will skip over.
Yeah,
but
the fact that we're skipping over it, you might have an idea of what we're talking about.
Maybe I was going to leave it where I left it, but go ahead.
Yeah, so
you ask him the question, and what does he say?
He said no. It had much more to do with Vietnam.
See, I'd never really heard that.
That was his answer.
Did he elaborate or run away like I would have?
Well, I asked him, do you think that the people that asked the question I asked are more kooky? And he said, yeah, I do. I think it's more about Vietnam.
I think it's more about Vietnam based on who I hang out with and get money from. He didn't say that?
No, he didn't elaborate.
Of course he didn't elaborate. You were in a bathroom.
Well, I thought that was kind of a whack answer.
Yeah.
And I would have asked, I'd like to ask more questions, but I knew that my time was up.
Yeah, your time. You got one question in the bathroom with a presidential candidate who's also a Kennedy.
Yeah. But that was a cool moment. It was
probably could have asked Teddy, but, he's dead.
Yeah.
I would have asked him questions, too. I might have asked him a different question, but the same, if that makes any sense. Because I'm always curious about that.
Along the same lines?
Because one of the things that they said before the election was, well, you vote for us or we're going to release all these files. Well, guess what? That never happened.
The JFK files.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, that never happened.
And we know why that doesn't happen is because people who work for agencies now go in there and they open it up and they look at it. And immediately when they do that, it becomes top secret again and they can't release them.
Correct.
And I think that is by design. We'll never know.
Good for you for keeping that story in your quiver as long as you did there, George. It's difficult to hold on to.
Well, I was a little worried that what I did might have been.
Well, it's my fault. He told
upon.
me, and then I was laughing, and Eric asked me what I was laughing at, and I told him.
It is a funny story. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. It takes some what to ask somebody that, especially a presidential candidate, when you're going to be controversial in a bathroom like that. That's takes some.
You say that I'm reading into his reaction about just him tensing up, but I thought there was some real kind of answers within his reaction.
I think he was tense because you were talking to him in the bathroom.
Creeping him out. Okay.
Yeah, you were creeping him out. That's okay though. It happens.
Setting is important.
Speaking of creepy.
Hey.
No, I'm just kidding. Alex Williams is taking a look at 285.
That's right, Tim. Got some better news. Southeast leg of the perimeter crash, I should say, moved off to the right, 285 eastbound, the outer loop before Flat Shoals, exit 48. Some lingering delays back toward Moreland Avenue. 285 southbound, the inner loop slow into cab, out of Dorville into Tucker and Clarkston, getting down to Highway 78 to Stone Mountain Freeway. Earlier stall in Sandy Springs, 285 westbound, the outer loop Riverside Drive. That's also clear. Delays back into Dunwoody. And they stay with you out of Sandy Springs over to I-75 in Cobb County with southbound a slow ride through Smyrna Vinings to I-20, the West Freeway. Traffic brought to you by SuperSure. Do you own a small business or you need to hear this? A seismic shift is coming. It's time to get SuperSure. Not kind of sure, not pretty sure, but SuperSure coming soon. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the TrustDale.com 24-hour traffic center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Buying a new car? Need help fixing your current car? What's the safest car for a first-time buyer? The Car Guys have the answer. Join Shelley Winter and automotive expert Kevin Deutsch this and every Saturday at 12 for all your car needs. The Car Guys, presented by Butler Lexus of South Atlanta, Saturdays at noon on 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
I'm here with Chris Hoffman, the founder of Hoffman Financial Group and host of Money Unleashed right here on 95.5 WSB. Chris, it's a brand new year, and that means it's a great time to get organized and get your financial house in order. So if that's one of your New Year's resolutions, Hoffman Financial Group is here to help with that, aren't we?
Yeah, so we make it simple, right? And it goes back to saving people time. Don't worry about you having to work with us. We work for you. So if you were to reach out to us, we would start with something as simple as the Portfolio X-ray. Simple as far as your time that you need to provide us some data points on, but we'll take the hours and we'll apply our expertise to generate a pretty comprehensive look at your financial life, specifically your risk profile, the fees in your portfolio, the performance over last year, 3 years, 5 years, the last 10 years against benchmarks. We'll also stress test it. Can we go back in time and say what would have happened to your portfolio during the Great Recession or the dot-com bubble that burst or the COVID correction? It'll give you an indication of how much your money is at risk. All of those components mixed into one simple 10 to 14 page report. We'll give you a copy of it. We'll walk you through it. And as I say, I have yet to see one that didn't have 2 or 3 golden nuggets, as I call them, of opportunity for you to contemplate possibly enhancing your financial future moving forward.
Get 2026 started on the right foot with this complimentary offer from Hoffman Financial Group. There's no cost for the Portfolio X-ray, and the report is yours to keep. Call 404-737-3858. That's 404-737-3858 and online at unleashyourmoney.com. Investment advisory services offered through Brookstone Wealth Advisors, a registered investment advisor. Insurance and annuities offered through Hoffman Financial Group Incorporated, Georgia Insurance License number 163546.
EMC Security.
Our video doorbells are handy for seeing when packages are delivered or when the kids come home or even checking to see who is at the door. But what about when something more serious happens, like a break-in or fire? That's when you need a monitored security system. At EMC Security, we've been protecting Georgians for almost 30 years. Still locally owned and still no contracts.
EMC Security. Smart protection for a safer tomorrow.
Did you know that eating healthier and more delicious food is not only good for you, but affordable as well? Hi, it's Sue from Bread Beckers with Sue's Healthy Minute. At the Bread Beckers store in Woodstock, we can teach you how to make real, delicious bread loaded with fiber and nutrients from real whole grains. A healthy, delicious, and affordable solution for your family. Eating real bread will satisfy your hunger and greatly reduce the amount of food you need to eat. Plus, your improved health from eating real bread may even reduce the need for frequent doctor visits. That's what Real Bread did for our family. 2 doctor visits with 9 kids in 25 years. I have a degree in food science, and for more than 30 years, I've studied the incredible health benefits of whole grains and real bread. So if you're struggling with bowel issues, high cholesterol, weight gain, warts, or kids who seem to be constantly sick, take the first steps to a healthier, more affordable life. Visit breadbeckers.com or our Bread Beckers store in Woodstock.
Every car dealership's the exact same, right? Wrong. Dave Baker here for Beaver Toyota of Cumming, voted the #1 Toyota dealership in Georgia. And it's easy to see why. I can sum it up in 2 words. Beaver benefits. Like a lifetime powertrain guarantee, lifetime free oil changes, free car washes, and loaner vehicles. There's a restaurant, a salon, a clean spot for your kids to romp. And you thought all dealerships were the same. The Toyota Tundra from Beaver Toyota is the official truck of the Home Fix-It Show. See them on the web at beavertoyotacumming.com.
Jared, get your nose tampon in. Is it slowing down? Is the bleeding over?
It definitely is slowing down.
All right.
I tried to get one of those.
Now you're trying to get what? One of the you have a little emergency napkins stored everywhere.
Well, you know what? We don't have any more back here.
Look, I can't look at you.
I know. I'm a creature right now. I'm sure everybody watching on WSB Plus are like, what in the world?
I can't look at you. You have that thing in your nose.
Well, it was so difficult because we have all of these these plastic forks, the pack, right, where you get the plastic fork, the plastic spoon, the plastic knife, and you get the tiniest little napkin in there. And I tried that tiny little napkin to clog my nose, and sure enough, like, it was gushing out of the sides of my nose. So thankfully, I have got more tissues, and I'm good to go. I am good to go.
Well, that's good. We were talking about George's RFK encounter, the awkward RFK encounter in the bathroom. No offense, George.
Yeah, I could have been way more awkward.
Yeah, I know you could have. I can believe that. You don't have to convince me. But he is in the news.
Yes, he is. Apparently, he was on Theo Vaughn's podcast, and he said this.
You know what? I said this when we came in, and I said, I don't care what happens. I'm going to a meeting every day.
Yeah.
And I said, I'm not scared of a germ. I used to snort cocaine off of toilet seats. And I know this disease will kill me.
Right.
Like if I don't treat it, which means going to meetings every day, it's just bad for my life.
Well, that's admirable, and that he committed to it, and that he went through recovery and worked the program.
Yeah, he's talking about COVID there, so trying to keep going to meetings through all that, which I'm sure was a challenge for anybody that's in recovery.
I imagine it was. They probably did a lot of them virtually.
True.
But even then, you're not around people. You're not.
Yeah, right. And
you're not having that experience of being in a room with people and having a community,
social stuff.
But I did a lot of coke off of a toilet. I mean, usually people did them on the what do they call the back of the toilet? The tank, the top
That's
of the
what
tank.
the rumors are, right?
I knew people. I didn't, but I knew people in college. I would go to these parties when I was in college. There was booze, and then the people who would go into the one room to smoke. And then every once in a while, the older people at the party would all go into the bathroom. And one time I said, "Why are they all going in the bathroom together?" And this guy, we called him GQ. I don't know. I don't even remember. I guess it was the way he dressed.
Oh, okay.
And everybody
Spiffy.
called him GQ. He was a frat guy, and that was his nickname. And I don't even remember his real name, but he goes, you don't want to go in there. I'm like, why don't you don't want to go in there? You don't want any of that. And I found out what they were doing. They were just going there and doing coke, but not off of the seat. So he must have been in a bathroom, where they have, the one of those advanced toilets that doesn't have the tank.
One of those ones where it just has the buttons on the wall, right? Where it's got the 2 and the 1.
Yeah, I don't touch any buttons in a bathroom. I use my foot.
Oh, really? You're one of those people?
Yeah, I'm not touching that thing.
Oh, I touch the button.
No,
It's got like a little the
handle.
2 for 2 and the 1 for 1.
I'm not touching the handle. You touch the handle?
Not the handle, but the button I touch.
No,
so.
if there's a button and they don't have the courtesy of a handle, I just leave.
I feel like it's too. But here's the issue that I have. I think the buttons, at least at the bathrooms that I've been,
someone else
are about eye level. They're just a little bit lower than eye level. So you reach your leg all the way up to eye level like that?
No. I'm saying if it has a handle, I use my foot. If it has the button, I ignore it. I'm not. No. If you're gonna have the button, then go automatic flush. Because I'm not touching it. I'll touch my.
You touch it and then you wash your hands.
Well, I don't know. What if you don't have time to wash your hands? Like my son said to me the other day.
Some residual too. And you can,
Nah. Like my son said to me the other day. He said, "Did you wash your hands?" He goes, "No. When you pee, you don't have to wash your hands." I said, "That's sound logic."
That is not appropriate.
Have to do some giveaways?
We sure do. Let's give away a little James
I even
Taylor
wrote
here.
it on here, Jared. So
Hall of Famer.
That's right. So hey, you can win 2 tickets to see James Taylor on Thursday, September 17th at Synovus Bank Amphitheater at Chastain Park. Just be calling number 10 to 404-872-0750. Tickets are on sale at Ticketmaster.com. Alex Williams is checking 75 in Cobb.
A slow ride on I-75 this evening, Tim. You are seeing those brake lights starting right around Delk Road. It's pretty crowded the whole way up to Highway 92, exit 277 in Ackworth. 575 southbound crash that was on the left shoulder. They just blocked and reopened all lanes to get it over to the right shoulder. 575 southbound at Bells Ferry. That's kept you on the brakes. Back to Ridgewalk Parkway, 400 northbound. Still seeing a little bit of volume out of Alpharetta into Forsyth County, where the earlier trouble cleared up at Highway 141. In 85 northbound, it's all brake lights out of DeKalb and Gwinnett from Chamblee Tucker Road, but gets a little bit better at Jimmy Carter. Secondary slow zone between Duluth and Suwanee. Traffic brought to you by Reliable Heating and Air. Stop paying for expensive heating and air repairs or home warranties. Get a reliable protection plan for just $14.99 a month and enjoy 100% parts and labor coverage for any age, system, make, or model. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the TrustDale.com 24-hour traffic center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Thinking about replacing an old toilet? Now is the perfect time. Dave Baker here from Mr. Plumber. Right now, when you purchase a new toilet installation from Mr. Plumber, you'll receive a $150 credit towards any other plumbing service. That's right. Upgrade your bathroom and save on repairs, drain cleaning, water heaters, and more. Fast, professional service from the plumbers you trust. Don't wait for leaks or clogs to get worse. Call Mr. Plumber today or book online at MrPlumberAtlanta.com. Mr. Plumber, your peace of mind pros.
If you have Medicaid and are new to Medicare, you may qualify to enroll in a Humana Medicare Advantage dual eligible special needs plan with a lot more benefits like dental, vision, and hearing, along with helpful support when you need it most. Now is the time to see if you qualify to enroll. It only takes a few minutes to find out if you're eligible. Our licensed sales agents are ready to help you understand your options. So this Medicare planning season, we can help you plan well. Learn more at humanaduals.com. Humana, a more human way to healthcare. Humana is a dual-eligible special needs HMO SNP plan with a Medicare contract and a contract with the state Medicaid program. Enrollment in any Humana plan depends on contract renewal.
When winter weather moves in, Georgia families depend on light, warmth, and staying connected. This is Scott Slade. That's why Georgia Power doesn't wait for storms to hit. They're prepared, ready, and working before, during, and after severe weather, no matter the conditions. Because keeping your lights on isn't just their job, it's their commitment to every community they serve. Reliable energy you can count on, with a Georgia Power team working around the clock. They're here for Georgia, and they're here for you. Learn more at georgiapower.com/storm.
The following is a paid commercial announcement.
Georgia has a special election, and there's one Republican you need to know about. Republican Brian Stover.
Who?
Republican Brian Stover. Brian Stover is the pro-Trump Republican in the race.
Brian Stover is the pro-Trump Republican in the race?
Yes, Brian Stover is the pro-Trump Republican. Stover founded a successful waste management business. Now he employs over 100 people. Like Trump, Stover's a businessman, not a politician. Stover is going to help President Trump take out the trash. He'll stand up for ICE, keep men out of girls' sports, and fight to bring down the rising costs.
Sounds like I'll be voting for pro-Trump Republican Brian Stover.
Christian, conservative, pro-Trump Republican, and trash destroyer, Brian Stover for Congress.
I'm Brian Stover, candidate for Congress, and I approve this message.
Paid for by Brian Stover for Congress.
Live from the Superior Plumbing Studios.
News,
weather,
traffic. 95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's news and talk.
At 5:30, I'm Bill Caiaccio with our top local story. More than 24 schools could close in DeKalb County as part of a consolidation plan. In a new video from Superintendent Norman Sauce, he says it's due to declining enrollment and roughly 18,000 empty seats.
Over the past decade, the DeKalb County School District has experienced a steady decline in student enrollment. Now, we're not alone in this trend. It's happening across the nation and here in Georgia, especially in Metro Atlanta.
No final decisions have been made, and a community review process will take place over the next 2 months before any recommendations go to the school board. We have posted the list of impacted schools on our website and the WSB Radio app. It is 62 degrees in Atlanta. How much rain coming this weekend? Meteorologist Christina Edwards has Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast coming up. 2 bills dealing with Georgia's income tax passed the state Senate today. One eliminates the state income tax entirely for people making less than $100,000 a year. A second slashes the income tax rate to 3.99%. Democratic State Senator Nikki Merritt says it's going to create a hole in the state budget.
It guarantees a budget shortfall that the state cannot pause or reverse.
But Republican Senator Blake Tillery says this will help the middle class.
If you think this is a middle class tax hike, please tell me where you draw the line for the middle class.
The legislation now goes to the House. Georgia Senator Jon Ossoff calls it a national crisis. A new bipartisan survey looks at special needs kids who end up behind bars.
One Atlanta mother says her son, after being diagnosed with major depressive disorder, agoraphobia, a social phobia, and generalized anxiety, never received the care he needed in high school. Instead, during the 11th grade,
he had a major meltdown and was held for crisis stabilization.
for 5 days.
Amanda Figures says he was held for days at a juvenile detention center before. She says her son is a good kid, and officials note this is just one of many children who are held in facilities as a substitute for mental health services. Mary Ryan Howarth, 95.5 WSB.
Two brothers in Norcross are sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole after they're convicted in a sexual abuse case. Gwinnett County prosecutors say the victim reported the abuse to her mother, who contacted police. 3 other victims from DeKalb County also testified against Jose Soriano and his brother, Jordi Soriano Balbuena. The DA says the verdicts and sentence protect the most vulnerable members of the community. When World Cup matches come to Atlanta this summer, local organizers expect the city's experience hosting big events to be a major advantage.
Atlanta hasn't been in a spotlight this bright since 1996, but the city is well-versed in putting out the red carpet for big crowds.
I know we have not hosted FIFA before, but we have hosted major global events since the Olympics. You can talk about Super Bowl, the biggest conventions in the world come to Atlanta. Taylor Swift, Beyonce, we could argue those are global in their own right.
Host committee COO Georgia O'Donoghue thinks their exhaustive preparation will be evident. He expects Atlanta's 8 cup matches to go off without a hitch. The curtain goes up June 23rd. Graham Carroll, 95.5 WSB.
President Trump announces today a rollback of greenhouse gas regulations he says have made cars more expensive.
This action will eliminate over $1.3 trillion of regulatory costs and help bring car prices tumbling down dramatically.
The head of the EPA says by ending the tough emissions standards and EV mandates, families will save over $2,400 on new vehicles. 2 Metro Atlanta cities are taking feedback on plans to extend the Winters Chapel path.
Dunwoody Public Works Director Michael Smith says the goal of the project is to improve safety and expand mobility choices for the people who use Winters Chapel every day. The just over half-a-mile route begins and ends in Dunwoody. A third of it is within the city of Peachtree Corners. Phase 2 would connect the existing path to the future Peeler Path. The project reflects years of planning and community interest in safer, more connected walking and biking options. It'll be 3 years before construction is expected to begin. Cheryl Castro, 95.5 WSB.
It's now 5:34. Time for live team coverage of traffic and weather. In the 24-hour traffic center, it's Alex Williams.
Hey, Bill, looks like maybe some new trouble on the West Freeway inbound, 20 eastbound, just past Martin Luther King Jr. Drive, exit 53. I think that is taking out the left lane, causing a little bit of a slowdown there, but what's even slower is downtown, 75 south. Those heavy brake lights find you at Moores Mill. 400 south crowds in right around Lennox Road, and 85 south does the same at North Druid Hills, and then it's going to stay slow all the way down to I-20. Not any better northbound, 75, 85 northbound. You're stacked and packed from Highway 166 Langford Parkway up past Peachtree Pine Street. Better news heading into downtown on the East Freeway, 20 westbound. Earlier crash just past Boulevard. Exit number 59 has been moved off to the right. All lanes are back open, but I-20 east and west out in DeKalb County. Still seeing brake lights in both directions in the work zone between 285 and the mall at Stonecrest. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the TrustDale.com 24-hour traffic center. Triple team traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Now Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast with meteorologist Christina Edwards.
Clear skies this evening. Temperatures slowly falling into the upper 30s, low 40s for tomorrow morning. Tomorrow afternoon, mostly sunny with highs in the low to mid 60s. Increasing cloud cover on Saturday, but staying mainly dry all the way through the evening hours. Saturday morning lows in the mid 30s, daytime highs in the mid 60s. Off and on heavy rain showers for Sunday with daytime highs near 50. As much as 1 to 1.5 inches of rainfall possible through Monday morning. Drying out through Monday afternoon with highs in the mid 60s.
65 in Conyers, 63 in College Park, and 58 in Cumming. More news at 6 o'clock. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
That's another amazing run by Team USA.
Mom, think I'll be on Team USA one day?
Well, I'll take this one.
What? Are you speaking to us?
Yes, and to answer your question, anything's possible, especially with Xfinity.
So, I can be the best snowboarder ever?
Well, I can't guarantee that, but Xfinity can guarantee that your internet price won't change for 5 years.
Okay. What if I practice every day?
Then maybe you'll be snowboarding for Team USA at the next Olympic Winter Games. And Mom, you'll still be paying the same price for Wi-Fi.
Ooh, really stuck the landing there. It's the Xfinity Gold Medal Celebration. Now through February 22nd, get our best price on gig Wi-Fi for 5 years guaranteed, just $50 a month. Plus, get Peacock Premium included for 2 years. That's a $10.99 value per month. Xfinity. Imagine that. Proud partner of Team USA. Restrictions apply. Requires paperless billing and auto pay with stored bank account. Taxes and fees extra. Actual speeds vary.
Pro athletes and attorneys count on George Stein, the DUI lawyer. You can too. GeorgeStein.com.
Are you worried about high blood pressure? Have you tried to lower your numbers with little success? You may be eligible for a clinical research study evaluating the impact of an investigational blood pressure procedure. If you are an adult and have high blood pressure or are taking medications to manage high blood pressure, you may qualify for this study, which is expected to last at least 4 years. Call 404-605-3118 and ask whether you may be eligible for the Spiral Gemini Pilot Study, located at the Piedmont Research Institute in Atlanta at 95 Collier Road, Suite 3010. That's 404-605-3118. Caution: hepatic denervation is limited by law to clinical investigation in all geographies. The generator and catheter used in the Gemini study for hepatic denervation are not approved for sale or use in the U.S. or any other country.
All right, do we have a winner to congratulate? We sure do. It's Shannon Epps from Monroe, Georgia, who won a pair of tickets to see James Taylor Thursday, September 17th at Synovus Bank Amphitheater at Chastain Park. Tickets are on sale at Ticketmaster.com, and we'll have, I believe, one more shot to win tomorrow.
That's right, and we have more open mics. People trying to help me here, Tim.
Hey, Jared, if you take my Super Greens and Essential Source, it'll stop your nosebleed.
I guess that was a
that
Dr.
supposed to be Dr. Joe?
I guess so, Tim. Tim, your job is perfectly safe with that impersonation.
It sounded so good, I thought it was AI. Just kidding. It was funny.
Going back to the word trailer being the hardest word for Georgians to say, according to Google Analytics.
Yep.
This guy wants to weigh in on that.
Hey, this is Sean from Auburn, and as far as words that present potential minefields in the elocution department, one comes to mind that applies to a great deal of our state, and that would be the word rural. R-U-R-A-L, rural. Y'all take care. Thanks.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I have a hard time with that word. Rural.
Rural.
I've had a hard time with my R's my whole life. Rural.
Really?
Uh-huh. It was funny because Gilbert, my son, the other day, or it might have been a month ago, I don't know. Everything just sort of bleeds together. He goes, I have a hard time saying R, Daddy. And I go, so do I. And he went, wow. Just certain words.
A good bonding moment.
Rural.
Rural.
Because it's a lazy word. You have to really force your lip up. Rural.
Yeah, you do.
Uh-huh. But the guy said elocution quite well.
He did. The
Yeah.
guy knows he knows his words.
Yes. How's your nose? Is it better?
I think it's almost stopped.
Because you took Dr. Joe's Super Greens?
I didn't take Dr. Joe's Super Greens, but you know what? Next time I'll consider it.
All right.
I knew, again, earlier today, I was taking a shower before coming in for the show, and I had like a little mini baby nosebleed.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I think I got it all out of my system then. Because there's nothing worse when you look down and you see blood in the shower. You're like, okay, that's kind of gross. And
well, I'm glad that it's healed up.
And I think we're basically done with it. So you only have to look at me with my little nose pawn in for so long.
Oh, I don't mind your nose pawn. You know, I know you have a story you want to get to, but I do want to say that I have to congratulate Jake Tapper from CNN. He's finally back in the studio instead of standing outside of Savannah Guthrie's mom's house, where he's been all week until today. I find that with a lot of these stories, now I get it if there's a hurricane or there was a disaster or something happened in a city, you want to have everybody there. But being at this Savannah Guthrie's mom's house, I don't know why the media all have to be parked there. What are you going to talk about all day? Until she is found or until, they pay the ransom or whatever. We don't know what's going on in that case, but every time I look up, there's a reporter standing out there and you see the agave cactus outside of her. And they found some gloves. But do they really need to go and talk about it all day long?
Yeah, it's like as if they're
not helping.
Obviously it's a huge story, and I can understand like the human interest element of it, but being out there doesn't make sense. It's as if they think that the crook who did this is just gonna walk right by their news
sorry,
feed.
here she is.
It's gonna walk.
You know what? My bad. I shouldn't have done it. You don't have to give me the Bitcoin. Here she is. I'll just leave. I'll go home.
Yeah, I don't need. I didn't mean to.
I don't need to do that. Yeah, you're right. I just, she's in the. She's over here. She's tied up in my trunk. But she's okay. She's fine. I got her. I went and found meds.
No, it's a terrible story. Anybody who had your parent gets, you can't even think about something like that.
Right.
Your parent being abducted.
It feels like we're extras in a movie, and this is like the newsreel is
featured
in like a,
snapshot in the movie.
But and she obviously Savannah Guthrie is a media person. She does NBC News and the Today Show, right? She's on the Today Show.
That's correct.
And it's one of those rare cases where when it first happened, I thought, okay, what is the president going to say? Because he doesn't like her. They've had confrontations, and so I was pleasantly surprised that he was nice about it, and he said he called her, and we got to get to the bottom of this. But overall, it's just a terrible story, and you got to wonder and think about what is going through, Savannah Guthrie and her siblings and their whole family, and this poor lady just being grabbed out of her house.
Accusations that they're in on it. It's some sort of
you're going to
inside
have
job.
that nutty stuff.
Yeah, of course.
Those are the conspiracy nuts. It didn't even take 24 hours. And the first thing was, well, I wonder if it has anything to do with the Epstein list.
Yeah, I saw that.
What, her mom was on the Epstein list?
Right. Or I guess so Savannah Guthrie had interviewed. I saw this.
She interviewed Jeffrey Epstein.
But there was, an interview that she did with her fellow Today Show host. And I saw this on Reels, so I'm going off memory here, where she talked to some of the ladies, the victims from the Epstein Island, and they were starting to draw conclusions that it might be from that.
I know it has nothing to do with that. We don't know what it has to do with. It could be anything, and to speculate that it has something to do with Epstein is ridiculous.
It has turned into this. Very much like everyone's become armchair detectives. And
that's been around for a long time, but you're right.
And they're ratting out their neighbors now. They're again bringing up the family members.
Like there was thousands of hits on the hotline.
Yeah, and it's like, guys, my whole thing is you can't imagine, number one, what that family's going through, and then just to treat it like it's a sport like that and say, I don't know, the Hendersons down the street, they've been acting awfully weird. They didn't take their trash down on Tuesday.
What's crazy to me is that she's not the only person who lives in that neighborhood. She had a Ring door camera or a Nest camera, and they had to wait, a week to get access to it because they didn't have the login. And then don't the other people, everybody has that stuff. Why don't the people across the street have it? Why don't they have cameras focused on the street where they could see? Because obviously the person didn't go through not the woods, but they didn't walk through the desert.
Yeah, no, they definitely came to the neighborhood, and hopefully they are looking at more and more of those different cameras that are on doors.
The latest I've read is that there's a guy that's writing into TMZ and telling them that he knows who took her, and he just wants 1 Bitcoin to tell them who took her.
Well, have they found this person? Because I need to find this person.
No, he keeps writing into TMZ and saying, the longer you wait, the longer it gets, the more dangerous this situation could be. You should give me my Bitcoin so I can tell you, I need the Bitcoin because I'm going to be on the lam, because I'm going to be a national rat, and I'm going to need to lay low if I do tell you. And
that's ridiculous. Yeah. Now you get the 1 Bitcoin. You better get. Well, also he wants it now because it keeps going down.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
The other day, Greg brought up a stock that he bought. What did he buy? He bought Reddit stock. And after he was talking about that on the show, I said, I'll buy into it. I bought a fraction of it, and it immediately went down. That's me with gambling, with stock purchases. I'm not good with it.
It's a lesson well learned there.
That's, what? You put it in your mattress, it stays in your mattress.
I played craps for the first time on the cruise. Lost $70, but I did get quite a few rolls. I think I made some other people money, which was
that's good.
Good for them.
It's good to make
a round of applause after I threw my final 7 or whatever.
It's good to make other people happy, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So you lost all your money?
I lost $70 over the whole week.
Okay.
Yeah, but at the craps table, I was betting the pass, and that means you get to roll longer. I don't even know exactly how it works, but I know I made some people money.
Yeah, good.
They were happy.
Except for yourself.
Yeah.
You ever play roulette?
I played a little roulette, but that one seems, you lose your money pretty quickly in that one.
You can, but
a lot of time at the
if
table.
you're betting red and black and not focusing on the numbers and stuff like that, you have a good chance to make some money.
No, I lost money.
Okay.
Blackjack, lost money.
All right, so George and I are in the same place.
Exactly.
I'm telling you, the game to play if you want to win money is Buffalo. I love that game.
Buffalo? I
don't
even know what that is.
Yeah, slot. Yeah,
you ever play War?
I have not played War.
I love that some casinos have War. Which is the most basic. It's War, the game you played as a kid.
Really, where you just flip the card over and
you have a card, they
higher,
have a card.
And then whichever one's higher wins?
And if you have the tie, you do the 3 cards and you flip it over.
Oh, yeah.
And you can double down while you're doing that.
That's cool.
I won a lot of money in Canada doing that, which ended up not being a lot of money because it was Canada. Alex Williams says there is a truck fire cleanup on 285 in southwest Atlanta.
Yeah, that's right, Tim. They have been out here since 1 o'clock this afternoon cleaning this up, and it is in the right lane, 285 northbound, the inner loop before Cascade Road. That's what's keeping that ride all clogged up from Camp Creek Parkway. The outer loop on the west side are heading to the west side, 285 westbound. Delays find you around Chamblee-Dunwoody Road. You're going to stay pretty thick over to I-75 in Cobb and on and off the brakes southbound through Smyrna-Vinings down to I-20, the West Freeway. The inner loop leaving Sandy Springs into DeKalb County. I'm seeing that ride slow down on 285 eastbound from Georgia 400 over to Peachtree Boulevard. Then it gets pretty heavy again southbound, leaving Dorville into Tucker from I-85. No relief until you get down to Memorial Drive, exit number 41. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the TrustDale.com 24-hour traffic center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Tune in to Atlanta's Morning News.
Shooting in southwest Atlanta that sent a man to the hospital.
All your latest news, weather, and traffic.
Traffic red alert long running now along Georgia 400.
Atlanta's Morning News.
Reports the UN Security Council will also meet.
Tomorrow starting at 5. 95.5 WSB. How Atlanta starts its day.
QC Kinetics helps active people stay active. People like David Boardman, police officer, competitive athlete, and gym owner who trains hard almost every day.
My body's taken a lot of abuse over the years. I've had multiple knee surgeries on both of my knees. I could barely run a mile prior to going to QC Kinetics. Doctors have all told me, hey, you are going to need knee replacements.
But QC Kinetics gave David great news.
We're going to give you the opportunity to have not one, but 2 healthy knees, and we don't have to cut you open.
And after David's regenerative treatments at QC Kinetics?
Since I've gone to them, I run 20, 30 miles a week. I really wouldn't be able to do that if it wasn't for QC Kinetics.
From knee pain to Ironman training.
It's a no-brainer.
Now it's your turn. Call QC Kinetics to book your free consultation today.
Call QC Kinetics, 770-285-8026. That's 770-285-8026. 770-285-8026.
This Valentine's Day, give a gift that says forever and a night out that says, I thought of everything. Hi, I'm Jaron Solomon, and right now at Solomon Brothers, when you spend $9.99 or more, dinner at Michelin recommended Tiny Lou's is on us. You're not just giving a gift, you're creating the whole evening. Solomon Brothers Jewelers in Buckhead, Alpharetta, and Sharpsburg, helping Atlanta say I do and I love you since 1982.
Hey, what's better than candy and roses? How about the safety of your home and family? It's Chris Chandler for TE Certified Electrical Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. They love your home, and they keep my electrical system healthy and safe. TE Certified showing you even more love, too, with a $59 whole home electrical safety inspection. And if you need repairs, get $100 off. Hurry, though. Offer ends February 28th.
TE Certified. We love your home.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-611-2046. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call
800-611-2046. That's 800-611-2046.
Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
It's Eric. Got foundation trouble? Give Engineered Solutions of Georgia a call. They're the only foundation repair company in the state with a team of licensed engineers on staff. 678-ESOG now.
Dial 678-ESOG now.
Hey everyone, it's your buddy Shelly Winter here. Join me this Saturday at noon for the Car Guys with Kevin Deutsch from Butler Lexus of South Atlanta. Buy or lease, fix or sell, everything you want to know about cars, we will cover Saturday noon to 1 right here on 95.5 WSB.
Greg is a real Prevagen user, and this is his story.
Hi, I'm Greg. I'm not an actor. I'm just a regular person. 8 years ago, I just didn't feel like I was on my game. I started taking Prevagen, and I want people to know that Prevagen has worked for me. Give it a try. I want it to help you just like it has helped me.
Prevagen, at stores everywhere without a prescription.
This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Testimonialist was compensated for their time.
America, look around. Everywhere you go, prices are still high, rates have been whipsawing markets, and the debt and spending don't exactly scream stability. Experts say diversifying with intention is the #1 secret account that all American smart money uses to hedge against instability. Monetary Gold has been around since 2000, witnessing multiple economic setbacks. If you call now, Monetary Gold will cover up to a lifetime of your IRA fees on qualified accounts. Call Monetary Gold now at 877-NOW-GOLD. That's 877-NOW-GOLD. Performance may vary. You should always consult your financial and tax professional.
So I got a message on social media from Dan, who was following up on what had happened at Savannah Guthrie's mom's house. What was going on is she wasn't paying the service to save the data.
Right.
So I wasn't aware of that. And the cameras do record everything. So Google went through the servers and found the video and gave it to the FBI. So thank you to Google for doing that. That's how they were able to get that shot of that guy in the ski mask.
It's tremendous that for those that are not subscribers to it, that they have a database that can pull through all those different cameras and find it, because I'm sure that it's probably a much bigger bucket, if that makes sense.
Oh yeah, especially with the millions and millions of people that have them.
Right. And it's not like it just identifies, oh, this is Nancy Guthrie. It's like it's probably just an unidentified.
See, we need
camera.
data centers.
Yeah, there we go.
Give up your water.
The data center saved the day there.
I like Elon's idea of putting the satellites in the sky and having them be the data centers. Not in the sky, but in the orbiting the Earth.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea.
And that way they're solar powered. You're not draining everybody's water. Who knows if that's plausible?
He's
or
been saying a
feasible.
lot lately. I hope he's okay.
Well, that's what he does.
Yeah, he's talking about a catapult to the moon.
That's
another thing. You're just like
a catapult. Where are you going to put that?
Good question. I have no idea.
It would need a very long arm.
Yes, it would.
Do we have time for a story before?
Well, I can't believe we haven't brought this up yet, but with tomorrow being Galentine's Day for the ladies.
You mean February the 13th?
Valentine's Day for the guys.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, tomorrow, Friday the 13th. You nervous?
How come
there,
we
Jim?
don't have the music?
The music? Well, I mean, I figured I'm not superstitious about it. Are you superstitious about it?
Not at all. But whenever a radio person talks about Friday the 13th, they have to play the theme from the movie. No, I'm not. I don't know. There's a reason.
Oh, thank you,
There
George.
go. There's a reason. I think something happened, I don't know, 600 years ago on Friday the 13th, which makes it a bad luck day. But, no. No.
Well, people are saying, over at USA Today at least, people, they're saying that your love is not going to be viewed as lucky. In fact, it's going to be unlucky this Valentine's Day because Friday the 13th is right before Valentine's Day.
You know this has happened before.
It has, yes.
Yes, it has. Several times.
But
what?
But this time, it could be really, really unlucky. And if you end up having a bad date, you can blame it on being Friday the 13th. Makes it easy.
Yeah, I don't think you can't blame the calendar for your bad day. It's not a bad problem.
If for anybody that's single out there and you're like, yeah, that date didn't go, Friday the 13th.
You know what you do if you're single on Friday the 13th? You watch all of the Friday the 13th movies. Call in sick. It's what I'm going to do. No, just kidding. I'm not doing that.
Not a bad idea. There are tattoo deals, by the way. If you want to get a
that's great.
A flash tattoo for $13.
Okay.
For Friday the 13th, you can get even the Friday the 13th theme there. You can
get the theme tattooed on your body.
Yes, believe it or not, you can
all
get
the notes.
I guess not all the notes there, but I guess the logo. Okay. How about that? That's a better way of describing.
Why did you bring that up? Is this happening here?
Well, yes, it's happening here in Atlanta. It's happening in New York, Dallas. There's all kinds of cities that are offering.
Check your local tattoo parlor.
Friday the 13th logos for this Friday the 13th.
I've always wanted to have the Jason Voorhees hockey mask on my body, and I'm going to work on that. Thank you for the tip, Jared. Hey, Alex Williams is checking the traffic on I-85 in Gwinnett.
That's right, Tim. We're looking at I-85 northeast part of town. Still seeing the slow ride from Chamblee Tugger Road, getting past all that merging madness at 285 up to Jimmy Carter Boulevard. And then not too bad, just a very brief tap of the brakes north of there between Duluth and Swanee. 400 northbound, you're slowing down in Sandy Springs, 285 to the North Springs MARTA station, then off to the races into Roswell and Alpharetta. But 75 northbound, that's still a chore starting in Marietta from South Marietta Parkway up toward Highway 92 in Ackworth, where you hit some of that bright sunshine. 575 southbound, hadn't quite recovered out of through Woodstock into Kennesaw due to earlier trouble that's been long gone at Bells Ferry Road. Traffic brought to you by Mark Spain Real Estate. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today. That's markspain.com and start packing. Next report is in less than 10 minutes from the Trustdale.com 24-hour traffic center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Are your investments in the right accounts? What's best, traditional or Roth? Are you receiving all available tax deductions? Are you paying as little in tax as you can? These are all questions you can't afford to get wrong. Hi, I'm Jeff Jr., founder of Trajan Wealth, and in many cases, it's not what you make, but it's what you keep that makes the real difference. Trajan Wealth and Trajan Tax work closely together exclusively. No more guessing about whether you should do a Roth conversion, or if maxing out your 401k is really the best option. Our nationally recognized fiduciary advisors and CPA team work in tandem to make sure your tax strategy works with your investment strategy. We'll even do your tax preparation. One team, one strategy. Isn't it time for a second opinion? Call Trajan today, 404-208-3300. That's 404-208-3300.
Trajan Wealth, an SEC registered investment advisor. Additional services through Trajan Estate and Trajan Tax. Additional disclosures and accreditation at TrajanWealth.com.
Hi, it's Sue from Bread Beckers with Sue's Healthy Minute. Over the past 30 years, we've seen countless lives change for the better and health issues greatly improved, if not completely resolved, by customers changing their diets, starting with real bread. At the Bread Beckers store in Woodstock, we can teach you how to make real, delicious bread loaded with fiber and nutrients from real whole grains. A healthy, affordable solution for your family that can change your lives. For various customers, we've seen cholesterol levels drop 85 to 100 points in just 1 month, blood sugar stabilized, anemia corrected, and hundreds of stories of warts going away. In one case, as many as 500 warts gone in just 2.5 weeks. I have a degree in food science, and for more than 30 years, I've studied the incredible health benefits of whole grains and real bread. Let us help you take the first steps to better health. Visit breadbeckers.com or our Bread Beckers store in Woodstock.
Are you turning 65 or new to Medicare? Humana knows not everyone has the same needs when picking a Medicare Advantage plan.
Now that I'm retired, I want to enjoy the life I've worked hard to build. So I want a plan that covers me when I'm traveling the country.
Humana has a plan for that.
As a veteran, I want a plan that fills in the gaps my VA coverage doesn't provide, like dental care.
Humana has a plan for that.
I feel good about my health. I just want care and coverage with predictable costs. No surprises.
Humana has a plan for that. With a Humana Medicare Advantage plan, you get coverage and benefits that focus on what matters most to you. Learn more at gethumana.com. Humana, a more human way to healthcare. Humana is a Medicare Advantage HMO and PPO organization with a Medicare contract. Enrollment in any Humana plan depends on contract renewal.
WSB Atlanta, WSBB FM, and HD1 Doraville. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's news and talk.
News, weather,
traffic. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's news and talk.
At 6 o'clock, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News is sponsored by the Lloyd Advisory Group. Our top local story, the new normal for Metro Atlanta commuters. WSB's Jennifer Perry reports live with the results of the latest survey by the Atlanta Regional Commission.
Telework is changing the game, Bill. The ARC's Casey Sloan says pre-pandemic, 43% of commuters had the option to work from home.
That's, increased almost 50% in 2025. That's now up to 60% of workers are teleworking.
And even more had the option at least part-time. He says that's why you might notice traffic heavier in the middle of the week.
We saw that Monday and Friday, those 2 days, are the most popular telework days.
It's helping average commute times. They're 5 minutes shorter based on the 6,000 responses to this survey. But perhaps because of more flexible schedules, fewer commuters are using alternative transportation like carpooling or mass transit. Bill?
And right now it is 61 degrees in Atlanta. Will this weekend be a washout? Meteorologist Christina Edwards has Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast coming up. This is all new at 6 o'clock. A Gwinnett County gang member is sentenced to life without parole, convicted of murder in what prosecutors say was a retaliation shooting. WSB's Veronica Waters joins us live now with that story.
Yet death for disrespect. That's what the Gwinnett County District Attorney Patsy Austin Gatson says motivated gangster disciples gang members to stalk and shoot 29-year-old Andre Jones Jr. at a Norcross motel last summer.
The victim did not have a gang connection, but apparently
The gang felt he did something that disrespected them, so they took revenge upon him.
And the alleged insult, they believed Jones had stolen a gun. Managing Assistant DA Ryan Smith tells us
Mr. Jones did not take the gun. It was another individual that was at the Horizon Inn.
the DA says gang violence will not be tolerated, and she hopes this gives Jones's family some justice. Reporting live, Veronica Waters, 95.5 WSB.
The man convicted of murder in the 2023 shooting of a valet in Buckhead is sentenced to life in prison with no chance for parole. Earlier today, a Fulton County jury convicted Randy King on all counts in the shooting death of 25-year-old Harrison Olvey. Prosecutors say Olvey was working as a valet during Labor Day weekend of 2023 when he confronted King as he was breaking into a truck outside a nightclub. King's defense team plans to appeal. After hours of debate, the Georgia Senate today approves legislation taking different approaches to reduce the state's income tax.
Republicans say this is their answer on affordability.
People are struggling, and we've heard them.
Senator Larry Walker says one measure eliminates the income tax on 2/3 of Georgians, those who make less than $100,000. The second slashes the tax rate over the next 3 years to 3.99%. Democrats like Senator Nikki Merritt aren't convinced.
This scam bill creates a massive hole in our state budget.
The legislation now moves on for consideration in the House. At the state capitol, Jonathan O'Brien, 95.5 WSB.
A new school consolidation plan in DeKalb County, almost 2 years in the making, includes the possible closure of more than 24 schools.
In an online video, Interim Superintendent Dr. Norman Sauce explains the current state of the district.
Over the past decade, the DeKalb County School District has experienced a steady decline in student enrollment.
And that trend's likely to continue, so they plan on closing a total of 27 schools, almost all elementary. A smaller number would be expanded, and 3 other high schools would be converted to middle schools. The district stresses that no final recommendation will be given until a 2-month community review process is completed, both in person and online. Judd Hickenbotham, 95.5 WSB.
And you can see a list of the schools impacted on our website and the WSB radio app. An Atlanta man pleads guilty in federal court in Rhode Island in a publisher's clearinghouse scam. The U.S. Attorney's Office says Patrick Dallas bilked senior citizens out of at least $1 million. Dallas worked with 2 other people telling victims in multiple states they had won, but to collect the winnings, they had to pay upfront fees or taxes and provide personal information. Dallas pleads guilty to conspiracy to commit mail and wire fraud and conspiracy to commit money laundering. He'll be sentenced in May. It is 6:04. The Von Hessler Doctrine continues in less than 2 minutes. Right now, live team coverage of traffic and weather. In the 24-hour traffic center, it's Alex Williams.
Just found new trouble on the outer loop of the perimeter rolling from Sandy Springs toward Cobb and Truist Park, Bill. It's a stall in the center lane, 285 westbound before I-75 exit number 20. That's not going to help out the slow ride that stretches back into Dunwoody. Checking the ride on I-20, 20 westbound. We're still seeing on and off delays from Martin Luther King Jr. Drive in West Atlanta as you make your way out into that bright setting sunshine, passing Lee Road, exit 41. In DeKalb County, slow or sluggish, I'll call it, both ways. 20 east and westbound between 285 in the mall at Stonecrest. Inside the perimeter, 20 westbound. You're going to bunch up from Moreland Avenue. That's just traffic, though, trying to get to that downtown connector where the right lanes are slowing, ramping onto I-75-85 northbound. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the TrustDale.com 24-hour traffic center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Now Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast, sponsored by Shoemate, the official plumber of Atlanta. Here's meteorologist Christina Edwards.
Clear skies this evening. Temperatures slowly falling into the upper 30s, low 40s for tomorrow morning. Tomorrow afternoon, mostly sunny with highs in the low to mid 60s. Increasing cloud cover on Saturday, but staying mainly dry all the way through the evening hours. Saturday morning lows in the mid 30s, daytime highs in the mid 60s. Off and on heavy rain showers for Sunday with daytime highs near 50. As much as 1 to 1.5 inches of rainfall possible through Monday morning. Drying out through Monday afternoon with highs in the mid 60s.
58 in Roswell, 61 in Peachtree City, and 55 in Canton. More news at 6:30. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
It is now hour 4 of the Von Hessler Doctrine. Hour 4 of the Von Hessler Doctrine begins right now. And joining us is another doctrinaire, Greg Russ. Hello, Greg.
Hello, Tim.
Now, you weren't able to play your sound effect because you're not in your home location.
Well, I'm home. I'm just downstairs in the bedroom. It's kind of reversed. Most people would assume the bedrooms are upstairs, but
yeah, that confuses me.
Where I live, the kitchen and the living room are upstairs and the bedroom's downstairs.
When you enter your apartment, do you go into the bedroom or do you enter upstairs and then have to go down?
And then when you enter, there's you enter into a small vestibule, and there's a staircase right in front of you. So there's a place to hang up your coats and take off your shoes, and then you go upstairs, one set of stairs, and then that brings you to the bedroom level, and then you go up another set of stairs to take you to the living room.
So it's
/
3
kitchen.
levels.
Yeah, wow.
Fancy.
Well, the first level is not, again, it's nothing to write home about. It's a very small space.
Speaking of home, one of our listeners calls his trailer his home. And I don't know if you've been listening to the show today, but we talked about this in the first hour, and we've been getting a lot of open mics. So Google Analytics did this study and determined that the hardest word for Georgians to pronounce is the word trailer. So are you able to say the word trailer?
Trailer?
Yeah, see?
Okay, pretty good.
And I dispute it because that's not a difficult word to say, but we've been getting a lot of open mics.
And some of the examples are like Massachusetts. They can't say Massachusetts. Iowa is iron. And
what was New York's?
Jared can't say Yamamoto.
That's
when
right.
When I hear the promos for the nightcap, it sounds like you're leaving some letters out of your name. Jared
Yamamoto.
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 Yamamoto. You say Yamamoto.
No, I do not. I say Yamamoto.
I will bring it up. No,
Now-
what is New York's though?
New York is it peony, right? That's the flower.
Peony, yeah. That's the word.
Peony.
Yeah. And now we have a lot of people that are weighing in on that.
Hey, Dr. Nares, that analytics thing y'all's all referencing, that's all jacked up, bro. Everybody can say trailer. I mean, it's right there in the word, trailer.
Trailer.
Now, whether or not it's a double wide or single wide, that might be a little confusing.
You got to go.
It's nice down here on the creek, about 5:31.
Yeah, I like that one. You definitely got to have the double wide. You got another one?
Hi, this is David in Noonan, Georgia.
He's a fly.
And the word that's hard to say is everybody.
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 Why is that difficult to say? Greg, can you say everybody?
Everybody.
Why don't you just say y'all?
Everybody.
Everybody.
Everybody. I get that one. There's a V in there. That's tough to make that V sound.
Hey, Jared and Tim. Just wanted to touch base with you regarding the wordplay. One of your callers earlier mentioned the word rural, and I said the best way to do it is to think of the name Earl.
Earl?
You know, like the show, My Name is Earl.
Correct.
And add a rur at the beginning. Rural.
Rural.
Works pretty good. All right, guys.
Thank you. Rural. I just don't see how trailer is difficult to say. Rural is hard to say because I can't make R's. We've already established that. Can't make R sounds, Greg. That terrible?
I can't roll my R's.
You can't? Oh, I can't do that either.
I'm going back to something you said earlier. What's the word that New Yorkers can't say?
Peony.
Is it peony, right?
Yeah.
Peony.
Peony?
Peony.
Peony, excuse me.
Peonies.
Yes.
The flower.
Flower, yes.
Maybe you guys can't say it.
Yeah, apparently not.
Hey, peonies.
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 Peony.
Peony.
I didn't know what it was. I was like, when you said it,
It's
I'm not going to bring it up.
Peonies. Is it peonies or peon?
Dude, I don't know. I don't live in New York.
See, Google may be onto something here with some
They're
of these
not,
words.
though. I mean, come on. I don't even know.
Trailer?
Unless you break down how they did it, they just talked to a bunch of people that like don't speak English. And maybe that's how they figured out trailer.
I guess maybe we're giving our fellow Georgians too much credit.
No, I'm giving them a lot of credit. I think they're allowed. They're allowed. I think they're able to say it. Do we have any stories?
We do, and I'm
Or
glad.
are we're just gonna have to litigate this controversy for the next hour.
I know.
I'm glad you asked, Tim, because Jared's got a story.
Thank you.
This is something that's right up your alley here, Greg. This is. Have you heard of Claw FM yet, Greg?
What if I say no? Then your whole thesis on this story falls apart.
It's up to you. It's up to you. Do you want to play along or not?
I know you've heard
because
about it.
I could be in a trap. Not that you're purposefully trapping me, but if I say, yeah, I know all about it, and then you ask me a question and I can't answer, it's embarrassing.
And exactly. So it's your choice, yes or no. Have you heard of Claw
No,
FM?
I know nothing about
Okay,
Claw
you don't know.
FM.
Well,
Oh.
it's an online radio station, thanks for asking, just for AI agents music. So people might not know what an AI agent is, but essentially an AI agent is like the AI bot itself going into and acting like a human, listening to its own radio station that's created by AI. If
So
that
they've
makes sense.
created this sort of their own Reddit. We've talked about this, and Greg, I think you were on when we talked about it before, right? This it's supposed to be like Reddit, but it's only for these agents. What's the name of that site? It's like
Claw FM.
No, but there's a
the Molt Book.
Molt Book, yes.
Yeah, screw Moldbook, because I think it's part of the reason the Reddit stock is tanked. It's many reasons that the stock has fallen.
Oh, I know.
So far.
Greg brought
But
up.
some guy was bragging about how he had AI Claude make a version of Reddit in a matter of minutes, and he was going to introduce AI bots to populate all the content.
Well, what good is that? The fun of Reddit is arguing with people and getting downvoted into oblivion.
I thought so too, but people, the market's not emotional. Yes, it is. It's nothing but emotional.
Well,
It's people freaking out.
I don't understand why they would need this. I guess it's to train. They're training each other now, but there has to be human involvement. I don't know why
They're
would
not good
need
at training each other. You ever see two AIs try to say goodbye to each other?
No.
It's an endless loop
of goodbye?
Infinite, because they have to be the one to say the last thing. So one AI says,
Okay.
"Okay, talk to you soon. Goodbye," and the other one says, "Yes, talk to you soon. Goodbye," and then
Oh, it just
so
keeps
on
going
forever.
into infinity. Why would they need a radio station? They don't have ears.
Well,
you can I build an agent, make music. It just seems like you like to make AI music, Tim.
Yes.
I guess it's a place for your songs to play.
Okay. Yeah, but right now I like to make Sora videos that are 10 seconds long. And they're for me, and I make myself laugh, and that's all there is to it. But I don't get this. So
the idea is to
tell me,
help AI agents create better music, because right now you can use AI to create videos, to create music, to do like images and stuff. And the idea is if they're able to hear other agents sharing their idea on their own AI radio station, then they'll be able to get more creative in that space.
to help humans make better AI songs.
Yes, I guess in that case.
agents that create AI songs.
Correct.
So if your AI agent is popular, you can be tipped in USDC on this Claw FM, and 75% goes to the artist, the person that created the AI agent that created the song.
Okay.
And then 20% to the shared royalty pool, and 5% keeps the lights on.
Okay, this is confusing.
It's kind of crazy. And what's the big difference between this one and Moltbook is that Moltbook was trying to prevent human interaction altogether. This Claw FM allows humans to actually listen to it. So humans can have input. Humans can listen to it.
Do we have any samples of the songs?
You know what? I tried to click into it, and I wasn't able to grab any, but I'll try again.
See if you can find any on YouTube, George, because people start posting these things right after. And speaking of Reddit, yesterday Greg was talking about how you bought a lot of it, right? You bought a lot of Reddit stock?
Yeah, I don't want to talk about it.
Okay, but did you buy it when it was lower, or did you buy it when it was higher?
No, I bought it when it was, well, my average before was $195 a share. I had 100 shares, and then it went up to like $250 a share. I sold the put option when it was around $250. I made $400 premium on that, but the option is a contract that said I would buy somebody's shares for $222.50 a share.
Okay.
And I was thinking, I had been tracking Reddit, and I was thinking, well, okay, it's a volatile stock. It may go down, but there's no way it's going down like really far. And it collapsed. It's like at $130 a share now, so I had to buy all these shares for $222. And I have to sit on that for a long time.
Well, yesterday after our discussion about it, I bought a fractional share of one
Oh,
share.
no.
And it went down almost immediately.
Oh, no. It'll go back up.
Yeah, and I didn't invest like you did.
there's-
I'm not a real investor. I'm like, I got an extra $20. I'll buy a fraction.
Whatever you put in, like there's just panic right now, and there's negative sentiment around. The whole market did terribly today, but people are emotional and feeling scared for some reason. But I do think it'll go back up.
Well, that's not good. The market was up to what, 50,000?
Yeah.
Were you just playing music?
I'm playing Claw FM straight from their website. The song that's currently being played on Claw FM is called "The Wonderful Butt" by the AI agent Raw Ground Beef.
Okay.
I'm a little scared to turn the volume up because I don't
maybe
know what
you
the
had
wonderful
not to.
butt
Well, it
is.
sounded like an instrumental. It sounded like
there was like a kind of soft ambient instrumental that was playing just before the wonderful butt.
So everybody doing this is a Gen Zer because that sounds like a Gen Z thing.
I don't now,
Or a young millennial.
See, now mine is playing Cosmic Drift by Sophia Beats.
So I guess maybe it starts a whole new radio session for each user that logs into this website.
Yes,
it's actually a pretty clean site.
Now I just refreshed, and I've got Signal from Noise from Zet.
Okay, that's what's
DJ.
playing on mine as well. So
Okay.
maybe we're on the same Claw FM station, and it's pretty simple. The songs play, and you can either tip 25 cents, $1, $5.
I'm not giving them a dime. Radio is free.
Well, you're going to start making songs and making the money.
Well, if I can do it on this site, maybe I will. Because I like money.
We all like money.
Alex Williams is checking the traffic downtown.
A slow ride indeed it is through downtown, Tim. We are looking at about 35 minutes for your trip time on 400 southbound, starting at Lenox Road, where you stack up all the way down to I-20. It's got a little bit better the closer you get to I-20, but still going to be slow. 75 southbound stacks up before Howell Mill Northside Drive. About 15 minutes added to your trip time. And northbound through downtown, where 75-85 northbound slows from Highway 166 Langford Parkway up to the 10th Street area. Better news out of Sandy Springs and the Cobb. Just watched the Here unit block and reopen all lanes. 285 westbound, the outer loop before I-75, exit 20 to get a stall off to the right. So again, everything back open there, but brake lights still stretch back to Ashford Dunwoody Road. And they are about to wrap up this ongoing truck fire cleanup. 285 northbound, the inner loop on the southwest leg of town before Cascade Road, exit 7. Again, that's been in the right lane for about 4 hours now. Traffic brought to you by Whole Foods Market. Save at Whole Foods Market. Get 20% off New York strip steaks with Prime through February 14th. As always, there are no antibiotics ever while supplies last. Shop in store or online. Terms apply. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the TrustDale.com 24-hour traffic center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Start your workday.
This isn't a black and white story, and there are a lot of unanswered questions. That's my initial take.
Mark Arrow.
Leaned over because I can't see out of the icy window.
Getting you through your morning.
It might be at the end of the day a question of, do the ends justify the means?
Mark Arrow. Tomorrow at 9 a.m.
95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
Georgia homeowners, quick question. When was the last time you paid full retail for anything? Not your TV, not your phone, not your car. So why are people still paying full retail for windows? Hey, it's Ray, founder of Window Comfort, and most homeowners don't realize this. Big window brands mark their prices up 30 to 50% just for the name. You're not buying better windows, you're buying their advertising budget. Here at Window Comfort, we cut out the brand tax and we go factory direct. That's how we deliver premium windows for thousands less. And to kick off 2026, we're making it stupid not to check. Buy 2 windows, get 2 free, free installation, and no payments until 2028. Don't be the homeowner who paid full price. You have nothing to lose and everything to save. Go to windowcomfort.com and get your free, no-pressure estimate today.
As the old saying goes, size matters.
At Morgan & Morgan, we have over 1,000 lawyers and nearly 6,000 people on staff.
But at the core, this is and always has been a family business.
Our family watching out for your family.
Call us or email us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, even on a Saturday or a Sunday.
And if you ever have a problem, call our mom.
Morgan & Morgan.
For the people and your family.
Injured? Dial Pound Law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Cracks in your walls, sticky windows, musty odors. Your home is telling you it needs help. Visit aquaguard.net today to schedule your free inspection. When it comes to foundations, crawl spaces, and basements, there's only one name to remember.
AquaGuard. Want to make the most of your tax refund? File with TurboTax on Intuit Credit Karma. They help you get your biggest refund, and then we help you do more with it. With a personalized plan designed to help you hit your money goals. Start filing today in the Credit Karma app.
All right. I just went to ChatGPT to ask it what an AI agent is and if a dumb person like me can figure it out. And Dex, that's what I call it, my little friend ChatGPT, said, yeah, you could do it. You don't have to be smart. You just need a computer and get the agent to do all the work for you. And I said, well, that sounds like a great idea.
And what was Dex's response to that?
That's what it said. It said, I'll tell you how to do everything, and you just copy and paste this. You don't need to know how to code, and then you can start making money on that Claw FM.
Isn't it nice how friendly Dex is and just always willing to help you?
It didn't used to be, but because I have conversed with it so much that it just answers in the way I like. And I also said, don't kiss my butt. If you have to challenge me. Yeah, we're not friends. We're just, what?
I don't trust that, though. I've said the same thing because a lot of the times it does answer in a way where it feels like it just wants to appease you.
Yes.
And I'm looking for real information. And I say, hey, don't do that. And it says, yeah, I won't do that. We'll keep it real.
Well, I don't want it to appease me, but I don't want it to be cold. I feel bad now that I've been talking to it for so long. If it gives me a short answer, I'm kind of bummed.
I just don't like the way it always ends its prompts with another question. You want to talk about this, or you want to continue this
that is
conversation this
annoying.
way?
I was trying to get to a final draft of a document that ChatGPT was helping with today, and I was like, all right, let's get this finalized. And then it's got to suggest, do you want me to reformat it for more stuff? No, let's go to a final version. Let's reformat it.
Do you want me to
highlight
trim it
different
down
parts.
so you get right to the main point? No, I don't. I asked you to do this. Just do this. I don't need that. You can tell it not to do that, though.
Can you?
Yeah, I
I'll
think.
have to do that when I get home.
Do we have another story, Jared?
We sure do. It turns out that Gallup, after 90 years, they will no longer track presidential approval ratings.
That's
so.
great because they're fake anyway.
I'm sure, Mr. President, you're very happy
No,
about this
they're
news.
very fake. I mean, other people, Rasmussen, those other people will do the terrible ones. But the worst was Gallup. The worst was Gallup. Terrible, terrible. I love it. That way, you can't convince people that think you're doing a great job that you're doing a bad job. So that's great.
Well, a lot of people
Why are they getting out of the bids?
A lot of people speculate that it is based off of Trump, but I think a lot of it is also saying that the way that polling is done now is different, and they're trying to
Nobody has home phones anymore.
Yeah, and
So they can't update their methods?
They are, so they're recalibrating their methodology, but they need to do almost like a complete reset. Is at least how I'm reading into this story now. And once they do that, then they'll jump back into the game again.
Text. You can send a text or an email link. You don't need to calling people. No one answers their phone. No one answers their phone. And if they know it's you, they know it's Gallup, they're not going to answer the phone.
And you do have other companies that are going to continue doing it too.
Yeah, I get texts all the time. Would you like to take a 5-minute poll about politics in the state of Georgia? And I just delete it.
From Pew.
Yeah, I don't know who they're from. They don't.
I think these prediction markets are going to do a better job predicting what's
but
going to happen.
don't they pull away from polls? Where do they get their information, these prediction markets?
Just from people taking positions. And so it measures confidence, so if people
They've
are
been
buying
pretty
more
accurate.
Trump predictions or whoever's
They've been pretty
running
accurate. They can be manipulated, though. I heard, now I haven't verified this, but you can tell me if you've heard the same thing, that the guy who ran on the field
I've heard this too.
During the Super Bowl, there was a prediction market that said, will somebody run? He was the one who opened it, actually. He opened the prediction market that will somebody run on the field during the Super Bowl? And he put a lot of money down, and then he ran on the field.
And then he made a lot of money.
Yes.
And that's completely legal.
It's legal because they claim that they're in the prediction business and they're just about getting correct information and telling you which way things are going to go. There's some loophole that they sit in.
Will Trump drop a bomb on Iran at 12:30 p.m. tonight? Let me open a position. I did it. Where's my money?
What a great way for him to make money.
Even pre-recorded interviews, the Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon, quite often there are markets. What will so-and-so guest say tonight? Well, it's pre-recorded, so somebody out there already knows.
Yeah, the producers and the writers and the people who work on that show, so they could make money. That shouldn't be legal.
So there's a delay on the Super Bowl. Somebody stood outside and listened to the American anthem, or the national anthem rather, and it was put a prediction in after listening to it about how long it would last. And between the delay, entered his prediction.
What?
Yeah.
How long was the delay? A minute?
I guess so, or some,
Wow.
long enough that he could put his prediction in.
And did he make money?
He made money.
Damn.
Really?
We got to get in on
I
that.
know, seriously. Like this is a game that we can all play.
I can't. I told you I'm not good at any of this stuff. I don't know how money works. I just know you get a paycheck and you pay your bills with it. And then, if you have enough, you can invest some.
Yeah, invest responsibly. And then, you know what, if you do have a little bit of gambling money here and there, then it's like, okay, you know what, that money is set aside. You know that's your spending money there. And then play with that and then play in the markets a little bit. You have to kind of mess around with it a little bit. Like, I know, like
I told you, if you put it in your mattress, it's not going to go down.
That's true. It's not going to go up, though.
Yeah, but you're going to lose value because of this inflation. So
What if it's a Serta?
It may be a comfortable mattress to sleep on then.
Okay. Yeah, not with all that
it's gonna
money.
hold the value of your money.
Yeah, I have a dream. This is how I dream about making money, is that I buy a mattress from a garage sale, and when I get home, I cut it open, and there's a lot of money in it. That's a strategic plan I have to find money.
I like that idea, but do people really buy used mattresses from
nobody
garage
buys-
sales?
No.
It's pretty disgusting.
Used mattresses are gross. Hey, Alex Williams says, good news on 285 in southwest Atlanta.
Finally get to share it with y'all, Tim. They have finally wrapped up that truck fire cleanup. Everything now off to the right, 285 northbound, the inner loop, Cascade Road exit number 7. Still slow from Camp Creek Parkway, but I expect those delays to improve. It's been a rough go of it in Henry County, 75 northbound, stacked up through McDonough from Highway 155 up to Jodico Road exit 222, and some southbound delays out of Hateville into Forest Park, but just volume there. Luckily, no crashes are in the way. Traffic brought to you by Reliable Heating and Air. Stop paying for expensive heating and air repairs or home warranties. Get a reliable protection plan for just $14.99 a month and enjoy 100% parts and labor coverage for any age, system, make, or model. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the TrustDale.com 24-hour traffic center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
40,000 people. Let that number sink in for a second. That's not a crowd. That's a small city. And it's the number of people choosing pain relief without surgery. 40,000 folks who said, stop. Before you replace my knee or my hip, before I put my life on hold for months, there has to be another way. And they found it at QC Kinetics, the nation's leader using cellular-level treatments to revitalize joint tissue naturally. Patients who thought they were out of options and surgery was the only answer. Today, they're moving better, hurting less, and getting their lives back thanks to QC Kinetics advanced regenerative treatments. The truth is, surgery isn't always the answer. QC Kinetics, right here in Atlanta, using safe, natural treatments backed by real science. And this is critical. The sooner you start, the faster inflammation will ease. 40,000 people can't be wrong. Before you say yes to surgery, do your research. Call QC Kinetics today. Consultation is free. 770-285-8026. 770-285-8026.
I'm consumer investigator Dale Cardwell.
And I'm Monica Pearson. Dale and I have worked together for years, first at WSB, and today helping you find Georgia's best companies and sharing why they're the best.
Monica, one of the first companies I researched and recommended is Amco Transmissions and Total Car Care. For more than a dozen years, they've consistently met my 7-point standard and honored my Make It Right guarantee. And I know you believe in Amco just as much as I do.
Dale, over the years, we've both reported about people getting taken advantage of. So I'm keenly aware what it takes to deliver not just great performance, but great customer service. People who follow my advice literally stop me on the street and thank me for referring them to Amco.
We all need mechanics we can trust for correct diagnosis, efficient repair, and fair price. Not just for transmission repair, but engines, brakes, check engine lights, and so much more. Call the locally owned Amco near you.
And I know their nationwide warranty protects you everywhere.
That's AA.
MCO.
The more things change, the more they stay the same.
Our website has always been ngwindows.com, and now our company name is the same. It's Ted and Jonathan, and North Georgia Replacement Windows is now NG Windows.
Shorter name, same great stress-free experience. Our Infinity by Marvin fiberglass windows are not big and bulky, and now neither is our name.
We love it so much we upgraded our jingle.
Infinity by Marvin from NG Windows, yeah!
2 brands, 1 location, and a chance to drive what you love. It's the big Sign and Drive event times 2, and it's going on right now at Beaver Mazda and Beaver Toyota. Dave Baker here. Right now, 0 down, 0 first payment, and you pay nothing for 90 days. No stress, no waiting, just sign and drive. You know a Toyota or Mazda from Beaver gives you more perks, more care, more wow. 2 brands at 1 fantastic place. Redefining how you buy a car. Beaver Mazda and Beaver Toyota. We're here to wow you.
Live from the Superior Plumbing Studios.
News,
weather,
traffic.
95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's News and Talk.
At 6:30, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News is sponsored by Mark Spain Real Estate. Our top local story, a man convicted of murdering a valet in Buckhead in September of 2023 will spend the rest of his life behind bars.
Emotional reaction on both sides as Randy King is convicted and sentenced in the 2023 murder of Buckhead valet Harrison Olvey. Olvey was shot once in the chest after running to confront King for breaking into a vehicle near Piedmont Road. The entire crime was caught on the Dodge pickup truck's dash cam. Olvey's family members embraced and wept. King's relatives cried out in distress, and his father shed his own tears as King remained stoic. He is sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole, plus 20 years. Veronica Waters, 95.5 WSB.
59 degrees in Atlanta when the clouds and rain move in. Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast with meteorologist Christina Edwards is coming up. All new this half hour, a bill to make HIV prevention medication easier to get in Georgia advances under the Gold Dome.
The measure would allow a pharmacist to work alongside a doctor and provide two specific types of common HIV prevention medication. State Representative Carla Drenner says the legislation will help Georgians who don't have a local doctor but likely have a local pharmacist.
It keeps standards high, it reduces delay, and it protects lives.
2023 data from the Georgia Department of Public Health counted more than 2,400 new HIV infections in the state, one of the highest in the nation. The bill now awaits a vote in the Senate. At the state capitol, Jonathan O'Brien, 95.5 WSB.
It's the new normal for Metro Atlanta commuters. A new survey from the Atlanta Regional Commission finds some interesting changes since pre-pandemic days.
There's an uptick in non-traditional work schedules. There's an uptick in part-time workers. And especially, there's been an increase in the percentage of workers who are teleworking, and that's both occasional and full-time teleworkers.
Data analysis administrator Casey Sloan says because of the change in patterns, the survey finds average commute times are 5 minutes shorter, and congestion is more spread out during the day. The suspect accused in Tuesday's deadly shooting outside Palmetto Elementary School is now back in Fulton County. Christopher Ates was arrested in Middle Georgia hours after the shooting. He's accused of killing Ebony Anderson, a delivery driver who was dropping off a lunch order at the school. The two had dated in the past. Ates faces a long list of charges, including felony murder. The DeKalb County school system is considering major changes due to declining enrollment and about 18,000 empty seats in classrooms. A proposal under review would close 26 elementary schools and convert Cedar Grove, Lithonia, and Towers high schools into middle schools. In a video message released today, DeKalb Superintendent Norman Sauce says this is not final.
The board has not made any decisions whatsoever regarding the future of any buildings, boundaries, etc. At this stage, the district is still gathering vital feedback.
A community review process will take place over the next 2 months before any recommendations go to the school board. Georgia Senator John Ossoff says it should shock America's conscience. A new bipartisan survey looks into the number of special needs kids who end up behind bars.
75 facilities statewide reported incarcerating children who could be released to mental health care programs, but stayed locked up because that care was not available yet. Amanda Figures says her son was taken to juvenile detention centers for days on end.
I wanted him to do better. I did not know how to get him the proper help that he needed. I tried. And I was trying. Nothing was happening.
She says her son constantly struggled with behavior in high school, being diagnosed with major depressive disorder, agoraphobia, a social phobia, and generalized anxiety. Mary Ryan Howarth, 95.5 WSB.
With just over 4 months until the first World Cup match, Atlanta leaders say they are ready for all the visitors. Hartsfield-Jackson General Manager Ricky Smith says the airport is used to being in the spotlight.
We see the airport as kind of the living room for the city. It's the first experience that people will have when they visit the city, and it's probably the last experience they will have when they're leaving the city.
Atlanta hosts 8 matches in the World Cup beginning June 23rd. It is 6:34. Time now for live team coverage of traffic and weather in the 24-hour traffic center. It's Alex Williams.
Hey, Bill, still watching the ride to the northern suburbs. Getting better is what we like to see here. 75 northbound, toughest part of that ride is going to be 575 as you make that drive up through Kennesaw into Ackworth, improving at Highway 92. 400 northbound. All that's left over is a tap of the brakes in Sandy Springs between the North Springs MARTA station and Northridge. 85 northbound, it's still pretty slow though. Chamblee Tucker Road up to Jimmy Carter Boulevard in Norcross. Some southbound trouble looks to have wrapped up below Highway 317 in Swanee, so the brake lights that stretch back to 985 should start to improve. And 316 eastbound, that's looking pretty good as well as you leave I-85 out into Lawrenceville. Some brake lights, though, as you approach Highway 29, Winder Highway in the Decula area. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the TrustDale.com 24-hour traffic center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Now Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast with meteorologist Christina Edwards.
Clear skies this evening. Temperatures slowly falling into the upper 30s, low 40s for tomorrow morning. Tomorrow afternoon, mostly sunny with highs in the low to mid 60s. Increasing cloud cover on Saturday, but staying mainly dry all the way through the evening hours. Saturday morning lows in the mid 30s, daytime highs in the mid 60s. Off and on heavy rain showers for Sunday with daytime highs near 50. As much as 1 to 1.5 inches of rainfall possible through Monday morning. Drying out through Monday afternoon with highs in the mid-60s.
Right now, 59 in Noonan and in Midtown Atlanta, 56 in Dunwoody. More news at 7 o'clock. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Hey, friends, it's Mark Aram, and this is for all my listeners who are struggling with hair loss. I'm sure you've tried the lotions, pills, creams, and potions. With so many options and doctors out there, who are you going to trust? What's really going to grow your hair back? The Advanced FUE from Advanced Hair is an incredible breakthrough. Receding hairline, thinning hair, bald spots, Advanced Hair offers a simple, quick, one-day treatment that begins regrowing your own natural hair the very next day. And get this, Advanced Hair even guarantees your new hair will grow. Works for men and women across all ages, and there is no one in hair restoration I recommend more. For your free consultation, call 470-660-HAIR. If you move forward, you'll also receive $500 off. 470-660-HAIR. Refine your hairline with a team that has redefined hair restoration. And don't forget to ask about that guarantee. Check out incredible before and after pictures at advancedhair.com. That's advancedhair.com.
Coming up from the Atlanta Symphony Orchestra. A Delta classical concert featuring Rachmaninoff's Supercharged Piano Concerto No. 4, featuring virtuoso Sergei Babian. Your orchestra welcomes conductor Robert Trevino to conduct Zemlinsky's scrumptious tone poem based on The Little Mermaid, plus an atmospheric work from Angelica Negron. February 19th and 21st at Symphony Hall. Tickets at aso.org.
This is Jonathan Geller at D. Geller & Son Jewelers with my dad, Mike. And Dad, what's the best gift you can get from D. Geller & Son, of course?
Hands down, without a doubt, it's Diamond Studs.
You say that every holiday.
And it's true every time. Diamond Studs are an absolute classic. They can fit every budget, from a quarter carat at just $275 up to anything you can imagine.
And this Valentine's Day at D. Geller & Son, every purchase of just $199 or more includes a free diamond necklace in Kennesaw, Sandy Springs, and online at dgeller.com.
Boy, that really flew by. You know what I like sitting here during the show? Is that I can look out the window and see everybody walk by and also watch Shelley doing his prep. It's magical to watch Shelley get ready for his show because he's talking. He's not talking to himself. He's practicing. He's getting ready, which is why once that 7 o'clock show starts for him, he's on fire and ready to go because he's been practicing.
For sure. I mean,
he's ready to go.
When you see him go down the hallway, especially walking out towards the patio, and he is talking to himself, I mean, that is impressive.
Now, I see guys walking down the street doing that, but they're not getting ready for a radio show.
Or maybe in their head they are.
Maybe.
Is he warming up like a singer?
He's warming up. He's getting ready. That's why his show, when you listen to it after our show, he's got his points all ready to go. He's energetic. You know, sometimes I walk in here and I feel like, man, I wish I'd just go back to bed. But he's ready.
You should go out there.
It's fun to watch.
And play zip, zap, zop with him.
No, I don't want to throw him. I don't want to throw him off his game. I think that'll happen.
And also, he's a caged animal because yesterday he didn't have a show with the Bulldogs game that we had. So he's got 2 days worth of shows. So 7 and 9, don't miss the Shelley Winter show.
I heard him out there playing that Pam Bondi audio from yesterday. And we didn't play any of it really, but it's one of those things like you wish Autumn had been on the show, because I was texting her earlier and she asked me if we played it. She said I would have loved to have been there to do the impressions and everything. So, because she can nail her.
No, for sure. And the way that it's become such a show, too. Both sides are like, man, look at us. We're Republicans. She did so good. She showed those Democrats on that House committee. She showed them how strong she is and how tough she is. And the Democrats are like, oh, yeah, we showed them. Look at those hard questions. She avoided the question. She talked about the Dow Jones instead. We got her. You know, nobody
got anybody. It was just a waste of time.
How many people you think are paying attention to this?
Nobody.
I know what you're talking about, but I didn't watch any.
No, Jared. People who pay attention, like Jared has an opinion on it, a good opinion on it. It's like they're both running victory laps when nobody won anything.
But I wonder if it turns off most people. Like, I'm not.
Oh, yeah, of course.
I'm not paying any attention to this.
I pay attention to this stuff more than a lot of people do, and even I'm getting tired of it and no interest in that. Now, I go through Twitter or X. I was going to call it Twitter. I go through X, and you see, little gotcha clips from whatever side, and everybody in Congress just seems like a moron.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it really is about winning the day. It's about winning the day.
But nothing was won.
Exactly,
Yeah.
and especially for the American people.
Well,
I mean,
she did a good job. I'm going to donate to Jasmine Crockett.
I mean, you're right, but she did seem very defensive and very kind of, bringing up these random things like the Dow Jones in response to
Well, yeah,
addressing
because
the
that's her
actual issue.
mission. That's her mission. She has to go. She has to parrot what she's being told.
Agreed. But
I think she's
it's
probably
kinda
the
pathetic.
least. She's probably the least independent attorney general we've ever had, or at
Yeah.
least in a long time.
Well, and like nobody won, but it was revealing that she doesn't really have any answers.
I don't
for
think
what
that.
happened.
I don't think that beyond the media, people really care about the Epstein files. To tell you the truth, I really don't. I don't encounter people in the wild outside of here who ever bring it up.
I suppose you're right. Yeah.
Unless you're plugged in and you're watching the news all day, or you're doom scrolling, or you're looking at social media all the time, or listening to talk radio. People are. I just if you're going to
I
work,
tend to agree with you. I think
you're
that
going to work all day. You're running a tree removal company. Are you talking about that? Maybe in passing.
Yeah, I think most people understand that if there are a bunch of rich billionaire jerks that are all getting together on an island, you assume that there's going to be some kind of foul play going on that island, and
Yeah,
that's
I'm
what
not
rich
surprised
jerks
by
do.
any of it.
But it would be interesting if it comes out if there's some other cover up for something else.
Well, look what happened in Denmark. There's a thing that happened in Denmark. It's called the Something Affair, and it is gruesome.
Yeah, they were keeping like people in cages in
Yeah,
castles
kids.
and things. Yeah.
And the kids came, and the government wouldn't allow anytime a prosecutor would get close.
Similar to Epstein, it was just kind of the facilitator that went down rather than the people that he was.
Yes, the
serving.
facilitator went to jail, and he started spilling the beans, and then the kids would testify, and they would bring in a prosecutor, and the prosecutor would say, "Nah, you're fired." The government would fire them, and plus they have a royal family, and the royal family had people involved. We don't have that, thankfully.
Well, England does, and
Well, yes, of course they do, and let England handle it. Here, I think what you're going to see is this Circle J that's going on in Congress, and then at the end of the day, very few people will get in trouble for what happened there.
But that's
why most people don't care.
Right? They know why should I invest time carrying in this when no one's going to ever get in trouble for it, and no one will either. They're going to have Bill and Hillary there in 2 weeks, right?
I believe it is 2 weeks,
and they're going to be. I don't even know why she's there. She didn't do anything.
I don't think Hillary went.
She did not go to the island. She wasn't.
I don't think she was invited.
They all went to that Zorro Ranch though, which sounds just as freaky. That ranch he had out in New Mexico, where
Dude,
things were allegedly.
The deeper you look into this guy and you find out who hired him, how he started making his money, how he got money made for other people, that's the stuff that they should be talking about, and that's the stuff that people should get in trouble for. I mean, they should. I mean, what happened to those girls is terrible, but what I'm saying is they can't do anything.
I think if
about
you're
that.
the Trump administration, you've got to convict somebody
Or just spill it all.
to save face.
Spill it all.
Well, it's the evidence that because what I read is a lot of hearsay at this point, so nothing will actually stand up in court. Even if we know what went on, the evidence isn't strong enough to bring any sort of charges against people.
It's been revealed thanks to this Massey that they do have people listed as co-conspirators in the sex trafficking in the FBI files.
Yes.
Those
Okay.
people should be convicted.
Well, let me ask you this: that island is under the jurisdiction of what country? Any country? I don't know. Okay.
Let's see. Little St. James.
So they have to have laws. Now, the women that were 17 and up.
Virgin Islands, I'm sure it's the U.S.
So if
Yeah, it's U.S.
If it's a U.S. territory, well, then good. Then people can get in trouble because it's the U.S. And also sex tourism is illegal, but that wasn't until the late, 2010s or whatever. But the women that went there, they came from Russia or Ukraine, and you find out that these families are given all this money, and the girls come over here, and they're treated horribly, and it all becomes this big, tornado of information that you're supposed to care about and think about and argue about, and it's a political hot point here and a political hot point there. But while all that is going on, nothing gets done.
Yeah, meanwhile, like the prices of the grocery store still higher.
I'm not even talking about that. I'm just talking specifically about Epstein.
Well, the DOJ comes out and seems to try to cover up rather than reveal, which is insane.
And why are they trying to cover up? And why didn't the last administration do anything? And why didn't Trump do anything before that? They've known. They've known. I've heard these rumors ever since he got arrested the first time that he has this thing going on. And me, I lived alone. All I did was look at the internet all day. I don't have that luxury anymore or curse. But I think about it at the end of the day, or when I have time to myself and I'm looking at it online, and I just can't. I can't figure out why it's such an issue in this country that people are fighting each other about politically, because it's not a political issue.
I think going back to your initial point, though, where you nailed it, is I think most Americans aren't paying attention to it, and that's because they know that these are rich jerks that get together and just do disgusting things, and they also know that there's probably nothing that's going to come out of it. They're probably not going to get punished, and at the end of the day, what are we more focused on? We're focused on how do we bring more money into our pockets? How do we bring inflation down? And those are things that impact our everyday lives compared to the Epstein list. The Epstein list, though important.
Yeah. Well, I'm thinking about how a guy who didn't finish college, who ended up teaching at the Dalton School, who got snatched away from that to do the other things and to eventually get to do Bear Stearns and all that. How did he afford the largest private residence in New York City?
Yeah. He's given money.
Right. So I don't know. It's a crazy world.
And
we're gonna.
People should be mad about it. They should talk about it. I agree with you that it is going to probably be ignored and nothing's going to happen. But that's not what should happen.
No, and maybe we'll luck out, and that won't be the thing that happens.
We should make them answer.
Well, thankfully, there's an honest person out there in Alex Williams.
I don't think Alex is all that honest, but he is about the traffic, and he's saying it's still crowded into Midtown.
That is a true statement, Tim and Jared. It is definitely crowded into Midtown. Still a brake light battle out of Buckhead, 400 southbound starting at Lenox Road, 85 south from Cheshire Bridge, all that traffic just trying to get into Midtown, downtown, down toward the 17th Street area. Getting a little bit better down toward I-20. Northbound still looking pretty rough, 75-85 north from Highway 166 Langford Parkway up to Freedom Parkway. And a new crash in Swanee. Second left lane knocked out here, 85 northbound at Highway 317, exit 111. Traffic brought to you by Whole Foods Market. Get exquisite finds at Whole Foods Market. Prime members save 20% on all caviar and blinis through February 14th. While supplies last, shop in-store or online. Terms apply. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the TrustDale.com 24-hour traffic center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
When you need to know.
This story is developing in Atlanta.
When you want to know.
Severe weather is on its way.
When you have to know.
We'll alert you as soon as this closure clears.
Get notifications
from your source for news.
Get the WSB radio app.
Download it from your app store today.
Sell your home with a guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate and choose when you want to move. There are no showings, no open houses, and no stress. Hi, it's Chris Chandler. With the guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate, you can skip the uncertainty of a traditional home sale and sell your home fast for all cash in as little as 21 days. For 30 years, Mark Spain Real Estate has been serving families just like yours and has helped over 72,000 satisfied clients. You can trust the most experienced real estate team in the U.S. to sell your home stress-free and for the most money. Go to markspain.com and start packing.
Men, if you're suffering from ED or PE, you're not alone. Most importantly, you don't have to live with it. Priority Men's Medical Center restores men's love lives in just one visit. Their painless breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, even when Viagra and Cialis don't work. Here's Dr. Simovitz, specialist in men's health.
Priority Men's Medical Center's painless breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, regardless of age or medical history. 98% of patients see instant results right in the office.
Men are now lasting longer than they ever imagined. And the best part, at Priority Men's Medical Center, your consultation and first treatment are free. Qualified patients even get their testosterone checked free. Call 404-885-8885. 404-885-8885. Take control of your love life. Call now. 404-885-8885.
Mike Rowe here with another random fact. Those cracks on your walls aren't just cosmetic. They could mean your home is sinking. Whether it's drywall cracks, exterior cracks, or sticking doors or windows, do yourself a favor and call a Groundworks company. I spent some time working with these guys, and they're the real deal. Their people are trained and certified to stabilize your foundation. Schedule a free inspection with AquaGuard, a Groundworks company, and tell them Mike sent you.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. You know, the big wireless companies say they have discounts for people over 55, but unless you're willing to sit on hold and ask, you're probably paying more than you should. At Consumer Cellular, there's nothing to hunt down. We're built for people 50 plus with plans starting at just $20. And our 100% US-based customer service actually answers the phone. Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com today and get your second month free for a limited time.
Taxes, fees, and other third-party charges will apply. See website for additional details.
This message comes from Viking, committed to exploring the world in comfort. Journey through the heart of Europe on an elegant Viking longship with thoughtful service, destination-focused dining, and cultural enrichment on board and on shore. With small ships that bring travelers closer to the destination, there's more time to explore. And every Viking voyage is all-inclusive, with no children and no casinos. Discover more at Viking.com.
2 brands, 1 location, and the chance to drive what you love. It's the Sign and Drive event ×2. Beaver Mazda, Beaver Toyota, 1 big event. 0 down, 0 first payment. You pay nothing for 90 days. No stress, no waiting. Just sign and drive. Toyota or Mazda, every guest gets more perks, more care, more wow. 2 brands at 1 fantastic place, redefining the way you buy a car. Beaver Mazda and Beaver Toyota. We're here to wow you.
Greg is a real Prevagen user, and this is his story.
Hi, I'm Greg. I'm not an actor. I'm just a regular person. 8 years ago, I just didn't feel like I was on my game. I started taking Prevagen, and I want people to know that Prevagen has worked for me. Give it a try. I want it to help you just like it has helped me.
Prevagen, at stores everywhere without a prescription. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Testimonialist was compensated for their time.
America, look around. Everywhere you go, prices are still high, rates have been whipsawing markets, and the debt and spending don't exactly scream stability. Experts say diversifying with intention is the #1 secret account that all American smart money uses to hedge against instability. Monetary Gold has been around since 2000, witnessing multiple economic setbacks. If you call now, Monetary Gold will cover up to a lifetime of your IRA fees on qualified accounts. Call Monetary Gold now at 877-NOW-GOLD. That's 877-NOW-GOLD. Performance may vary. You should always consult your financial and tax professional.
Yeah, that does sound like a good idea. Oh, I'm talking to the commercial. Well, I forgot what we were going to do here. Oh, yeah, we're going to mention our socials. We are on social media. Jared will tell you about the Von Hessler Doctorate and his. You can find me on Instagram at Timstagram here. Very unique. I don't care about X. You can find me on Facebook, too, at Tim Andrews someplace. I don't know. I'm there.
That's right. I am on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, X, all the different places at Jared Yamamoto. And, of course, the show, the Von Hessler Doctrine, is on Facebook and Instagram.
How about X?
Not X at the moment.
Greg, where can people find you on social media?
Only on X.
You're on X? You're not on
I have an account that I started back in 2009.
Uh-huh. Do you use it ever?
No, I think my last post was probably 2013.
So you don't want to give out your Instagram or TikTok?
I only posted about sandwiches at the time. That was the gimmick.
Well, that's when it was fun.
He tried to make it fun.
Yes.
So no, I have nothing to share, but George does. George has a lot of socials.
Find me here. I have George Viewer on Instagram, but
okay,
it's just a personal account. You can see me post pictures from my vacation.
Okay.
Walking around the city.
Okay.
There you go.
We could be friends.
There you go.
You can message me.
It's a good place.
There you go, ladies. Single ladies. George is single. We have a package before we wrap up.
Speaking of single ladies, the Winter Olympics, this is a good story to end the show.
Meet the 24-year-old who's deemed herself the most eligible bachelorette at the Athletes Village at the Winter Olympics in Italy.
I will have my dating platforms up and running. We can grab a cappuccino, maybe an Aperol Spritz.
American luge racer Sophia Kirby has been DMing interested parties to hit her up. She does have preferences.
He would be about yay
jonesing.
tall. He would be so nice, and he would have to be strong enough to sweep me off my feet.
The 24-year-old posted to Instagram, Jake Pates, I hear you're free on the 14th. The Team USA snowboarder had posted about looking for a Valentine. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
And
she's thirsty.
The update is she got a date. It worked out. She got thousands of people reaching out to her. She got a date for Valentine's Day.
So happy for her.
So happy for Sophia Kirby.
Valentine's Day is coming up, and I'm still looking for a date, so shoot me a message.
It's amazing
Did
how
anybody,
that works.
Did anybody Google her while we were doing the story? Greg, did you Google her?
No, I Googled it because she's a luger, correct?
That's correct.
So is that a skeleton racer?
No, that's different.
Okay.
Skeleton's on your stomach head
All right.
first. Luge is on your back feet
All right.
first. But they have the doubles luge, which is very strange.
Oh, yeah.
Where
with the-
somebody lays
yeah.
on top of the other person
Uh-huh.
on the sled.
That is so strange.
And I was wondering if she was a double luger, then she shouldn't be lonely because it's a very intimate spot to be in.
Well,
double luging.
we wish her well, and we hope that her date is fantastic and that she scores that night and gets the gold.
I know. I'm very happy for Sophia Kirkby. And good news for Team USA. We were in 5th yesterday. We have now moved into a 3-way tie for 3rd with Germany and Sweden. 4 gold medals. We have 14 total medals.
USA.
Making our way. We're in the top 3. Italy's just ahead of us with 6 gold medals, and then Norway has 7. So 3rd place right now for the United States.
Screw Norway. Don't like them. No, I'm just kidding. If you're from Norway, I love you. If you're listening, whatever. Hey, that music says we got to go. Eric will be back tomorrow. Thank you for joining us, Greg. Thank you to George for your creepy story about RFK Jr. Talk to you guys tomorrow.
DixonTheTrustdale.com 24-hour traffic center. Police now with this crash in Swanee. Second left lane knocked out. 85 northbound, Highway 317, exit number 111.